MVP here.
Kalmado lang tayo.
Gonna be the only kind, I'm assuming. Yeah, just a great game. 8-1 and 5
Siyempre,
on the
MVP.
screen.
Di talaga bagay mga pasibiro kay Sanford. Sakto lang guys. Sadyang ano lang talaga. Sadyang hirap rin talaga mag-Uranus doon.
He stuck to the formation. He only
Kasi
died
ganun,
once. Maximized the sky.
ang ganda sana yung nanin nila, early yan sila sa OEB eh. Kaso na ako, ay si OEB, si Domingkite ba?
His individual decision making to a bigger effect when it came to the game.
Ayan o,
Looking at the highlights here.
nakascore kasi si Doming.
Where we're gonna start right into
Nakapag-farm na maayos si Doming guys.
actually First Lord. We start here, and you know this was a constant dance. I feel like, and again, chess match between the objective
Yeah,
base
live now sa
specifically. And
YouTube.
this one is where TL got that advantage when Carl Tizzy was pushing across the map, and then they collapsed down on here. So imagine this fight breaks out for Aurora, and their learning process from this, you know, and this is where Domingkite, keep an eye on Domingkite here. He's got so much space to work with. He's clumped up with the rest of the team. Great initiation from Light with the tech charge to go ahead and catch out a couple members of TL, and then they just capitalize on it. And even this, again, OHEB can't really escape from this, you know, and that's pretty much just Domingkite's game for this Granger. Even this Lord, it could have came down to a retribution.
Hello John Smith, hello SHDWN9, hello, hello Relesi, hello.
They kind of just had to throw themselves.
Hello everyone.
Try to take the Lord.
Yeah, and it's interesting because as the game went on, Aurora, every time they saw Sanford's Uranus, they were just like, hey, we shouldn't be
Hello
shy about
Jericho,
bringing
hello
this
sa
guy
inyong
down
lahat
because we got
guys, good
that much pressure
afternoon.
on the CC
Alive ko lang rin,
and the front
kanina lang.
control, meaning that there's gonna be no one to help protect the back line. So
Maganda
every
mga
time they
laban
saw that
ngayon
Uranus,
guys.
it was like, blast
Gusto,
him.
wait lang, tingnan ko
Now
nga
we're
mga
not gonna
laban
kill him, but
ngayon.
at least we're forcing out this
Tingnan ko lang mga
consecration and
laban
bringing
guys
down
ah.
low, and then they time another dive after that. I think that was one of the biggest shifts that Aurora did. Instead of
Kaya natin
bringing
mga laban ngayon
Sanford
guys.
Uranus down low, then backing off and resetting, allowing him to heal. It's like,
So,
oh, he's
ngayon,
slow. Okay,
best of
let's continue
3,
the fight.
Aurora versus Team Liquid. Mamaya, next game.
Super high execution. This is a very difficult comp to pull off. And they actually
Next
almost
game
did.
pala
There's
ni
so
Aurora
potential.
versus Yangon.
Good for them, right?
Aurora
The game was
Turkey versus
relatively
Yangon
equal until we
Galacticos.
got to that point
Tapos
where
third game,
Sanji got picked off, and then
third
we
game
saw
SRG
that
tsaka Team Spirit.
we have to go for a fight because Sanji's gonna be down for so long.
Tapos,
They gotta go for it, push
Alter
in. Sanji
Ego
won't
versus
be able to
Onyx.
respond in time, and that's why it just got
Solid
so
ah, solid ng mga
botched.
laban ah.
Having said that, I think
Solid
I would
mga
much
laban,
rather
guys.
have what we were expecting in the draft.
Sino
which
manalo?
is
Wala
Sanford
pa, guys.
Playmaker instead of this Uranus, right?
Thank
We
you sa
saw-
controller,
Yes,
Raven.
grabe.
Bigyan mo pala ako
We
controller.
don't like the
Thank you,
Uranus,
thank you.
especially when it's on
Binigyan-
Sanford, because
Bay na,
Sanford
gumano na kami,
can
oh.
actually put
Tingnan.
the team on his back when it gets heavy. So
Thank you sa
even if
pusa.
you want to say
Claric.
pick like
Thank you po,
Uranus,
thank
have something with more oomph. I think like an
Kaya
Atlas.
gumalo ah.
Yeah, high impact is what we're looking for. And if you want some impactful upgrades,
Gumalaw.
your performances, finally someone got the Realme 15 Pro outside of Gideon.
Damn, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you guys have it yesterday?
We had it, yeah.
Oh, you had it?
We've
All
had
right.
it- Had it a few days now.
Yeah, a few days.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, because the day we did it, we couldn't really brag about the AI gaming codes and consecutive skills features, the perfect preset combo with just
Ay,
one
gumalaw
tap,
ang camera
all
ko,
those
ah.
macros, being able to guide your strategy and
Ano, ano?
elevating your execution, the full AI powered edge. We couldn't do that when it was stuck inside Gideon. But so I'm glad that you guys got it out of him.
That's right. I forgot that it was inside Gideon.
Yeah. We don't want to get into this.
Ah, kung sino matalo dito, lower bracket guys. Kung sino matalo, lower bracket.
Package. You play, we carry. Realme 15 Pro, the M7
Ano,
official
ano ko?
gaming phone. And I
Wala
like
pa,
how
sa
now it's
maayos yun,
decided that, hey, if
Miles!
it's an ad-lib segment, you know what?
Miles,
it's
tabi
time
chat ka,
to
Miles!
just highlight
Ni
nice.
data
But,
ni
hey,
Sanford
it's a
7
special
Hindi
friend
malupit
here.
yung
What's up,
Sanford
baby?
guys. No need na yan.
You,
Malupit na yung Sanford.
gotta do the voice, man.
Oh, it's gonna be me? Hello, friends. I have returned.
Labas tayo mamaya, libre kita.
Me right here.
Sige,
The
start.
cheerful
Di ako.
buddy.
Oy, di yan, di yan.
That is me.
Diyan, diyan.
Here at the M7 World Championship,
Yaka,
I'm here
yaka.
to cheer you all up.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
darn cute.
Ang cute naman na ito. Ano yung V? Ba't may V? Hello, I am V.
Pangalan yan, V.
Sino yung V? Si Venus?
Yan, yung
Is here for
top
the
yan.
teams to cheer. Because, hey, you know what? You can bring me anywhere. Because Visa's vision is being everywhere you want to be. Bring it around everywhere.
Venus ata yan guys.
I'm here at M7 to experience the world of gaming and esports alongside all the amazing Wait, Wait, put that in me.
Nakagutom guys, legit. Ano masarap orderin guys?
I don't know if it be.
Ano masarap orderin
Double
guys?
V now.
Sa pusa, tingin sa pusa.
It's
Larik,
Visa.
boss Raven,
Stay
thank you.
fast, stay secure. Me the champion you
laro.
wanna
Ah.
be. Me the real MVP.
Napakanta mo, Masing Comte. Masing
Get
Comte
it?
ba?
Get it? Yeah! Big play starts small. It's
Zero
Visa.
daw muna sila.
Wow, I like V's
Dilar o
energy.
Santos? Dilar,
Well,
kampo si
actually,
Dilar dati.
Yeah, that's his final form.
Dilar
Mga
nagkatabi,
masarap
Dilar
orderin,
versus
guys.
Santos dati.
Totally different today.
Yeah,
Kung nagkasalubong ng prime yan, maganda rin
Somebody
na
do the
laban yan.
M7 pass.
All right.
Mess me up.
I got you.
got
Okay,
you. Got us.
Just like the M7 pass got you guys at home. It went live
God,
on January 1st.
Kagutom
You grab all the
na yun.
awesome awards, exclusive awards like Granger's, Thunder,
Ang
Ascendant.
sarap
You've been seeing it all on
magtinapay,
M7, guys.
legit
The Cosmic
lang.
Finale Prime Skin form. The M7 figurine, by the way. Can't
Oh
wait to see
my
it.
lord.
Battle effects, Prime
I need
Map
my
Counter,
Popcorn
and
ba?
we
May
need the
popcorn
diamond.
ba ako
Full time,
dito?
please.
Hey, there's more.
Wait
There's
nga
another
lang,
free
tanungin
skin.
ko nga yung ano ko.
Ganacontra's Solar Spark
What?
for free. You can get it for free. The fan
Damn.
favorite M5 Yuzhong skins and the
You need
revamped
the
M
diamond.
Championship skins are also making a limited time return. Don't miss out on these.
Bread
wonderful
ata masarap
awards.
eh.
I can't wait. Dude,
Sa
I know it's our last day here next
Exert
up.
ako dyan, pre.
I hope we have to have the figurine in tennis.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
Who's gonna win in game 2? I think Team Liquid Philippines
Yeah.
guys.
Don't have the figurine to show off.
Team Liquid
we have V,
Philippines.
Oh, we have V. Okay.
V can probably beat the Prime
Yan.
Granger.
Yeah, you just like
Para kitang kita
you
guys.
swipe the card and then
He's
you buy him.
Yeah, he's technically global, by the way. He's number 1 global.
He's #1 global.
Yeah.
You can use it for everything and
Anything.
Yeah. And he's always the MVP.
You know what? You can probably use your Visa card to get the diamonds you need for the M7 pass
You
Uy,
should.
ayaw mga
Yeah,
camera
Visa,
ko.
make that purchase now. Don't
Oh,
hesitate.
while you're playing
Nice.
on your Realme.
Yeah, while you're playing your money, if you don't have a Realme, buy yourself a Realme too.
Yeah.
Money is meant to be spent
Nice.
while you're drinking your Red Bull.
while drinking your Red Bull and sitting on your secret lab.
Oh.
Hire us.
Secret
Anyways,
lab.
game number 2. I think we're all in the
Simon
agreement
Nelson
here that when it comes to the picks, there's only one thing that we would have
Party
changed.
pick
It was
yan.
just
Tingnan
really
KFC
make sure you
Philippines.
get more impact.
What the hell?
By the way,
Alam mo na lang ako,
this is,
sponsor ng mga
the question
KFC.
that we have. Which hero was more OP?
Hindi
If
pa,
you
hindi pa
remember
laglag ako
the
ni Kinda,
M6
guys.
Bruno, or is it the M7 Claude? It's pick or pass. Comment down below. Was it M6 Bruno or M7 Claude?
You want to say it together?
Oh yeah,
Go to count of 3.
1,
M7
2,
Claude ata,
3.
okay.
M6 Bruno.
Yeah.
All right, you guys just want to say the whole thing. I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean that's the
M7
actual
Ay,
choice.
hindi.
M6
M6
Bruno.
walang
That
iyak.
was an A, right? So there should be a lot of A's in chat.
Bruno
I
M6
think A
ba?
for
Walang
sure,
iya?
dude. Like the
B.
Claude is broken, but the A
Ah, sa
was
bagay,
like-
walang iya nga yun, pero
Dude,
parang
Bruno
Rip
was
rip yung
different,
Claude.
especially.
Why are people saying B, dude? Recency bias.
It's recency bias. I think some people
M6
just
Bruno,
forgot
walang
how
iya.
yeah,
Dahil sa may
broken
ano,
Bruno was that they had
sa
to
may
release a
ano,
patch
yung build. Di
mid-tournament
mapalayo ng range.
Yeah.
just to make sure
Bruno
people
Nobas yung
stop
mapalayo ng
spamming
range.
Bruno.
Everybody saying B.
Ano
You're
mga
new
ano
gen,
build
bro.
dyan?
You forgot about M6, man.
You
Malefic
forgot
gun
about
ba yun?
Malefic
Malefic
Gun
gun?
Bruno.
You forgot about Melfic,
Dun-
Malefic
dun
Gun
nag-
Bruno,
nag-OP si
brother.
Bruno kasi
I don't
layo
know what
ng
to say to
range.
you guys. I'm disappointed, yo.
It was a legitimate
Ano
problem.
ba? Dahil sa
Yeah.
Malefic
It's
gun.
rare. I think it's one of the 2 or
Putek,
3
mga
times
ball
we've
na
had to
Malefic
release a
gun yun,
patch
napakaduga.
mid-international tournament.
The thing is, like, the Claude, we've seen counters to it. Like,
Yeah.
Innocent played the Sora, we saw the Freya. Bruno was like, all right, we try Granger. Bonked. We try,
Ba't di meron si
the only
Roger?
thing
May
that
Roger
worked was
boss?
actually Layla.
Layla.
But even then, are you
Ay,
willing to
maganda
risk
ano ka.
going
Camera
on
ka.
Layla twice?
Pero kaya
right?
jungle.
It's not really
Kaya
a...
jungle. Pero mas trip ko lang si ano, mas trip ko lang si
Gold Lane March.
Na, let's go.
Oo lang yan.
Was it
Dahil
Iritha?
sa Malefic
Wait,
yan,
was it Iritha?
napakalayo ng
Iritha
range si
got
Layla, lalo pa lumayo.
Yeah,
eh.
Bruno. Yeah. The
Well, no,
Iritha
when it was
great.
like banned out, like your
Iritha
tail would pop up,
Wala,
right?
Right,
si
yeah.
Mero,
So
wala
then you would
si
see
Mero.
everything come up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
It's kinda like the Claude right now.
Ano,
But is it... Now, which one? Bruno? I think Bruno's
Yeah,
still-
definitely Bruno. By the way, we're going again on Flying Cloud, so expect another 20-ish minute game here.
Another long game. I mean, it makes sense because of the
Nagdalawa
clouds.
Malefic yan.
Teams are more hesitant
Yeah,
to
tayo, boss.
continuously be aggressive. It's like, hey, that guy can easily come back through a cloud and then mess us all up. So now Liquid will take out the pick that gave them a lot of problems, which was actually Light's Grok.
Oh, I think they're trying to open the Claude, man.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan here for TL, especially being on
that
the
or
blue side.
Tucson?
Yeah, there's a again with the quality blue side first picks. There's a lot. Kalea, Claude, Jushin. We've also seen
Ala.
we've
Dito,
seen
on the
the
line.
occasional like Cho pick
Yeah.
first pick.
Bakit?
I don't think that's gonna happen. But I
Kailan?
think they
Ngayon?
want to see if Aurora will go ahead and ban out the Cloud or not.
Hindi mo sinabi agad.
I like the Yuzong, man, by the way. Killed the man
Nakalive
as
ako
well.
eh. Lakas mo.
Yeah, lots of pressure to the back line. There's a lot
Tarantado.
of trades. I wonder if we're gonna see
No,
Kalia
kabila.
snuffed out again.
Well, they go with the Jushin ban.
She was
Ano
neither
nga,
banned
sino
nor
ba?
picked in the last one. They were just like,
Post
let's
drop,
ignore
post
that
drop.
hero.
Gadget na lang.
And we didn't change
Grab.
the map, so what if?
Luzong.
Took out the juice in.
Alam ko Fiesta baliw.
The
Perfect
Nakita ko may-
hero
liquid.
that was banned out in the first phase is still open right now. Eve, Low Yi. Both of them still on
Baban
floor,
ata
and I
nila
wouldn't be
YSS
surprised
eh.
if Liquid
Bibigay
are
ba nila
also
YSS?
picking up the Low Yi if
Ito
it's
dyan
gonna
si
be
Ito.
available for them later on. But if it goes into the second phase and Sanji still
Marami si
doesn't
Dilar.
have their pick,
Ito na,
Yeah.
iyan sa
I
mic.
don't think Aurora's
Ay,
gonna be willing to give
si
the
ano,
Low Yi to
si Kurt.
Sanji.
Lang,
Yeah, I mean, there's the Eve ban.
So they would
Yes,
much rather
yes,
go up
ito
against a
na lang
Claude than a Eve. Wow.
Yeah.
How
Oo nga.
does Doming play Freya?
I think they can.
Ba't wala pa na
Okay,
Ah.
YSS.
YSS, Flood.
Yeah.
So they go
Nagbigayan
and
sila
block
Flood
that.
YSS ah.
Right, probably gonna go fighter. I wouldn't be surprised
Ano
if
kaya
they
yun
double
ni-
down
ano
the
dito?
idea of like, alright,
Si
let's...
Sanford
Oh, wait,
dito.
no. With the Sora open, maybe we'll see
Ano yata,
Dominic play Sora
Sushin?
Walang
first
Ay,
time this
Sushin.
time.
Wala pala Sushin.
Nerf si Dance eh.
Yeah, actually.
Tagal na ulti niya eh.
But since you have the YSS already, that you have to kind of consider that
Gatot
it
na yan,
would
gatot
potentially
na.
be a
Daddy
fight of
JP.
gold. Also,
Gatots.
with TL getting themselves to Claude here, knowing that there's a YSS, I'm wondering if, since they banned out the Fredrin, like, are we going to see
Ayan.
Din ni Carl.
Karltesi on an assassin? Okay, he's going to go
Lancelot.
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 This is what we were asking yesterday, you know, the Lancelot was
May
slept
pang-F-com
on
Simbad eh.
yesterday.
Uranus pa rin.
Oh, and so this is, how do you feel about this, Mirko? I mean, you just mentioned, I know, you don't want to see Sanford on the Uranus.
I'm sticking to it,
Yeah,
man. I
that's
think
not
again,
diba?
like he still does really well on the Uranus, you know, as the best XP in my opinion, but not as crazy impact-wise as, you know, a normal Santa pick. And you know what I mean by normal Santa, you know, the Glues, the Lapus, the Utahs, all that.
Not gonna lie, I thought they would pull the trigger on an early Alice pick.
Oh, last
Considering the
na blood
potential
niya yun.
best routes for Roar right now,
Yeah.
most of the picks won't have enough good damage profile to mess up on Alice
Hal-
up until
hal
maybe
si
the
ano?
13th or
Last
14th
ba nung ano,
pick.
M7?
If
Kaya
this
kari.
really gets stretched
Kuhaan nyo.
out.
Last ba
So
na
the fact that
M7
they go
guys?
Uranus here is like,
Last na M7 sound?
they
Legit
just
ba?
want, yes, they're not gonna get the crowd
Baka
control,
may
big
malang,
setup and impact, but it's like they just want Sanford to be a sponge.
Yeah.
To stand there now with a
There you
Lunox
go.
open, they're gonna feel the pain.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. Like picking it up
Napaglapo
this
eh,
early,
nakakayos
especially on
yun.
blue side, means that red 3 can be a proper response to it. So there you go.
I almost expected them to pick up their mid here, but they did go with the Uranus, so that's already locked in, so that's already in place. With a Lunox across from them, that makes it scarier because, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, your only really plan
Yan,
after
nininahan
the
ko,
Uranus there
guys.
is to provide that space that's needed with a Lancelot and the
Top
Claude
five
to
goal
work
Ninaan ko
with.
na.
Ezra,
Makes it a little bit
Innocent,
easier, alleviate some of that
Owen,
pressure
Domin.
for Lancelot specifically. But
No,
now
guys,
you have to think, all right, what do they want to like complement
Hello
this with?
guys.
And so for
Napakabarkalian.
no, man, I don't, because the Hylos is taken. They are the
Nice,
ones that banned out the Grok. So what do we think? I don't think he
Oh,
wants
Super
to. You wouldn't want to pick a
Super
Joe
Mario
here. You
Ruben.
wouldn't.
Benefit.
What other roams have we seen?
Gatot.
I mean, yeah,
Chip? Like I don't.
Ooh.
You want to go chip?
Kalma lang guys ha, kalma lang.
The Uranus
Masyadong
actually makes
mainit
a
siya
lot
eh.
more sense, but
yeah, maybe
Hey,
that's why
Sanford.
they picked it up early on. He can just be a sponge, while the chip goes
Ano yun na
around.
lang
This
Sanji
might be
dito?
Kimmy chip.
yeah. The
Pag ano yun Sanji?
Eve ban is really, really good.
Kagura
Good
nag-sort.
Like,
Sora.
Aurora really read into
Ay,
it.
hindi.
They banned the
Baban
juice
nyo lang
in
kari.
TL.
Sort ano yun Sanji dito? Sort.
Usually you would be like, why would you ban the E? But it's actually to set up for Lunox because they were sniffing out that TL might want to go for the Uranus.
Okay lang din.
Ano?
Hero ni Sanji.
It is an
Maganda pa. Ay, walang parsa.
Wala nga. Wala yun din, wala.
Gago nga, no?
Wala din Eve Choosing.
Edward D.
Not enough
S
time,
niya,
so
okay.
are they gonna pull the trigger on the
At pamigay sa
Ako yan,
S-Men.
ayoko na.
chip
Ako yan,
JP,
ayoko
or
na.
are they gonna go for something
Ayoko na
safe?
maglaro.
Kiki, siya
Kadita.
To master
Mahirap
the
kasi
fight.
dito
eh.
Ganda.
Ako, balin na yan. Balin pinakamalapit.
Maganda rin
Mga
pala din
bagay
pala.
lang.
Kaso wala.
Siya kukuha.
Mahirap. Wala rin siya kukuhanin.
Is that
Hindi,
good?
yung lights lang, yung lights.
Oh, Mickey. Mickey ata, Mickey.
So
Kimi to.
Khalid set up
Ay,
potential.
Lilia. Ayoko na.
Wow!
Pwede nga rin Lilia ka.
Yung nga, sort kinalimutan mo
This
Lilia
stat
mo.
is not
Yeah, not updated.
Tikit lang.
Lamang si Lilia dyan sa Lunox.
Oh, Aurora sword.
Against Falcons.
Lilia.
They lost
Basta
Dati-
tama
to
first
Lilia.
ni Lilia,
Dati
labang.
nung-
Lilia.
dati
Ito
nung
mga first kill
nagnalo-
ng Lilia, labang
Dati.
nalunok.
Aurora is front
Wala
to
na.
back. Yes, you can dive with the falling star.
Dati
but
pa yun
Aurora is
kasi
bad for the
hindi
Hylos
na
walking in
full
front of you.
full stack
That's not
si
gonna be
ano
the
eh.
time.
Mababab si Lilia, di ba, Sort? Nakita ko sa Facebook, totoo ba yun, Sort? Mababab si
Ano?
Lilia? Mababab si Lilia, totoo yan.
Nabap na eh.
Nabap na ba?
Nata eh. Oo, nabap na
Yung ano, may purify, yung ano niya, ulti.
Ay, legit ba? Di pa, wala pa.
Kunyari, ano, na-stun ka, pwede ka pa rin mag-ulti. Oo, hindi nga. Totoo ba yun, guys? Nakita ko yun eh.
Tanga na yun. Tanga na, open naman ng ganun.
There
Oo
you
nga
go.
eh.
That's the answer.
Pinos ni Fuego.
Yeah.
Ano oras
Ay,
na sa
Freya!
inyo?
Did not think this was gonna happen. They were like,
Okay, okay.
yeah, Domain can't
Freya!
play
Ganda,
Freya.
ganda
That's
Freya,
what we
ganda
got
Freya,
because,
gagi, wala
Okay, bawal yan. Bawal dito,
Now,
mamaya.
it's a
Pero si Domen, guys, bago yan sa Aurora.
Hindi ko lang nakita dito sa M series. May naglilia na.
In Swiss, I don't know.
No.
Didn't. But I'm sure, like, they
Sorry,
test
sorry.
it out in scripts,
Laba,
like,
ganda
the
ng
answers,
Aurora,
for
ganda
sure,
pick ng
right? So
Aurora
it's
pre
like,
ah.
But like, how confident are you? How fast did you learn a new hero? Did you pick up a new hero
Walang
that's so
pipigil sa
Wala
pre ah.
to.
Sarap mangal
You've
to ko
seen
niyan.
from Domain?
because
Nandiyan ba sa Claude yan, Freya?
hasn't that been the
We're
only way to
live!
deal with Claude, though?
Hindi naman
Hindi
super
nagkakapag
confident.
RG.
So
Kailangan
ano?
niya pag ganun. Nagkakamla ka pag
Yeah,
Pero,
but this is the most
Kaya
success.
nang
Yes,
Most
you're right.
successful
malalo sa
for Freya
lane din.
Ilan guess
Sa
mo
early
dyan?
syempre.
Okay.
Mahirap kaya sa lane.
It's gonna be game
Di
2.
naman, boss G.
5 lang, 5.
Looking forward to seeing
Dap
what's gonna
ata
happen
niya eh.
here. Will Aurora
Sino
move
ba
on
lamang sa Dap?
forward and send the team looking to complete the golden
Ganun
road
natin.
to the lower bracket? Or are we gonna see a
Boss,
game
sige,
number
guys.
3?
Lamang ata ano eh, left side eh.
Sa alunok, talagkitin niya mga yan.
Lamang ata ano?
Boss on the game.
Mataba o.
Lamang ano, liquid sa drop. Liquid ako dito sa drop.
Or hindi si ano, si Lilia.
Oh, and he's also
Pag mataba yan, lagkit ang ulo nila lahat dyan.
Emblem, man, you know, so
Ito pala,
Might be
pagkakalahin
looking
lang
at-
yan yan.
knowing just
Ni
Domen
Lord si Hylos. Si
in
Lilia na
general,
bahala
as
sa
he
ano, mga
likes to
backline
lane, he
kay
likes to
Domen,
just
kay
duel it out,
Bruno.
you know?
Get Axos, wait lang.
Oy, oy!
Oh my
Uy,
goodness,
nasolo
almost a
kill.
solo kill up top, both flickers
Oh,
early
tama
on.
Di na kaya ni ano yan. Di na kaya ni Uranus yan ngayon sa Esmeralda.
We call this like the dead lane.
Pangit kasi yung Uranus eh. Ano? Hintay mo pa magka-20 stack ka bago ka makapalag. Dati pwede mo i-solo kill yan sa Esmeralda eh.
Ano pag Lilia ni Marky? Pag Lilia ko yan, alam mo na, lista mo na, boss G. Ganyan mga kalaban.
Ngayon hindi na kaya i-solo kill ng Uranus sa Esmeralda.
May bomba-bomba ka sa akin yan.
Zero wins
Parang
against
ako
the Freya.
nag-ML.
Kumbaga, sure ball manalo sa lane si Esme.
Sa tingin ko gagana. Walang
Dati ano pa eh, 50-50. Pag hanggang level 4, 50-50 pa yan.
sarap buhay na.
Ngayon ano na, 70-30 na.
Sansui ba yung nasa baba? Exalt yan.
I remember Al would pack weapon mastery with it.
Kung mga bansin Subi.
Okay, ow.
Yeah, GZG.
So maybe it is the default one, the Sanji. Oh,
Kasalamin.
Liquid ako dito, liquid 2-1.
from UN. There you go.
Aurora to, Aurora 2-0. Aurora 2-0, Aurora 2-1.
Yeah.
Pressure.
That's a Whooper Awin. Thank you sa
You see
coins.
there why you pick it
Wala
up
sila
up against the
target
line of the
yun.
Lunox. You can blast it down
Ano
Ano
early
dito
on.
nakabase yung laro ata?
So-
Sa Freya. Kung gaano kalapit.
Pag
ng
nag-ulti
Freya.
yung Claude first kill lang ng Freya. Ah, makakancel yan. Ay, knock up.
Kaka-cancel yun, cancel yun.
Yung talon, yung talon.
Oo, oo nga, yun nga rin, yung duet, wala kakancel sa duet. Kundi si Freya lang.
Free
With this,
Free duet to ah.
Gonna be a little bit of it's gonna be a bit
Turtle
dependent
fight,
on
turtle
this
fight,
Lilia pick,
lamang,
just because again we haven't seen it.
Top kayo guys,
It's down
tayo
to
tayo
second
magandang
team.
laban
We've
no.
seen
Pare,
it
oy.
lost just
Turtle
yesterday.
fight natin.
It works great against the Hylos, for example, like you
Nangyari.
mentioned, but fighting for this
Gagi, may
turtle.
Freya sa third.
Uy, kung may Freya, wala akong ohip.
Oh,
Wala.
may Freya, ubos sa Aurora. Aray mo, may imbidan pa ng blue.
Ina, may Freya.
Aray mo.
Purple buff will be taken
Gagi,
away.
papalupaluin sila sa
Kasi
budbunan
naman
ni
ako
Daddy
dyan.
Freya.
Pinakpakan ako ng
Daddy
Freya.
Freya.
At the start of the game.
Si Daddy Freya, papalupaluin sila sa budbunan yan.
Objective secured for Aurora. A bit of
Sino live site
no
yan?
much,
Ah, sige,
not
larat.
much in the goal department though, but
Flood
it's
lang
still
din ka sa
showing that
tapat
this
nila eh.
team fight
Sa tapat niya,
potential right
kaya
now is
nakapag-
going to favor them. Dominkai should be fine. Wants his gold crown.
Wow, and he gets it, but now the lazy duet comes through.
Domingue, walang
Domain
ulti.
taken
Ito, Domain,
down.
yes.
Light with the walk up now. Goes
First
for the
na
stun.
naman
Yung
kasi
Down
ano.
to
ni Hylos yung
JP.
duet, hindi.
And
Yung
it is
makakancel lang
betrayed
sa ano
by
guys,
TL.
sa duet.
Well, that's the
Knock up.
opening. Dive in
Knock up
with the
suppress,
latest farm
tas
when you
petrify.
can. Good read there by Team Liquid to see that Dom and Kite is susceptible to getting dove on, even force the flicker out.
Honestly, that was more on Domain though, right?
He
'Cause, like,
wanted the gold crown.
yeah, dude, he had a lot of ways to just get out of there, but he's like, no, this is my gold crab. At least he got it. At least he got the gold
He
crab.
got the gold crab, but
But for
Wala
his
na
life.
siyang
for his
Ano
difference.
yun,
I
no?
don't know,
Ni
that's-
light yung
Even
turtle eh, no?
maybe don't be
Nakuha ng
afraid
second
to-
skin.
hey, whatever
Pero
works
flood
right
game din
now.
to,
I mean,
guys,
he's
pag
in
Hindi pa, pag natalo dito, hindi pa laglag, guys.
Kaso, pag sinabayan, pag mataba si Yue, tapos sinabayan niya yung duet, kaya ni Yue. Mamamatay si OHEB dito.
Correctly, bro.
Uy, correctly, bro. Walang boots yun, ah. 3 minutes.
It'll be interesting to see how that second turtle breaks out. Right now, Hunter Strike being locked
Ay!
in
Yun!
for Demon Kite. Carl
Ay,
TZ
di pala.
doing his thing,
Kala ko
waiting
yung
for that
talagang
purple
buhay niya.
buff to be up. So, nothing too much to happen right now. Now, one thing that could change this is just like we saw with the Grok in the previous game in the hands of Light. Now, JP, like we've seen before with the Khalid, you can really set that favorable team fight up if you get that Raging Sandstorm the way you want to. But it's also good in a way that you know you can heal up. You're using that Quicksand Guard if you have to. But right now, it just seems like Aurora Gaming is going to be poked down and deal with this poke. Turtles up. There it is, Raging Sandstorm.
Great one on Demon Kai. Sanford not gonna use a flicker. Just goes for it in the end with a
Ganun lang ni 40 guy.
And that's a
Quality
kill on the
40.
jungler early.
Baka na susustain
As
kahit
the turtles
domino
fall
kasi ano
in.
Yue.
Picking it up. Brilliance coming down now. Blazing to it from OHEB.
Gago, nalagkad.
Gets away with the glorious pathway and the revitalize
Diba,
this
OP
time.
masyado pag ginawang untargetable yung duet. Magka-quit level na ako pag naging untargetable yung blazing duet, guys.
Aurora's purple buff.
Great rotational reads by JP. Coming out of nowhere, Sanford covering for him to secure the kill onto Demon Kai. This Carl is a menace.
Okay, I don't think they're gonna get more off of that. They're just trying to cause some chaos now on this side of the jungle. Carl TZ's there though.
Bida na
Yeah,
invade.
it takes
Okay, may
the
ganap
worst
ba?
of
Walang
all
ganap.
Demon
Let's
Kai.
try to go live.
At least Demon Kai gets the green camp though. Shoots the arrow.
5-8, 5-17, naging.
Right now, that advantage for Carl TZ is
Umusog
nearly
tayo ng
level
2
9.
seconds.
I don't know, man. Apex Predator and Uranus, that's not usually 2 and 2. You don't put them together, but in the hands of Sanford, he does make it work. Again, able to be very
Ayun nga,
much of a
pwede rin.
threat
Top boot
still
sa
in this
ano.
hero.
Top boot sa Lilia.
And you can see he's got the
Babawasan mo
device
yung
now.
slow duration ng ano.
Big goal for Demon Kai.
Mahirapan nata Esme dito, guys.
Second, JP goes back for the healing. Demon Kai has to respect it. They get zoned away
Pero
from his
kayo
own
guys,
jungle.
tingin nyo guys,
OHEB.
pag Lilia kalaban,
Bottom lane
ano
there,
mas
blazing
pipiliin
away,
nyo?
shift
Kasi
them
hanggang
away.
hindi ko alam,
Demon
yung
Kai
top boots,
again
top
stopped
boots nababawasan mo
to
yung slow
walk back
duration.
to
Oy, wait.
Lion
OHEB.
having a hard time protecting
Patay ata si
his
Doming
jungle
dito.
because of everything else happening. Doming!
BMI flicker.
Uy, nagkamali siya ng ulti.
BMI back.
Yun
Doming.
lang.
Hey guys, ano opinion guys? Top boots? Top boots kasi,
Yun lang.
si resilience tapos slow.
Patay na
tapos
dapat si
bawasan mo yung slow
OHEB,
duration.
guys.
I don't know.
Or
Pinag-oracle sa Sanford.
rapid
May
boots
S
sa
na
ano.
eh.
Considering that's afraid, the wings also
Bawasan mo yung
were
slow
broken.
percentage, Ben. Wait nga lang, kalimutan ko na.
Red Bull there, Doming.
Slow duration yung
Yeah,
top boots,
it's wings
yung
for
rapid
sure.
boots, slow
Yeah, I don't know, man.
percentage
Like, this
ata.
is...
Like, kung
That's
ano,
not good
rapid.
for the Freya. Again, the stat
Mabilisan nga.
being 0-3 for Claude, but right now this is also, once again, Dominkai's...
Baka ikaw delay.
This is his first Freya.
Hindi nga ako delay, kulit mo.
Mid.
Sanji is going to be taken low. Actually flickers out. Safety Edward jumps on the turret, picks up the kill, but now will fall as
Patay na
well.
si Edward.
To the Thorn Rose of
naman
Carl
ako delay.
TZ. OHEB.
Ayun,
Almost getting
rapid
caught by
boots,
Demon Kai's mounted
35%
shotgun.
Wala.
slow reduction.
Ano na to?
Yung top
Liquid
boots,
na to,
slow
guys?
duration.
Pag gantong sitwasyon, liquid na to.
Pag ganyan, picker poison na lang eh, no?
Trade it out. That's a losing trade because you lose a flicker.
They're getting
Yeah.
desperate, I feel, because scaling is getting tough for them, right? Like, TL are
O
just
ano,
dominating
11 to 9
every
no?
part of the
11 to
map.
9
Yeah, it's a
gago.
two-level lead between
11
Carl
si
TZ and
Carlito,
Demon
guys.
Kai.
Yeah, it's the same story that I was saying from game 1. You know, this is what Carl
Push it.
TZ
Oy, shout
does.
sa'yo, Drew.
Against
Ikaw ba, Drew?
Demon Kai. We know
Ano
that
boots
they've
mo pag
shared
mage
words
ka
and
tas Lilia
sentiments
kalaban
even
mo, rapid
seasons
o
ago
top boots?
back in MPL Philippines. And it's always great to see. I always
Ikaw yung
love to see
ano
them
dito eh,
face off in the
coach
jungle.
potential. Ay,
But
ikaw.
yeah, I have to agree with you guys. I think right now Aurora Gaming is taking a little bit too many risks, like we just saw from Domin Kai,
interesting
and
dito
now
ka sa liquid
even from
mo.
Edward burning that
Spinning
flicker
the
under the
Euro
turret,
overlap.
pick up a kill, but it looks like
Very
they do want to go
interesting.
ahead and set themselves up to at least contest
Top
that
boots,
Lord when
boss,
it does
boss
come up.
versatile
Looking
may
at the
magic
items
def.
here,
Pwede rin, kasi
you can
may
see
CC ano
Edward,
rin,
he's
di ba?
got only that
CC ano?
enchant talisman. He's got the boots working on his next. Even on the other
Aray.
side, hold on.
May CC. Parang dalawang bigay ng ano, no?
Execution!
Top boots,
No!
ano din.
Sanford gets the kill there. And
Wala na yan.
almost
Liquid na yan, guys. Liquid na yan. Lista nyo na.
This feels like Demon Kai
Arcane or CG.
went into the game and is
Mechanic
on
na
hard.
si sidestep.
Yeah, like
Mechanic si
This is-
sidestep. Ano yun?
he
Ano?
doesn't have any
Dadasal
space
na
to
lang?
work with.
Dadasal ka lang, Drew. Bili arcane. Mas dadasal na lang.
Wala, di ka naniniwala sa akin. First game, Aurora. Second game, Liquid eh. Third game, Liquid ulit.
Tapos papasarapin ng Aurora. Third game, Aurora na.
so
Ano rin.
much juggling. Here comes Doming. Why? Why?
Laban na laban ko sa Aurora, Sir, ta. Mga kakaiba prediction mo.
Doesn't have enough damage, but they bait out a glorious pathway and a
Wala naman lang.
revitalize.
Dude, I think it's just too much. I think Aurora Gaming is just
Baka para
like too
magkalaban tayo,
much is
lagi
going
tayo
on the
magkakaroon
map
ng
that they
ilang
have to
araw,
deal with, that they're just kind of overstepping
super
and
ano.
making mistakes.
Para may drill.
I think JP showing off why he has 6
Delay
kids
to
now.
exert. Oh, 2 weeks.
He's made Aurora Gaming his kids
Uy,
this
uy,
game.
iba yan ah.
Again, it was the Kali.
Yeah, well.
Ang pogi na exert talaga.
Everywhere. And
Hindi ko malaw, sir. Malapit na yan.
Gagi, gagi.
Malapit na yung mga viewers dito, sabi.
shows up at the worst possible
gumalaw,
time
ganda
for
mo.
the season, Shin.
Dude, it gets worse. Demon Kite 4
Wala nga si Carl,
Baba,
nakuha wala nga si Carl.
Easy.
Hindi mo pa lang eh.
You know,
Baka na, sir.
it's
2
been
weeks
Wala
na yan.
ata. Ay,
Tapos
hindi
yun
pa
lang,
lang. Ano
golden
lang.
road,
Tapos
kita
na eh.
forward.
Ano lang ako eh.
Probably not gonna happen. Look at
Tapos
this.
na,
Just
basta.
kind of Demon Kite
Tapos na.
doesn't really
Ano na, win na.
have
Double
much of
yun
an
na ako.
angle anywhere
Sa match na to,
to make
double
a
yun na
move.
ako.
JP and Sanford
W ka na
alone.
dito, W.
Kind
Oh,
of
double
these
yun ako sa match na to,
obstacles
double
that
yun ako.
Naka plus 1 ka ata dyan ah.
Ay, baka sabihin dyan.
Bugbog na yun sa liquid, guys. Bugbog na yun sa liquid.
For them to get a free lord.
Linis ang laro, Carlia. Boss, wala si Plap. Wala si Plap. Ano, naka-family day.
Alam mo bakit? Kasi mahihirapan na yung ano. Yung Esmeralda, mahihirapan na yun humarap. Sobrang sakit na ng Claude. Tsaka ng Lilia, may item na.
Ni Innocente. Lakas ni Innocent.
It's about to be 10.
So, makatapat si Innocente.
He's very, very behind.
Winning condition sana ng Aurora dito, sobrang dapat ni Demon Kite eh. Kaso, ang ano niya wala siya masyadong item. Tinan nyo, 5.1k lang yung pera niya, Demon Kite. Kaya wala, GGN. GGN.
Uy.
Yung tatrataduin na lang ni Sanford dyan sa harap, guys.
Meng! Puta piso.
Kaya. Prayer naman.
Oh, tumama na lahat ng skill ng ng Aurora. Tumama na lahat ng skill.
Yes or no hero ba? Alam nyo ba guys?
Hirap pa rin.
Si Coach Panda, meron siyang hero na tinatawag na yes or no hero eh, kung nagagets nyo. Parang, ayun nga, high risk, high blood. In short ata. Yes or, high risk, high blood ata yun. Ay hindi, di high risk, high blood. Di pala mali, di high risk, high blood, ano pala? High risk, high reward, high risk, high blood tuloy. Nasanay na ako sa ganung ano. High risk, high reward pala, na ano. Na hero, ayun, Freya. Pero yung definition talaga nun ni ano, definition talaga nun ni Coach Panda si yes or no hero, pangko. Puro kasama rin yung Freya.
Crazy how Sanford standing there is what stopped Aurora from being able to successfully defend
High
the
risk, high
tower in
reward
the
yung
bot
Freya
lane.
na pick eh.
Has to be very frustrating right now.
Oo. Carl! Uy! Kala ko buhay pa.
Oh my god!
Grabe ko, Cartesi. Wow. Ayun na, Blazing the Wit ba yan? Blazing the
Hindi,
Wit.
ano pala high risk, high reward?
Yan, hintayin na lang Lord yan.
High risk, high reward pala. Saan kasi ako kay Kimpoy guys eh, yung tune niya high risk, high blood eh. Ayun na.
May ulti pa si Sanji, may ulti pa. Na-counter engage. Ubos ang Aurora. Oheb.
Okay, versus
Pinipit ang
Edward,
Sanford, oh.
blacklist!
Sanford!
Blacklist!
Sanford!
Take sa coins, Bella. GG nata, GG.
Ayun na, Sanford. First kill, second skill. First kill, second skill. Parang pumutok.
Anong do it guys?
Boom.
Walang ginagawa yung prayer guys. Naka-fight lang.
12 minutes. GG's sa Team Liquid.
Yung ulti niya rin, most of the time defensively ginagamit eh.
Nagkamay kuruha ng mga magkakampi dati. Tinititipihan tuloy siya.
Pangat ng prayer pick dun ah.
Oh my goodness, I think
Kung
they
Last
Kunwari
pick Freya siya, no?
na-
Last pick
Okay
Freya.
nga lang daw kasi sabi ni Dago.
Kari pa diba?
Pag nagsalita na si Carl, wala. Alam mo na.
Uy, Mark,
May-
get up.
Hindi, gagi, meron ping carry, pre. May Lilia.
Hirap.
Meron
Carl T. si Tusok. Carl
Ah,
Tuzok.
maganda
Kung
dun.
ako doon, pre, ano ko doon, Lilia diba?
I don't want to say
Sino
Granger
this
ulit?
left hand of myself against each other.
Granger
because
ulit?
Who knows? What if maybe
Oh,
right?
Granger ulit,
I just want
pwede.
to say, Oheb handled that
Open
game
the
really
Granger
well.
eh.
That was a Claude.
Wait lang.
Oo.
Okay
Kung
lang
nakalilia.
Granger eh.
He handled
Kesa,
eventually once
kesa,
it became
kesa
the
carry.
5v5 team fights around the map. It was a perfect game for him.
Gag, naglogi sila sa hero.
Gago pa jersey na
Legit.
itong
It's
liquid.
so demanding of
Logi sila sa hero, legit.
It's a last pick Freya.
Sana makabawi ng drop yung Aurora. Sana pantay. Lugi sa drop eh.
Ganda, 1-1.
Parang ano?
Ganda ng laro niya.
Pero maganda rin talaga yung yung
In out, kahit malaman na hindi ka
lower bracket yung Team Liquid Philippines kasi kayang-kaya ng Team Liquid Philippines lower bracket. Yung Aurora kasi medyo alanganin pag na lower bracket sila.
Ano?
in out.
Start.
I don't know,
Ha?
it's interesting enough
Saan ka
how
nanonood sa YouTube,
fast
ah?
the game scaled
Ano?
out of control.
Saan nanonood sa YouTube ba yun?
Sa stream relay pa rin, stream relay.
Yung future events pa din?
In the grand finals and
Future events. Parang ano, nire-refresh ko lang nire-refresh every 5 minutes. Ganun. Or pag walang ganap, nire-refresh ko. Para hindi ako delay.
Ano refresh? Paano refresh?
Ito, lang. Set ko sa yung video.
Familiarity. Like, we're gonna go
Bigyan ko
ahead,
sa video.
continue to put
Palagay
pressure on
to.
Demon Kite. The team has
Nakatayo
to
lang
make
yan
a
sa
choice.
gilid.
Do we respond and help
Sige,
Nire-refresh
sige.
ko.
or do we try to win
Pipinutin ko
somewhere
lang ulit.
Send mo
else?
sa akin.
But when
Hello guys! Hello Dian,
Yes,
Dinaan,
Mark.
hello gaming lover, hello
Nagtalo
hello
na, guys.
guys,
May lower
hello
brackets na
Octopus
tagis.
5, 6, 7, 8,
For you guys back at home,
Ang sarap na
Grabe
exert
naman
na,
mga
guys.
pangalan nyo.
held a 3-0
Wag na pagalawin sa exert,
record
comment kayo
against
dun
the
sa
Claw.
kanya.
This is
Huwag
the
na pagalawin.
first time in M7 where
Lagis
the
ko lang
Claw
tubig, guys.
has lost against the Claw.
Sana,
now
Sort?
the
Sana yung
record
video,
is
Sort?
3-1.
Sinan ko na.
And that shows
Kay
the
Marky
quality of the
Capasio.
goal dinger that
Active
OHEB
13 hours
actually
ago,
is.
di ka ba
Again,
nag-
very
wala
demanding
bang
for
face?
Marky
Liquid
Capasio,
to do
gagi,
that,
hindi.
but then
Lumang FB ko na yun eh, yung isa.
it looks like Liquid
Ano
had
isa?
a much clearer
Ruby,
goal
pangit
advantage.
rin Ruby. Mahirapan
Ito
sila
lagi
sa
ako
cloud.
nagchat-chat dyan, di mo
The Uranus
pinapansin
looked
kaya
like, okay,
pala.
that makes so much sense as we mentioned.
Totoo ba?
And then JP
Oo.
was
Kaya nga,
ready to do
chat-chat
what
ako
he
sa'yo.
did.
May
Ito,
chat
gagi.
ako nung ano.
Maganda naman Lunux doon, pero maganda ng sagot nilang ano Lilia. Ganda ng panagot ng Team Liquid Philippines.
BTR,
Lilia.
sabi ko.
Dati mo pang FB, pang ano ko lang yan. Pang ano ko na lang yan. Sa ano, sa FB ko. Ay, sa ano, sa ML. Kasi dyan nakakunik yung ML ko.
Eto pala.
Himala, maliwanag kay...
Last on mid ng
Mayo,
tempo siya,
Mayo.
ganda. Ba't ang dami basher na exert?
Yeah. It was
Hindi ko
also
alam,
just
ba't
really
binabas na
good.
exert? Putik na yan.
The way that
Ganun
Pag ginawa
talaga.
tao.
I would say TL
Siyempre
responded
talaga, pag
to the
nasa
way that
ilalim ka,
Dominkai
babashin
was
mo yung mga
playing
nasa
that
taas,
Freya.
matik
That
yan.
was part
Ay,
of the
higa
game,
ka.
how to punish it.
Oh, maganda dun, bad
Ay,
blood.
ay, tita!
Lalo si Oid
Ah,
Gagano.
ba't
lang,
jersey?
sasabihan lang si Pante
Ah,
na
ba't din
yan.
daw black jersey Dilar? Sabi ni tita.
Ano? Ano, Sir?
Tita Catherine, arbor din daw black jersey.
Ano black jersey? Na blacklist?
Ayaw nga pala jersey, tita.
Tanga-tanga.
Cut mo kasi ako, tita.
Yeah. So,
Dito na yung jersey, dito.
Nasa ano ko eh, cabinet ko yung mga jersey, di ko pa na ano eh. Kung may extra pa akong jersey.
I think it was a Khalid, man.
Tita, sige tita, tignan mamaya
Then,
tita.
counters the clouds.
Stat ko
Send ko na Marky, gets mo na?
Mahirap magkadya ngayon, men.
Sasenda nga ako
Mahirap
ng ano,
magkadya.
Discord
Ang dami
kay
kasing ano eh.
Pancake.
Wala
Mga
guys, kulang
mga
tubig.
pang-engage heroes, tas mga ano,
Ouch.
mga
He's
OP
really
na
fixing it
roamer
up
din.
because that's something Leo would usually
Pero
do.
situational pa rin.
I did it for you.
Game
Exactly.
3, game 3 guys,
Playing
game 3.
The perfect way.
This is the sambal flavor of Grizzly Bear. So let's look at who the MVP is. Who do you think it was, chat? It was JP, of course.
The center. It's his fault, man.
His fault. Daddy's home.
Ooh.
2-1
You
and
gotta
6.
say it, Naisu. Say it.
What?
Say
Ano
he's home.
refresh na
I'm not
talaga.
gonna say that, man.
Why not?
Just voice JP, bro.
Daddy's home.
There it
Hey.
is. Damn, JP.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hey, the Khalid man, 2-1 and 6, but like I was kind of explaining this when we got into the game. I was like, you know, the Khalid that we see from whether it's Light or JP, they kind of play it the same
1-1
way,
pa lang
you know,
score,
they're
guys.
trying to
1-1
get
pa lang.
things set up so well. There's great early damage with the Khalid. Not only that, but also
All goods
the
lang.
Raging Sandstorm is great. And you got to remember too how many times he was actually able to bait out some of like the positioning or the abilities just with a quicksand guard. Again, even looking at these highlights, this is where Dominkai,
Kaya nga eh.
he went full Valkyrie mode, man, but unfortunately got his wings clipped,
Hindi
ankles
pa,
broken,
hindi pa.
and everything else. And then, you know, just from there, it started with the gold crab, by the way, and then it went into that, and then it just fell apart further. And, you know, by the way, too, the Lilia gets the first win.
Yeah.
So now Lilia's got the win in hands here, so maybe we even see more Lilia pop up throughout the knockout stage.
Wala
But
paligaw
I
na
will
ulit tayo.
say, you know, this is where they
Wala
decided
na,
to
boss.
just go
Wala
ahead
na
and
yung ano
hard
eh.
initiate when,
Wala
by
na
the
yung
way,
dahil natin
Demon
dun,
Kite
boss
wasn't
eh.
even part of that really
Ubus na
big
yung pang-roll
fight.
ko, di na ako masaya.
And again, you're like, what,
Di ba ang galing ni Oeb
7,000
mag-load?
gold
Sim.
behind. You don't
Oy,
have
kupal
the
kayo
defensive
na.
items or
Parang
the
ano
offense
ata yan
that
ah.
you
Parang
need to
masama
fight
ata yung
that,
sinasabi mo
even
kay,
if you
ano,
catch someone out there. So I'm
kay
really surprised
Oeba.
that the call was to go. Maybe it was a last-ditch effort to just be like, you know what, let's just go for the Hail Mary play, basically. Try to make something to work, get a potential wipeout if we can, but it backfired. It didn't work, and now
Laki Sanji.
they have to face off in a
Ganda
game
ng pick ng
3.
Lilia niya eh.
One thing I really like that Liquid did there, especially JP.
Predict,
attached
Marky, ba't wala
together
camera,
is-
Marky?
We all know how fast a Lily
Wait
can
lang.
clear the lane
Ba't na nawala?
already. Ada
Nakita mo
Khalid
sinend
did
ko?
that, it's instant clear and then you're gone.
Okay lang.
But they actually paced themselves. They
Pag ginagawa ko dyan,
allowed
Ki,
Light
pag ano
and
kasi,
Yue
pag
to
kunyari,
get a
umabot ng
little
fourth
bit
game yung live
closer,
ko, sobrang
and
lag
then we're
na
gonna
niyan.
deal some damage.
Kaya gusto ko
Kaya
after
nga eh.
dalawang,
JP's gonna go
after
get
dalawang
vision.
series,
They're not just
magre-relive
clearing and
ako, ganun
rotating.
lagi gagawin ko.
They're setting the tempo
Para di
for
Parang
mag-lag
the
iano
yung
mo lang, no?
Tuesday.
Parang
Now it's time for us
itatanggalin mo lang,
to
sabay
move
balik
on to
lang ng
Eterna,
ano.
actually, because she's got an interview on the audience.
Naka-line up ba sa Extra Legends sa MPL page?
Uy,
Di pa sinasabi, di niya
Waterboy.
pa sinasabi, di niya pa sinasabi.
Coach,
It is
coach,
Kalmado
now
lang
okay.
kayo dyan.
2-1 between both Filipino representatives with TLPH as well as Aurora
Ayun,
from
yung
the
ano,
Philippines.
Yung,
Right now, it's looking
yung
like
ano
a
sa
full
MPL, ano
house
lang
here
to,
in
MPL
Exo
Indo, dito
Hall
lang
in the
ginaganap yung
arena,
MPL
4
nila
and
eh.
7,
Sa,
our
sa ano
first
na
days
to.
of
Bigla
knockouts.
nag-end
And I
live.
think
Ano
we're
bigla?
gonna get a little bit of
Paano
a
ako sa inyo
chance
guys? Sabi
to
ko
talk
GG
to
na.
some of the
Kaya
people
lilipat
who
sila ng ano, ng venue.
flew maybe all the way here to watch this match. So we're gonna see who we should talk to. Okay, okay. Hi.
Baka yung puti.
Do you have a moment?
Basta
Okay,
girap
could you
M7,
stand next to
Indo
me real
guys,
quick?
Indo.
Indo.
Hi.
Indo. Halata eh.
Hi.
Yung magsalita eh.
What's
Indo
your
eh.
name?
My name is Calvin.
Calvin. Calvin, where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
From Indonesia. All right. Dari sini ke sini jauh nggak? Was it far for you to come here?
Wala ako dun.
1 hour.
1 hour. All right. So it's not that far. It's
Car
not
na
that far.
lang
Because I
ata
think we have
kulang
some
niya.
Filipinos in the building as well. But of course, you
Oo nga,
still
no.
came all the way
Mas
here.
manjungle kami,
Can we
guys.
ask, why are you here? Well, obviously, are you a TLPH fan?
Yes, of course, TLBH fans.
TLPH or TLID?
Team Liquid.
Team Liquid.
Ba't kaya,
So
no?
in
Gusto
general,
talaga-
okay, he's a supporter of the Team Liquid
So, terminated ko ba't
organization.
Euro sila dun?
So right now,
Although
we're looking at
gumana, syempre.
1-1. TL came back
Pero
in
bak
game
hindi
number
lapo.
2.
I want
How
to
do you
know.
think about the-
I want to
Kaya
know
nga eh.
why.
How do you feel about the match?
Di lapo eh.
So insane.
I want to know why. I know what is the
think
reason
game
why.
3, it will be insane.
Game 3 will be insane. Honestly, I think everyone agrees with that. Final message maybe to TL right now who are still trying to get that last point in.
Pardon?
Pardon?
Do you have a message? Ada pesan nggak untuk Team Liquid yang lagi bertanding sekarang?
For
Fighting.
Team Liquid PH, fighting.
Fighting. All right. Thank you so much, Calvin. Let's see if we can talk to someone else
Sige,
before we
Fighting.
head into our next game.
Koy Lasan,
Wow.
wala.
All right. TLPH and Aurora. Hi. Can I
Ibang
talk
bansa
to you
na
for
siya,
just a
guys.
minute? Hi.
Ano ba, 21
What's
pa?
your name?
May day 1 nga ngayon. Tapos
What's
yung
your
day
name?
2 sa 21. So weird, no?
Angelo. Angelo. Okay, Angelo. So
Hindi
I'm
ko
guessing
talaga,
you
di
came from the
mapasin.
Philippines.
Talagang
Yes, I came from
harap-harapan
the
putik.
Philippines.
Di, ang hirap
Team
kasi
Liquid,
kalaban ng
Philippines
Euro
na
kapag
yan.
Pag di mataba
You
yung
flew
ano,
here just for
Wises.
this match or you've been
Putik,
here for a while?
mapagod tsaka kahato kay
I
Euro,
will be
mamatay
here
ka na eh.
for, 10
Pero pag may
days,
item si
because
Wises, putik, sarap patawin ni Euro.
Wow, all the way to the grand finals. You think
Yeah,
TL
yeah.
Tapos
or
Wise nagilang
Aurora will make it
Uranus.
to the grand
Oh,
finals?
pag dikit
Of
pera,
course,
yes.
I'm very
Pero pag
confident.
mataba na yung, ano eh.
Two of our teams
Pag
will
mataba
be
na yung YSS.
2 of their teams will be in the
Mapapanood
grand
nyo
Nakwenta
na
si
yung
finals.
Euro, pag
What do you
mataba
guys think
Wises,
about
syempre
that? The
hatawa-tawa
Filipino
sa
fans are
ulo yun.
definitely raving
Pero pag
right now.
lapo,
If I had to ask
kahit
you
sa
to
Impero
choose
sobrang taba,
between both
kaya
of
pa ni
these
Zunong
teams
lapo
right now,
yun eh.
who do you think
Ah.
will be moving
Grabe
on
kasi
Talagang
to the
mapapadash
grand
din ka dun eh.
Oo.
It's really hard, but
Alam mo, bracket meron,
my
guys,
heart
meron.
is my heart and my favorite team is now is TLP.
Malakoy maglaan si Carl.
Alright.
Uy.
But I'm supporting
Bash yan ah. Ay.
both of them since they came from the both countries.
Kaya lang, eh, hindi
Of
na
course, of
nakahataw.
course. So final message
Wala
to
item.
TLPH.
Ay,
who
wala.
are
Di
still
ko alam
trying
yan.
to get
Di ko
that
pwede
final
sabihin
point
sa
in.
stream, guys. Sorry, guys. Mga ganyang,
Kaya nga eh.
mga ganyang
Di-
topic. Di ko
Putik,
masasabi.
Di ba crush mo yan, Sword?
Isa rin yung sini, ano?
Sword crush mo
Dami
yan?
ng whooper sa kanya.
Si
Asawa
Eterna,
ni-
crush-
ano,
crush mo si
asawa ni
Eterna?
JP, asawa ni, ano,
Hey,
Sanford.
sa'yo yun eh.
Inasawa,
Ha?
parehas.
Sa'yo
Siya?
yun eh.
Malaking babae si Demon Kate, sinusundan
Kayo
ng
may
dalawang
crush kayo?
kupal eh.
You can make it.
Ay.
Awit
You
sa'yo,
can make
Sword.
it. Once again, thank you so much, Angelo. Hope we get to catch up later on.
Gusto
But it
mo
seems
pala
like the
si
players
mga
are
ganyang,
ready,
ano,
the
Sword ah.
casters are also
Uy.
ready. So
Pero
we're
parang
going
laki nung
over
ano, no?
back to them
Yung
to
pinahit
break
ka na
down this
nagka-jawline,
next
no?
game and to see
Sino?
who
Anong
will take
Yan,
Ano
si
naman?
Eterna.
Will it be Aurora
Eterna.
or
Jawline?
Oh, dati ano yan eh,
Oo.
walang
Parang ano nga
jawline
eh. Parang
Oo.
kakaiba nga.
Kapayat ata siya talaga.
Nagpaano, no?
The Philippines was
Oh.
mentioned. They just
Ewan
have
ko,
to.
di alam. Pero nagka-jolly na eh, no? Sigma na, Sigma girl.
What are you doing?
Baka naalaga na mabuti.
Filipino, that's right.
Pwede.
It's
Oh.
this. When the
Hindi na naman si
Philippines
Trips
gets
ko,
mentioned,
hindi na.
they
Wala
Ni
nang
ano,
Trips
ni
sa
ano?
guys eh.
flags up
Sa
there.
Cambodia.
I
Ay,
want that
You're in the
Standing
Uy,
theater.
Nino.
1-1.
Nalaga niya na.
Cut na guys, pa 100k nyo na.
Secret.
Hanggang mamaya pa tayo dito.
If you're there
Alice
early
Goods.
enough.
Yeah, super.
Sa
like, you have to be
YSS?
there, like,
Ayan, di ko
before the
alam.
tournament.
Alice sa YSS.
Yeah,
Speaking of, look at this guy.
Uy, pero alis sa YSS,
Tagal.
pre.
Got
Goods ba yun?
Wolf there, but right now
Aurora
he's not the friend that I
Turkey.
want to mention. I want to mention the
Kaya
favorite
sa
team.
buwan yan niya.
It's the place place to create and host a room to play MLB.
Yes naman, nagbabasa ako ng live.
With your friends,
Chat.
colleagues, and esports club members. Wait, so are you?
Oy, lang, napakababaik.
Is it different?
Alhamdulillah baik.
Oh, this is different. This is for the
Nag-end
tribute ring.
Paalam naman ako
You
sa
want
inyo
a
guys
tribute.
Di
So
ba
you want the
lumabad yung paalam ko
M72
guys?
rings,
Paalam
you
ako
get
sa inyo, sabi ko
MLBB
end live na kasi
diamonds,
best
new
of 3 naman.
MLBB skins. So make sure you just download the Fairy Games app now and
Di ba narinig
register
guys?
your MLBB
Ba't
ID
ibang
to
Aurora?
start playing. Play for free until January 25th
Hanggang last game
only.
ka, boss.
So get
Oo,
on that
hanggang
now.
last game to. Hanggang
And
patayin
you
tayo
want a free
dito.
skin? Because Merkel will tell you about the free skin.
If you're looking for a free
Saka
skin,
na
just
whole
log
day
in
tayo,
for
ah.
13 days between January 9th
Full day
to
tayo
the
nung
31st.
naka-live 10
Server
PM may
time.
match
I don't
din
know what
guys.
server time is, but you know. To unlock
Day
the
1 ano to?
Edith's
Day 1
Verdant
vibes ah.
Night skin. Completely
Day
free.
1 Swiss
It's that
stage
easy.
vibes
Don't
ah.
miss out. Look, Edith's kind of bad.
Sort,
In both.
Oy,
send mo nga
Like,
sa akin yung
in-game.
yung ano natin sa
Hey,
Discord.
Hey,
Yung
dude,
link.
nice
Link?
recovery.
Ipapasa ko lang kay ano.
Edith's kind of
Ipapasa ko
bad.
lang kay
I mean,
Pancake.
like a bad hero
okay,
to play
sa
right.
mga
I
sa
think
yung
we're gonna have
ano,
a special cosplayer, by the way,
send
too.
ko na rin Gcash ko.
Playing Edith?
Playing Edith, yeah. There's also a free, another free skin.
Yeah,
you
yes,
guys can
panalo
grab
si
since you
Pancake.
guys like
Dito
free
tayo
stuff.
manghihingi ng
Gotta
pampudrip
count as
natin.
electrifying
Yun!
solar spark
Pang
skin.
SB lang
It's free
ah.
when you hit
Pang
Send ko na sa
pala-
kanya.
or no, 45
Naka ano yan eh. S,
Send ko lang sa kanya,
naka
Marky,
plus
ah.
1. Send mo sa kanya, send mo sa kanya.
45 M7 pass. Keep leveling up and claim
Send na.
your
Third
rewards. I wish
game,
I could
first
do the,
series.
is it the slam?
The
Third
heroic
game,
and
first series.
AOG.
1-1 na
But I
1-1.
can't do it on the desk right now, bro.
May laban
Yeah.
pa after niyan, meron.
Ikaw
4
talaga,
matches
ikaw.
ngayon
Ikaw,
guys.
schedule pa.
You
Yung
still
5
need to see
PM,
the
yung 5 PM
Greco-Roman
guys,
oil wrestling
ano,
match between him and
AE
Nice.
versus
I was not
ay
aware of
Aurora
this.
versus
Oh, you
YG.
weren't?
Kung-
7 PM,
Promise that it would
SRG
happen,
versus
yeah?
Team
But I think
Spirit.
there's just a
9
bit of
PM
scheduling
Onyx
conflict
versus
with
EE.
Egads.
Kung magano ba, mag-champion Team Liquid Philippines, ano kaya skin nila? YSS siguro, no?
You will be in public in the
Yuzong,
streets of
feel ko
Jakarta
Yuzong.
doing
Kahit
that.
Hindi,
hindi
may
ako
Yuzong
nagagawin.
eh.
Hindi nag-
Exactly.
May Yuzong na ba?
And when
May
you said
Yuzong
earlier,
na
how do
M7,
you
ay
really
ano,
filter people for
May
life?
skin na yun eh.
Sounded like you had that tone.
Yung battle pass ng
Oo,
M7.
ano.
I sounded exactly like that.
Claude?
Because I don't,
Pwedeng
I
Claude,
don't know
no?
if I like free stuff, man.
Claude, meron na rin ng ano, M7 yun
Ay,
eh.
meron na nga rin
Because
pala
I
Claude.
don't trust it. Like,
Why is it
I
ata
agree,
eh?
I'm like, huh.
O gusto mo, o gusto mo. PM mo
Barca.
sila, sabihin mo Uranus. Sabihin mo
Barca.
Uranus, PM mo
Pwede
sila.
naman, Uranus, PM ko
Aurora
kasi
versus
Munton.
YG, SRG versus TS. Onyx, Islas. Okay.
Dahil sa finals din magkakalaman kung
Iyan
sino
natin.
mag-shine
Leomord
sa
daw eh,
finals.
Leomord.
Second guess.
Sa akin
Leomord?
naman,
Kabayo. Kabayo.
schedule,
Oo, mas
iyan
no?
natin
Hey,
schedule.
Why you giving me the coffee, bro?
Did you
Para
put
alam-
pre-workout
para
on
alam na
this?
rin.
Like, are you trying to get
YSS, pwede
into
YSS.
this?
Next.
Did you put Red Bull in my coffee?
Malabo
Because
Preya.
I want that.
Baka Sora.
Pre.
Ay, gatot. Ay, may gatot na nga pala.
Yeah.
Oo nga, no?
Nagkatot
Pa-
na ba?
Para sa ata eh.
I don't
Oo,
like
yung,
matcha, so I'll
yung
take
battle
an
pass,
Americano
di ba?
with wings.
Oh man, this guy, he doesn't like matcha. Same.
Arashi asked me,
Uranus.
like,
Oh,
8
yun,
times,
PPM
like,
Dilar,
"You want
sasabihin
matcha?"
niyo
No.
Uranus.
He's like, you want to go to this matcha place? I'm like,
Dude, bro, I think read the situation. He really wanted to go with you to the match.
Friend rin, meron na ba friend
And you
rin?
were being a terrible bro by
come
saying
on,
no.
man.
I
That's
say
why I
yes
asked him. I said,
to-
Arashi, do you want to show me the matcha
Si
place?
Easy.
And what did he say?
Pitch
He's
ako.
like,
Huy,
only if you want.
walang stand dito.
Arashi
Mayan,
is,
tapos kayo guys.
Shout out to my, shout out to my
Habang
boys.
drop,
Very
mabait naman
special
kayo.
friend of ours.
He's a great guy.
Diba sa tama na yung win? Team Liquid manang.
Y'all ever see Arashi out in MPL Arena here?
Lapu-lapu yan, pwede pa, lapu-lapu.
Taking the matcha and asking
Louis,
to roll
pwede
with
rin,
you.
Louis. Depende sa finals mo malalaman kung sino magsa-standout na ano, sa finals. Dun,
Sayang, di gumana,
Mostly
pre.
nagbe-base mga OAT eh.
Hopefully we'll get to see an anime battle for this game.
Wala, last
number
game pa
3.
sila kaya rin.
I don't want to say one-sided stomp. Maybe a little bit more something like game number 1 where it demanded the best of the two teams to show up. Because you would honestly,
Semis, hindi
if
guys.
you're
Kakasimula
Aurora
pa lang
here,
ng knockout
and then you
guys.
lose to Liquid again.
First match
and
pa
then
lang
you
ng
get sent
knockout.
to the
Ganda adjustment ng
Yeah.
Liquid, oh.
Something about that
Bilang
just
nila
doesn't
Claude.
feel comfortable, bro.
Alam nila Prospect Aurora, tapos Grak. Nagpahirap sa
So,
kanila.
if you're gonna lose this, any of these two teams, you'd want to end it on a high note. At least be like, oh, we were so close to winning. All right, let's take it out on the next team. we
Oto na
face."
sa Lilia.
Yeah, it kinda
Baguel.
feels weird. I feel like it's literally that meme of,
Do
oh,
shit.
here we go again.
Interesting.
Like,
Sora,
fans
open
of
wide.
Best of 3, best of 3.
They are going to be on blue side. They'll get
Best of
priority.
three,
They go
best
with the Jushin band here. I'm wondering.
Sino matalaglag?
Ano yan,
Guys,
bibigyan
may
nila
lower
YSS?
button,
End up picking it.
YSS yung song palitan?
Continuously said, man, the clay has been slept on.
Nanalo dito, wait, Timbal Sam.
YSS yung song ata palitan ah.
May bracket, may bracket.
Why is no one
SRG ata yung next.
Yeah, we saw Cho over Kalea earlier as well.
Teka,
YSS
sa
yung
ano?
song palitan?
Still open at that point as well. I really hope that TL, if they do want to pick this
Next
CC
neto,
from
mas
Korea,
sila
I really hope
SRG
they have a
or
confidence
Onyx.
because
Ay,
the
ano.
last CC
S. Ay,
pick
oh,
from
Onyx,
very,
Onyx,
very first.
Ka-bracket sila.
It looks like there's also something about the team
Onyx
fight
kaya
with
na
Liquid
gagawin.
where and how they've been
YSS
playing.
Yuzo nga,
They're not
palitan.
going for the long all
Napili kayo.
YSS, may soul.
Yuzong pa rin.
Yung last na guli ni ano guys. Sanji, nakakailang din sa
Wala,
mapa.
hindi pambigay talaga Yuzong ni Sanford.
YSS pa rin. YSS. Gatot? YSS
Ah,
if.
hindi ko sure.
Yisun Shenyi
Wala naman.
YSS Eve.
Ang open lang, pang buy time lang sa
there
early.
against Yu Zhong.
YSS Eve.
I almost wonder if they would even pick up Like they don't.
Sabay
someone
Hylos ano
don't
yan, si Light,
necessarily-
no?
Like they could wait till red 3 if they wanted to.
They could, but then the lands could be taken away from
Ay, Diyos
them.
ko, dami kay Delarmy.
Yeah, but even if the lance is taken, I just feel like again, like that matchup in the jungle, Carlteasy
ulit
usually has
yun.
that upper hand in some way or another. So I think they'll decide if they want to go ahead and lock that in or not, or pick up something else before that jungle.
What I know is if they they go lands. What if they go lands? Is this red 3 for OHEB? Because if it's not, then the next two
Ano
bans
yan?
I think gonna be targeted down towards OHEB. Because again, when he's not in the clock,
Hylos, Hylos?
Wala kami, wala.
Okay, Lance.
He doesn't find
Hylos YSS, Hylos
Sila-
Parsa.
sila YSS.
Yeah, generally, if you're gonna be giving the
YSS ba to?
Yuzong to the other side in the first phase,
Cut
like,
or Hylos yan.
gold laner already locked in. If you're on the red side first phase,
YSS Harvey. YSS
at that
Granger.
point the
Hindi,
pool
hindi.
gets so
Sino
small
po ng
of
gold
heroes
dito?
that can survive.
Hylos,
that
Hylos,
high
oh,
phase.
Hylos,
You
get
just
it.
pick
So
it
kaya
up
ano,
now.
Hylos maganda rin,
You
Hylos
don't
eh.
have to worry about your gold lane pick, and then you just adjust your
Hylos
roam and
Parsa ata eh.
EXP, so that that's one of your ways of
Okay.
handling the Yuzong a bit better.
Kimi, okay.
Wow.
Yuzong and Cho together has
Okay,
been a
Chuni
combination of
Light.
rising up in
Khalid na naman
M7.
po.
Gago,
Naman,
nilabas ng
mahal
Chunilite.
naman.
Like that, Khalid instantly
Ano
they
yun
want to
yan,
match that
dito?
rotational speed. So I think
Uy,
Liquid
talak ka.
are leaning towards that idea.
Oh,
of,
talak
okay,
Khalid, eh,
yeah,
no?
they're playing with an
Top.
Eve, but they always have at least 2 to 3
Sabayan,
heroes
no?
that can do
Oh,
crafty
talak.
stuff
Walang
around the
paki sa
map.
gatot. Walang
Either
pa
you're
isa,
constantly
ano?
invading, you're constantly split
Hylos.
pushing while returning to the
Ang
rest of the
sukalit
team.
matchup,
So that
River
Aurora
matchup, palakasan sa
aren't
River
always
sila
gonna be
dito.
in that thick formation they love.
The hard part about it
Papaniwa
too is,
dito, nag-Kimi
in
sa ano, Eve.
terms of like crafty things
Kaya
around
nga
the
eh.
map, Carlteasy with a landslide
Here
can
para
do that
mo
anywhere.
Kimi pag yung
And,
Eve sa'yo lang
for the
nakamata
most
po.
part, again, not only trying
Sa
to
mid
control
game.
him within the jungle, but also keeping
Kaiba daw
control
ni
of the
Sanji,
map is
NAU
something
eh.
they wanna watch out for.
Kaya nga eh.
Champion
M7
ban
yan, tas ako dito lang
This
sa
is gonna be
umupo,
very
ngumunguya.
interesting in the gold lane,
Nanonood
and I
lang.
feel like
Wala,
because
di, wala.
most
Sobrang
of
salam
the
na
players
ng
don't
bubunot.
have,
Basic.
their picks yet, and we might even potentially see more
Super speed
gold
3
laners
up,
banned
speed.
out. Granger goes out, Claude, maybe the hair?
TLPH. Ganda ng dito pare.
Yeah, maybe the Harith like, as a last ban. They'll go with the Lapu Lapu.
Ban na kaya Uranus ni ano mamaya?
Ano?
Sanford.
Yung
I don't know,
Sanford.
Are we actually gonna see Sanford on the
Uwas.
Uranus again?
Dap.
Ano yan,
Kaya
CC
gusto ko
ban?
yung ano ko.
Again, they have the Khalid as well, right? So
Bigote
CC
ko.
Sora.
right now, and Roy don't really have any shred.
Ay hindi. Nagsisora ba si Demon
Pwede siya
ka? Ay si ano?
maglulu.
Domin Kite?
Pwede rin, pwede.
Nagano,
Gusto
Sora?
nila ng Lapo.
Ayun nga, ano, ewan ko lang. Ano, open pa rin, walang pumapansin eh, no?
Lapo sabay.
Napapansin sa Sora, puta.
Alice is gonna be
Kaya nga
all
eh.
in for sure.
Parang alam na nga isa't isa na ano, walang mag...
Banyo ay hindi.
Yeah, Uranus has been amazing.
Wala
Game
pa rin-
3 na
wala
to,
pa rin
game
si
3.
Boss.
Never mind.
They banned that.
So they want the Uranus with
Pwede
the
magkaya
Esmer
dyan
on the
or
other-
Harit
on the
na
other
mas
side
okay.
now.
Mas Harit ako. Para kaya sumayaw.
Doesn't this like push the Harith even more? Like, okay, we want Harith. We do not want to deal with the Esmeralda.
Mama, tignan natin yung ano kasi una mag-pick yung Team Liquid eh.
Eve with you, you don't have
Anong
to worry
pipick
about
nila?
high loss getting picked up
Esme.
there
Ano,
unless
mag-Eura
there's
ba agad si
super
4G
sudden,
dito? Biran Esme?
flex
Mag-Yura
by
ata
Atomic
si
Kite
ano
from
agad
the
dito.
Ay,
Pag di
hindi.
nila binanyura.
We most
Oo,
likely will
Yura
not
yan.
see.
Ang nga pala, may
yeah,
Yuzo
if
na rin pala
Aurora
si
don't
Edward.
ban out the
Ay,
Harith,
Esme niya
Yura.
na pala. Esme ni, ano?
Banyura
Esme
na.
ni Oheb,
So
pre.
I think they gotta really decide on this last
Blue.
ban. It's gonna be the glue.
Yura to agad si Sanford.
Yura
Yura
na.
agad, biran na
Pang
Esme,
open map,
wala
pang
na
open
eh.
map, pang open map lang.
So yeah, I think here you just pick up
Uy,
the
yung boss yan, robot.
yeah, you can pick up Harith. Lock that in.
There we go.
So Harith locked in. Now what does Aurora pick up for the last two picks?
Harit. Okay din Harit, okay din Harit, okay din Harit.
Cole, yeah, like
Kaya siguro
Yeah.
binili nila
just
Esme,
come to
okay.
be like a box shot.
Walang Granger si Doming,
Meron
wala.
OF dito.
Fast, man.
Kari lang
Kari?
pwede nang epic dito pre.
Usually,
Carry o fighter for,
was it
ay for
maybe
ano,
gold
for
if they go
Doming.
pick- If they see a Harith
Carry or fighter?
on the other
There
side?
has been
Fighter,
yeah,
di pangit
Ruby
fight.
Gold.
Depende sa
Ruby,
jungle.
pwede siya mag-Ruby dyan.
Definitely
Kung gusto niya
not.
safe, Ruby Lulox.
They still won't have
Ruby
any shred.
Lulox,
We know
Beng.
the Uranus is coming in.
Wala Granger, ban. Ruby
Oh,
Lunox.
this is a tough
O kaya
decision for
Kari.
Aurora. What are you gonna end up with?
Lunox Gold
Pick nga,
I was
Ruby.
thinking that because it's hard to, really hard in the mid.
later on.
Against the Harith,
The joy.
Kailan,
it has to be
kailan
physical.
pa ba
Kailangan
nila
lang
physical?
Let's go for
Pre, ano
fighter.
naman
Back
boy?
to the fray.
Di, okay lang. Ito ngayon, pwede na. Kasi may joy na sila eh. Tsaka may Yusong na eh.
They can still go
Lagtay,
Uranus if they
lagtay,
really want
delete
to,
tayo,
right?
delete.
But I think now there's also
Grabe, MPL mag-1.
Pre, ano naman.
Oo nga.
Movius.
Yeah.
Lots of dashes. You're gonna be very happy.
Ano maganda hero dito
They
ni
held
ano?
on to the XP pick.
and it's a Khalid heave, so
Ano
you
maganda
should
hero
get
din ni
prio in mid, straight
4D?
to rotate to XP, and then you get prio for the Uranus.
Pobius, Pobius.
Obvious ba?
Obvious.
Two schools of
Oh,
thought. Are you
Mobius.
gonna have a front
Obvious
line
Homo
kung
tank?
pang,
Obvious.
pang ano siya,
Are you gonna have
Yura.
Obvious
Yura
Arlot?
lang ako dito.
Pobius Arlot?
Be
Hindi,
Ako,
obvious
Pabis
Yura ako
maganda,
dito.
Pabis
Kailangan
dito.
Obvious
pangharap,
Yura.
pangharap.
Wala si
One
Patrick
side you got
Ban.
Uranus, and on another side you have Phoveus.
Obvious.
I think
Patrick,
Tama po,
Ban.
obvious na yan.
there you go.
Obvious.
Makes sense.
Ganda nga.
When that
Cancel
came
Joy
through
din,
and
gago.
Papalag ba to sa first
Yura
turn?
pag lang talaga ako.
Lancelot?
Sora pa.
Not only for fighting around objectives,
Pang Sora naman
Papalag
siya.
ata.
Papalagyan, papalagyan.
Ganda, boy.
Palagyan.
Mas maganda talaga, ano? Mas maganda po obvious, mas kupal. Kasi
Kasi
kupal sa Joy, kupal sa...
Uy.
Especially if Demon Kite falls
Sino
behind
kupal?
the jungle just like he did in the previous game, I feel like
Ah,
potential to punish
maano yung mga...
Turtle-wise,
be there again, even with
Joy,
the lineup rating favoring
kay Light.
Aurora.
Kanina ako sa pick, ano ako dito?
turtle
yeah.
ako TL.
Diba?
It's one of the
Team
biggest
Kecha
things
dito,
here
pre.
for
Team
them.
Liquid Philippines.
There's one thing you always
Team
have
nga,
to
team
ask.
nga.
Team
when
ako
there's a
dito, pre,
joy
ah.
in your lineup. Can you get that great early game, that moment that almost every Joy has, where you get a double, where you get a triple, you get your items quick, and suddenly
Sarap
you're
boy, ano
dancing
dito
with
o
joy.
hindi ito tama.
All puns intended. But at this point, the question now needs to be answered
Partition na
with
patay
a
ng ano
definitive
early.
finality as in
Walang
this
yakay
game
yan
number
to,
three,
Pero early
Okay,
pa rin
focus
to,
tayo
guys,
sa
ah.
focus. Remove
Kumbaga,
delay.
yung
Marinig
drop,
mo pa ba delay? Yeah.
yung drop para sa akin,
Remove delay.
Ano one to? Sa early magkakatalo to.
Can you King Kong it, man?
Lamang pa rin,
King
maganda
Kong
pa rin,
King
ano,
Kong
maganda
Majoy.
pa rin yung lineup
King
ng
Kong
Aurora,
Majoy, that's
pang
the new
early.
verb now.
Ayusong pa rin sila.
Sir.
Oh man.
It's like Kelroying the Beatrix.
Countering the Matrix, yeah.
You know, with this too, I would say it's either way. I feel like it's hard to be someone cheering for the Philippines right now.
Pangdapa.
because
Oo,
You've
pangdapa
seen it
yan.
so many times. And you're like, you know, you're down to one game again.
Pangdapa yan, par.
And honestly, with both lineups, I could see them both working out. It's just,
Pon Edward.
I think even this time,
Sino kaya
it was like
kuha?
Demon Cats. I gotta have something that
Oy!
matches
140, oy!
Uy, kuha ni Sanford.
Oy! Oy, nag-level
GG.
2! Level 2. Ganda sana ng plano.
Deal more damage, but that is such a big win for
Wala na,
Sanford.
pre-sabal na.
Gago, wala.
Just look at the way
Mauna mag-pour si
he's gonna
Sanford.
deny as many as possible.
Yeah, he already denied 1 milli minion, but Light's here.
So it's
Ah,
Demon
nalamang
Kite, but
na.
yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen there.
Oh,
Take a look at the
grabe nga
emblems.
yun.
Bago
See
sa
Sanford
emblem.
pretty much
Nakagawan ng
going
candy.
for
Ano eh, no, si
Fire
weakness.
too, for a little more tank.
Sinirapan sa
Festival
HP.
Blood. He's gonna be fine at
Ang
least in
nahirapan
that
ako
lane
lagi
matchup.
sa HP pag
It's
gano'n,
gonna be pretty
naka-weakness ako.
difficult to kill, and he's gonna have so many
Oy, arcane agad
options
for
to kind
Demon
of
Kite.
use that Infernal Pursuit. And even
Uy.
so, little 1v1 at jungle. I don't think Demon Kite's gonna let the same thing happen to him in this game that in game 2.
And it's not just that.
Grabe,
it's,
level 4 si
I think
Sanford,
UF
man.
are
Level
gonna
4
make sure
agad.
that Demon Kite does
Makarabas niya
not
agad
get
yan, man.
rooted in the jungle by this Khalid. So they're really
Wala na, level 4 sa Sanford. Nag-clear pa sa Edward, dapat ba yan?
Actually cut the wave earlier, so he's gonna look to rotate 4v5 and Turtle 1.
Papokin ni Sanford, papokin ni
They wanna
Sanford,
secure this
guys.
if they can.
Si Edward,
Patay
papokin.
ata si
Pati ni
Edward,
ano,
boy.
Sanji, papokin. Patay si Edward, man.
Imagine.
Go clearly take this.
Wala. Na pwersa. Hindi makaazon.
Kuha ni Carl.
Ganda,
bukol ata.
By the Freya. Demon Kite now
Turtle
looking for the
kill
purple
sabay
buff. This
blue.
should be free as Carl has to recall, but Sanford rotates over, has the Infernal Pursuit, won't jump on Light just yet. Good damage coming down from Sanji.
Nice,
Nice,
nice
He
death,
actually
Sanford.
saved the purple buff.
honestly a greedy decision by Carl Tacey to actually go back and try to take that turtle. And now their jungle gets pressured. He'll still be able to get it. Still would have been way worse for
Yun
Liquid
lang.
if they did not handle that
Aurora
correctly.
ka.
Not only that, would have been way worse for Gaming decided to stay in that purple and then get punished. So they take the bit of a lead that they got off the objective. They get back to the lanes, and yeah, it was a good decision from Domenkite to rotate for that. You can see building in. It looks like he's going to be going that corrosive side first, just like we saw him. But he's even got a bit of a lead now in terms of gold against OHEB, which is expected.
Second turtle, tingnan natin. Bantay pa rin eh, pantay pa rin eh.
And so you can expect that kind of rotation to continue to happen even by the next objective, which is still going to be cross side of the map. And so it's just a kind of a waiting game for OHEB to scale up, but there's a whole lot of attention up here right now.
Yeah. Erosion Scythe all ready for this Freya. Domenkite much more free this time to farm, much more comfortable. While Liquid cannot find an opening similar to their previous game. Again, Light and UF doing really well run now for Demonkite Domen and OHEB dancing. But they both know that they're not going to get a kill there.
Yeah, it's just one of those things again where it's like both the teams will like to fight around the objective. Oh, JP
Where's the set getting him out? Raging Sandstorm though locks him down, but Oheb does not have him out
Sabi,
for him.
nanlaban.
Caught in a tough spot now. Oh, the turnaround!
Lalaban.
Pagbobolin.
2v1 winning it
Walang
out, forcing a
pagbobolin eh.
flicker out from JP.
Hey, man, that's the power of the Valkyrie right there. No kill secured. Good thing he didn't continue to put pressure on it. Stays alive. Turtle's up now.
Lagi pinupok sa Edward, man. Walang niya. Napapadragon agad.
Keep it now in front of pursuit onto the dragon in the air. Carl looking for the angle now, jumps in all the way.
Kasi
That's a
nakapag-passive
battle
si Edward, ah.
battle win for
Patay.
Carl. And
Patay
Edward
nandun
was
si
too
Oheb.
low. Sanford cooked him. Demon Kai, can he dash away? Sanford has the dash, and he cancels the dash. Gets the double on a Phobius.
Oh, that feels bad for Aurora. The
Pangit ang
consolation
laruan ni
prize, don't let
Edward
gets
sa
a little extra
Yuzong, ah.
gold on this top tier 1 turret. But man, that was
Parang
just
kakaiba siya
kind of
mag-Yuzong.
disconnected in the way they wanted to go. Yes, they got the Sanji to burn the flicker because of the kick coming through from light, but then
Imbis
yeah,
na
it was-
lamang
that
sila,
was
sila
too
yung
low
nagdidikta sa
to really
turtle.
try to contest that.
Sila
They
yung
came down to the
nalulugi.
retribution. Was that also, yeah. Carl
they
T's
lost
gonna
it.
continue doing this, man.
Bro, that was nasty, man.
Everything was going so right until now.
Grabe
It's
mong
led to
balagbag si
this.
Sandberg, eh.
No purple
Makakuha lang
buff on
konting
Demon
lead, eh.
Knight. They lost the last turtle. Significant progress in the tower up top. And now Liquid setting the tempo. They have to time their entries a little bit better. Light, I get why you were going for the kick, but no one else was close enough to actually try and follow up. And I think he missed that initial kick because I thought at first, like, oh, maybe he purified it. No, he's backing Flicker, Sanji.
Yeah.
So that means there was a moment where Light decided, oh, am I gonna kick? Am I not? Okay, I'll kick. Oh, but he already flickered, and then he changed the direction.
Yeah, I'm surprised he has the flicker. Don't we usually see Eves with a... I guess it depends, but yeah, purifying flicker, but Sanji relying on that. So
Yeah.
far, so good. Hasn't died either, so... he's been pretty good on point with the RWMs too. You can see he's got the glowing wand locked in. Starlium Scythe now for Oheb, so a lot of these first items coming into play. JP sticking with the shield here, still building into his first. Probably going to go with a bit of a, like we say, chop suey build until his first item. Demon Kite does have the Genius Wand, which him and Yue can work in conjunction together, but so far it's mostly just getting somewhat of a favorable fight, and that seems to be really difficult for them if, you know, they don't get that set off that they're looking for, or they don't have that space around these objectives to look for, just because of the durability that this lineup
Ay,
of Team
talaga
Liquid
mag-golden
has
sa. Paano ba next
between
ng
the
item?
Phobius and even to an extent
Warax pa, maganda
JP.
ata Warax kaya ano eh, no?
And so
Wala,
Ay,
it's,
pre,
bigay.
ako hindi.
it's a little
Bigay
bit more
turtle.
finesse, I feel like, that's needed from Aurora Gaming, because if Edward is too low,
This kid, man.
you're pushed off of this like this.
Oh, actually uses shoulder bash onto the turtle, now goes in.
Kaya kasi oh, ay,
Dog.
di, ganda ng ulti ni Daddy JP, pre. Pero ganda
Uy,
ng
what
Petri,
the
Daddy.
hell, JP?
Ganda ng Petri ni Edward, pre.
JP!
Tatlo.
Edward?
But that lockdown
Nyari,
saved
saan
a
tayo?
lot of them. Sanji still able to flicker out now as Edward gets isolated and now
Ay,
taken
ay, dito
very
dito mama yung dash
Edward,
ni ano,
Edward, Edward.
ni ano, ni
Rora,
Kyle Gagi.
Rora, Rora.
Dito mama, hindi, patay na si Yue, pre, wala flicker. Patay na kaya Sanji. Dito mama yung dash ni Kyle Gagi. Kapos ng ano, isang unit.
Grabing team fight
Ay, natahi.
yun!
Both teams thought the fight
What
was
a
over.
beautiful
Dapat si Yue.
team
No,
fight,
dito
guys!
Come through, end
Di
up
ba-
capitalizing a
Tuso
kill.
para
Turtle's
makita.
still up, but TL definitely had the upper hand in that fight. A great set with a Raging Sandstorm from JP, and they get back to it.
Bagong gap si
Yeah, Domi
Demon
got with
Kate
the
kaya ano.
initiation, but after all of
Kaltisi.
that, Liquid had to expend a lot of resources.
Hindi ko
As
na alam,
Aurora
sorry.
Gaming will be able to get
Tap kayo
this
guys, tap
last
kayo.
turtle.
Pa 50k niya
Unless
para sa
JP
next game.
miraculously steals it away, then I don't know.
No way.
No
Kinulang
way
yung
he's gonna
sinulid, eh,
even
no?
try.
No way.
Good recovery by Aurora there
Patay si
at
Oheb
the
dito,
end.
pre, wala siya
Doming
pure.
now dancing with Oheb.
1v1
Patay na, sure,
already,
sure,
too
sure.
light. Oh, the kick is off, but they're gonna go for the dive anyways. Oheb cut to bits.
Aray
Great
mo!
read of the
Push ata
situation
baba.
by Doming to push it.
Gandang dalo ni
And
ano
Light
doon,
being
ni
there
Light.
meant that that's an easy take
Pabos
on
din
that
yung
Harris.
mabasa.
And that's
Oh,
gonna be another tower.
masaya laro dito.
Hindi, hindi
Focus
palaglag
sa dami
kung
nito.
sino matalo. Kubing
Great
dikit
take
lang
there on
laban
the
ah.
turret.
Patay Sanji, pre,
Snipers are
patay,
now
sure.
online as well for you. Traction ball's thrown out.
Bye-bye Sanji, wala kang flicker.
Ulti Sanji.
Use it a time now. Sanford trying to peel for him as Sanji goes in. The kites away from the back
Patay
line.
rin
Goes
si
to
ano.
the RWM with Petrify.
Trade lang, trade lang. Pero,
That's Edward
Dalawa?
now.
Dalawa kill nila?
Sacrificial lamb for the kill
Nakapush
on
naman.
Sanji, but they'll get a turn
Dalawa
off.
kill.
And Carl
Dalawang tower, lugi sila doon ah.
Yung mid, yung mid!
I don't know. Yeah. So that all that, they lose a couple bodies, man.
Mabalan
but they
ni
went
ano
for the
dito,
tier
ni
2
Freya.
turret. I'm not
Tap-tap
sure if that
hanggang
was
malord to, hanggang may
completely
matay.
necessary if they had to do all
Ang
that
dali.
just to get the tier 2, but it does open up the map a little bit for them now that the Lord is going to be the next objective in about a minute here. So Interestingly enough, take a look at the items. You've got a Divine Glaive for Central. Okay.
All in again onto Carl Teasy with a good puncture with a Phantom Execution. Gets him out.
So many things were thrown out there. I'm surprised that Carl Teasy only just got like a little scratch.
Yeah.
That's everything.
He's so calm, man.
Power of the Lancelot, man.
Spray lang mataba.
Power of the Brute Force Breastplate as well.
Ulti.
Putik, ang hirap sabihan. Sino mananalo ah.
Trying to find an angle, could not get it.
Malabad ng TL ah. Walang ulti si Oeba. Takbo muna.
Wala, hindi nakakatay sa blue. Makakatay sila sila sa blue.
Walang ulti
Hindi
si
yan.
Oeba.
They just
Walang
want to
ulti
go
si
ahead and
Oy.
keep Aurora Gaming in check, saying, you know what,
Bili kasi Shopee yung pan-top lang. Ano yun?
that is a holy crystal
Oo ba?
now picked up here for
Meron ba
Demon
nun?
Kite. So damage potential going to be pretty good now on this Joy as he's got the 2 items locked in. Light now
Light,
still
Chumek.
available. This is what we usually see,
Ay, di.
especially as a
Huwag nang
Lord
sabihin
comes
pala
up.
yan. Mayari
Some
tayo
of
kay
these
TikTok.
angles if the roamers can set things up, but
Sorry TikTok. Sorry.
with the tier 1 turret still up for TL,
Orange
they
shop
have
lang
a
dapat,
bit of a
orange shop.
minor advantage when it comes to
Oh,
what they can work
Ib
with.
nga, sarap buhay dito.
Space-wise,
Ib.
play into that. I'm wondering how Aurora wants to approach
Oh,
this. Again,
auto-clear ko na ba,
they
boss?
forced that tier 2 earlier
Auto-clear
on.
mo na yan,
Still
boss.
continue to put pressure there
Paddalin
while
mo
the
na
award
yan.
is fought for, but so far a lot of focus up here on this
Meron
top
palang ganun,
side.
di ko alam.
Tingnan natin, malapit isipan ni Light.
So I'm happy that we're getting the game that we were looking for, competitive, very close. That it all boils down to the little moments.
Gago daw ni JP, huli apat pre!
Masarap buhay ng Ib. Ano?
Lo. May
Kahapon
motor
pa
headset
tayo.
eh.
Ay, gago, sorry.
May makasot pa.
Sarap buhay. Pag napayano tayo, ang problema.
Sometimes Team Liquid are
May
more
mas
willing to
extra.
give up
Guys.
that Lord if they can just continue
daming
pushing
palikod.
down mid, and then
May
as you're
Yusong.
backing away from the Lord, they'll come back
Pwede
from
siya may
behind
guto
you
ng Chu, may
through your
Joy.
own purple
Uy,
buff
tak
side.
ina mo,
Kaya
Light!
niya, kaya
But
ni
they're also
Test
having the
1 to
bottom
niya,
side
Sanji.
really well.
Gago.
Is stuck at bottom.
Uy, wala pa.
Wala ba ba?
Continuously making it high.
Wala pa.
It's Dominic who frequently goes to the bottom
Wait,
lane.
But that's also
Ani nga,
one of the
tanga.
advantages.
Hindi sa mga Wonder OTY, sa mga
Okay
Wonder
na.
You
11
don't
na tayo,
cross
11.
side of the map.
That's true.
You're
Ang
mostly
threat
fine
dito,
just because you have
nila
such a
Freya,
wide
nila
range of
Kimi. Huli
this,
dapat na si Sanji.
bonus
Nila,
to get back onto the
huli
other
niya
side.
dapat.
Mapatay
huli
Stanford,
dapat
ah.
nila si ano.
Speed boost if you need it.
Joke lang, next year pa yung mamamatay.
Wait, wait.
Unat yan eh.
Really having this upper hand advantage when it comes to actually
Siya yung naaning
securing
eh, no?
this Lord. It's
Kulit
more
mo,
so
ah.
of a
Nire-research ko tuloy live ko,
see what
putang
the
ina,
Rovers
naning
can
na ako.
provide
Ay, nasa
Uy.
information-wise to the
Hindi
junglers
laro
and
eh.
deciding on how they want to go with it. Again, Light might have to rely on a conceal play if he can, or a kick play, trying to get
Walang
out
labat.
potentially Sanji or Oheb.
Wala
Even if
ka
it gets the
ba-
Purify,
tarapal
that
ka
might
sa-
be able to
Lamang
defend
boss.
him. Now gets the
Skid sa
Athena
lang.
shield locked in.
Putik
A
na.
bit more defensiveness for
Sa ML na
Light,
lang.
because he's got to be the guy.
Sanji po sa para di mo.
Tagal mag-lord ah.
Both teams
Walang-wala
Kaso
na.
malakas
the far lane
instinct ni
pick off.
Sanji.
The slow
Sanji.
management to see if they can
Oo
find
nga
an
eh.
opening
Lobat
where
yung Pero sa
Sanji
Hanapin din yan,
will
hanapin din
lead
yung
one,
dati JP yan.
catching
Walang
off
laman.
someone.
Tapos
It's
mo
the
sa
current
Aurora or
rotation of
ano,
who's gonna manage,
or
who's gonna
YZ
clear,
yan.
and vice versa.
Di ko
But
trip
Liquid
talaga
has
yung
a
YZ.
Gago, binaburst
Ah,
spinners, gago, late na!
Togs, tigil late nila.
Late na sila nag-show sa
Patay
top.
nila si ano,
Ba't
Sanford.
sila
Patay
nag-clear
yun,
dun sa
try
side?
patay.
Patay niya,
Aurora,
pinag
try
niya
Hero?
pa ni Edward.
Wala.
Si Sanford, wala
Lord,
nandun sa may
first
bilis
side
niya.
of
Putik.
TL.
Tingin
Ba't
sa
naman
Rossi.
ganon? Hinayaan lang nila yung ano?
Preload lang eh, no?
Oo, yun lang. Yun lang nakabad.
Ba't kasi nandun sa baba?
Clear sa top.
Nagpakita ba siya, no? Nagpakita ba
Bakit ba
si...
si ano, Kite?
Kahit di ko napansin nagpakita si Kite eh.
Sa top nagpakita. Nag-clear
Sa bot, galing bot ka na nung...
Dapat ba?
Galing nasa bot siya. Bot river, right side river. Tumatakbo na siya nung binaburst. Baka nga nagpakita nga sa bot na.
Salap pa sila bot ni Luminar. Nakabad.
Now they have to deal with this Lord.
I was in the same mindset as Aurora. I did not expect Liquid would want to rush that.
Yeah.
But they did, and now it worked
Baka
out
di
well for
nakita.
them. And just
Sinugal lang.
like that,
Pwede rin
Yung
ganun
puso
eh, no?
dapat.
rug pulled under our feet. Carl T's getting dove on.
Phantom Execution.
Sa bear lang. Sinugal lang nung TL.
Yung dragon na preload lang. Kaya nga eh.
Sheesh!
Domenkan has to use the
Oh,
ultimate.
ay, tap mo dyan, Taguro. Diyan pa Taguro.
It's not
Pinamatindi pa
horrible
bundot.
for Aurora, despite
And
the
di na,
Wala na wala na
liquid.
isang buhay. Oh,
But
last
it
buhay
is
nun.
kind of bad still.
Hindi na nga. Tama kayo Persikado ni Delar ah. Game 1 Aurora, game 2, game 3 Liquid ah.
Respect talaga kay Carl Pre.
Malapit yan. Prediction natin.
Respect na good talaga tayo. Respect the MC. Parang taker ng ML eh. Walang iya.
It's always a treat
Sino?
to
Si
see
Caltini.
Lancelot in the hands of
Oh,
Carl
ako.
Tizzy here. He's able to just go ahead and escape so much. And you know, again, that's why
Caltisi
I
ako.
wondered
Pili
yesterday
na lang.
why we didn't see
Ano ba, yung mukha ba?
Wala kaya ka rin,
Galatawan?
Nina.
O ano?
You know, you're able to
Kapal
get
din ng
back
mukha ko eh, no?
Lasing kita eh.
and puncture.
Dude,
Magnus
Carl
Carlsen
Tizzy
na
is
Emilian
baiting so
Ford.
much.
Yeah.
He's a master.
Omsim.
Really good at it. That's why he's the
Omsim
GOAT.
yan rin eh. Visit.
Sa laning, Kelro talaga.
I did not
Kahit saan.
expect the
Kahit saan
silence to
matignan.
get broken by a man. A bleed
Sa
from
indoor
Nice
pitch sa
to
Tuesday.
cut out
Omsim.
silent.
May
That was
magpaano
Virgo,
na.
man.
May uuwi na nga doon, no?
This is what I was talking
Ayor,
about.
oh.
Look at the
Nagpangit ang
Carl
bracket.
All right, look at the moves.
Pangit
Upper
ang
Jeez,
bracket.
break sa red.
Lala ng
Jeez.
bracket.
Uncle
Go.
break!
Masterful bait.
Tinawa na
Here,
caster sa jokes
Naisu,
mo. Oo nga, no,
the
sakto,
master
no?
bleeder.
Kaya nga, eh.
Last lord ata to, guys, ah.
Ano, lagi iwan, eh.
Yeah.
There you go.
MC Iratel. Iratel, mahirap Iratel
I
niya.
mean, we gotta credit JP also for saving him with the Raging Sandstorm. It
Marapang
wasn't all
liwanag,
the
eh.
goat, it was also
Dahil naman dyan niya.
the goat's dad. Wait, no. What? No,
Pag
it's
nagano na ako, pag
all-
nagano na ako.
Everyone calls him
Pag
dad.
ano ba ako?
Daddy. Everyone calls him dad
Tawag
JP,
doon.
so yeah.
Timer,
Let's get off the
lang,
farm
ano,
and get
timer
back to
live.
Lantern.
Dalawa parapol,
Man,
marami,
with how
para
Liquid are
marami
farming
mag-
up the map,
para
it
marami
still
mag
also looks like a
mag-tap
farm
up.
here.
That's true, that's true. 20 seconds
Pilit
from
na
this
Preya,
Lord
goods
coming up.
Preya, goods naman sa
All
akin
this,
Preya.
by the way, across the
Ganda na
map
lang
has
pick ng Pobius,
basically
pre.
got them this
Ano
lead.
sa ganda
Di,
bracket
ang nga pala, nung
natin,
ikaw
MC
na-release,
nyo,
no? Only dash pala yung
Cyros,
Pobius, no?
MC.
Kada second ng Preya,
Shields
no?
all down and everything else. Win a crown here now,
Nagda-dash,
too,
gago.
for
Yung
Silver.
5 bata.
Yan,
Yes,
sarap
for entry.
obvious sa pre.
Ngayon kasi, okay naman bracket.
Yeah, okay.
Parang same pa rin naman.
Puno lagi yung
Ang
bar
ano lang,
mo.
may- ang pangit lang kasi magkakalaban yung
Hindi, ulit,
team.
hindi ba ulit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
rely
check,
on.
check, check,
So
check.
this
Let's
is
check the Lord.
gonna be a
15:05.
difficult one.
Okay, retake. Aurora.
4 seconds.
Look at JP.
Pero gusto ko
Okay na,
makita
okay na, okay na.
gusto ko makita kung saan makikita yung ano. Kung saan makikita, ay saan malalaman yung mga top on top. Magtatap sa akin. Ilalagay ko dito sa ano susunod. Sa ano ko. Live.
Another show.
Para
Puno
kita
lagi
ko.
yung bar dito ni Sanford, guys.
5v5
Preya pa lang.
Di pa naayos yung ano ko, binili kong
Allows Aurora to-
Tapusin nyo na, inaantok na ako.
Are they gonna just
Miro
rush
din
it
ko sa ano ba
again?
yun?
Ah, best nila ulit?
Ay,
Ay,
kuya.
nagtaka na.
Binili ko.
Carlo,
Patay Sanji, patay Sanji.
Kahit nanalo.
Ubus sila pre, ubus sila pre.
Ubus
GG
sila.
ata, pre. GG ata, GG
Go.
ata pre.
Giyata, pre. Tinry nila ulitin yung ginawa nila nung last night and it failed.
Patay si Oeb pre,
pare.
patay si Oeb. GG pre, GG.
GG,
End the
Aurora
bull.
ako guys, Aurora ako guys.
Yung double.
GG, end the bull, pre.
Yung double.
What the hell?
GG's Aurora upper bracket, guys.
Ah, Sanford.
GG, Aurora ako guys.
GG.
GG.
Aurora ako dito guys.
Yung minions pa.
Tama nga ako.
What the hell, Aurora upper bracket, guys.
Upper bracket.
Upper bracket, Aurora, guys.
Halika yung lahat.
Absolute
Sa team fight lang, no?
cinema.
Putang ina, isang team fight lang.
Upper bracket, Aurora.
Diba? Pakisan
Sabi
nga
sa
yung
inyo, guys,
cord.
Upper bracket, Team Liquid Philippines.
Tinutob eh.
With the same
Matik yan.
tactic. You thought it would be the
Lower
stampede
bracket TL guys.
through the upper bracket, but it's the
Uy,
light
ano yung
Unexpected,
pipa, no?
guys.
in the
Hoy,
end.
ano yan?
Burger.
Labas mga basher, no? Labas mga basher.
Wala ko nilight, ha?
Forward.
Hey man, if you want to get
Nagla-letter
the
P sila.
golden row, the first team
Tinatara ko
in
nila.
Wala,
this
kawawa
area
mga nasa
accomplish
lower
that.
bracket,
Sabi ko
tiya.
sa inyo, Aurora yan
It's
eh.
gonna be a little bit
Aurora,
of
upper bracket.
Story pala.
Aray mo!
Nice one,
Ng liquid
Jamie.
boom.
Aray mo! Ang daming papauwi ng Team Liquid Philippines!
Talaga.
Ang daming papauwi ng Team Liquid Philippines sa lower bracket! Aray mo!
Bakit takbuhan niya?
Hindi, wala yan. Wala kakabaka yan. Team Liquid Philippines. Dudurugin ng Team Liquid Philippines lahat. PH to PH yata grand final ah.
What a team fight they were able to pull off there too.
That was
Nalasa na Freya. Pili ko mali lang isang lord nila eh. Parang inulit nila yung ano.
Feeling ko. Iba feeling ko eh. Parang hindi PH to PH to guys. Feeling ko.
and switched
Tingin ko
into
malalaglag yung ano eh.
Aurora.
Sino ba last na kalaban ng Aurora? SRG no?
Pagtalo
Sino
parang
kalaban?
bigay.
SRG.
Grabe ah.
Too greedy trying to
Gogstig.
rush it yet again.
Check.
Disaster yun pag
Lower
di kaya ng Aurora to. Tiwa.
Liquid.
Awilat lang, awilat.
If ever they want to complete the golden road, they'll have to take
Awalit
the
lang,
longest
awalit.
and most difficult way to do that.
Happy HP.
Awalit. Awalit lang sa Aurora guys. Tiwala lang sa Aurora.
Moving forward.
Kaya to PH
Talo talaga.
PH versus PH sa grand
Binabalik
final.
niya naman Aurora.
Lower bracket is for...
Oh, lower bracket is for...
Ito yung venue ng MPL ano, Tido, MPL Indo, di ba? Regular season.
Hey, I'm living in the future today. Tomorrow. I'm living in the tomorrow today, not
Lower
Lafayette
bracket
here.
is for...
Holy moly, folks. Isn't it? Wait.
Ah, dito
is
yung ano
it
nila?
the-
Yun
I don't
yung
know if
ano
I'm-
nila.
If I'm thinking right, but
Nice
is
try, nice
every
try,
M
nice
champion?
Nice try lang. Oh, spec!
Are we going
Ente
there
lang,
now?
Malayo
ente.
pala nung nilalakad nila eh.
Okay lang, Pilipinas na rin naman talaga mag-advance eh.
Yeah, that's right. M6.
Oh, next game, SRG versus...
So,
Ano yan, SRG versus ano yan?
bracket off of a game like this,
YG pa, YG.
Ah, YG muna pala, no? YG versus Aurora Turkey.
I'm gonna be a little worried.
Kasi
Onyx versus AM, Megang Mana. Onyx la! Onyx lah. Walaupun alter ego kuat banget sekarang ya, tetap Onyx kita ya guys.
Parang high chance na hindi siya gagana. If you do the same thing twice, if you do the same thing twice in game,
GG guys.
most likely
Wala
hindi siya
pa
gagana.
pero may chance.
Yung second Lord, ay nung ano, diba nung huling Lord,
Tama ba?
ready
may
na
chance.
Rora nun eh, pero yung Lord before that, hindi ready Rora.
In team fighting, Aurora on the stage with Eterna.
Tapos si Carl na low na rin nun eh, half HP si Carl. Ang sakit na ng Lord nun eh. Nahampas-hampas eh.
Ay, last match pala,
Mundo,
Onyx
Onyx
versus
ata ako
AE.
dun.
Boys, that was an amazing match.
Alter ego ata
Third
ako.
How
match,
does it feel
SRG
right now
versus...
to
Basta
exact
next
revenge
dito,
on
Aurora
TL
Turkey versus
after
YG.
losing
Tapos
to them in the
next,
grand
SRG
finals,
versus
and then
Spirit.
Laban talaga
Swiss
to,
stages as well.
puro man.
Tapos last match, Onyx versus Alter Ego.
Masaya kasi
Hindi na-clear domain. Hindi na nila pinansin yung ano yan, yung long lane no. Sama agad yun.
Nagapangin niya ng TL.
Hindi pa laglag Team Liquid. May
YG
lower
kasi
bracket pa
pag
sila.
mag-predict. Lion.
When was the last time
Lion,
you guys
sabay
won
kumatok
against
sa
LPH?
pinto ko.
Do you guys remember?
Turkey ka? Sakto, YG ako,
Since upper
Jamie.
bracket, MPLP's finals.
Lower, yes,
Okay,
lower
upper
bracket,
brackets. And ever
Liquid.
since then,
Kayang-kaya nila yan.
unfortunately, you've never been able to secure that win.
Yeah.
What makes it different this time for you guys? How were you able to secure this win?
Siguro pinagandaan talaga namin yung itong knockout stage. And kung sino
Oo,
talaga
wala sa
makatapat
Aurora.
namin talagang bibigyan namin sila ng magandang
Lungkot, no?
match.
Pwede yun, yan.
I think it's
Baka-
because we really prepared against them and we wanted
M10,
to
di ako
give
abot
them
yan.
a very good
M20
match.
pwede, M20.
It was a very good match. It was very close from game 1, and then we saw
What
game
if-
2, and
Eto,
then we saw
Daddy
game
translate,
3,
guys.
which
Sa
was
next match ng
amazing as
Rora,
well. Just
nalaglag
one
sila,
moment
tapos
turned
nagtapat na
everything
agad sila
around.
ng Liquid.
Yue, we have to ask,
Napakatawa.
what was the biggest lesson
alam
that
ko
you learned
nandito
from
ka pa.
the previous
Absolute
matches
Bisaya.
that you applied today, specifically?
Ohoy! Bawal yan.
Siguro yung mga small mistakes
Trending pa rin yun ah.
Sa 500 cash.
Ohoy!
Gagi.
Meron pala dito.
Binasa ko lang, binasa ko lang.
Meron pala dito. May oat pala, may oat pala, pre.
And we
Oo, tayo
improved them
nagko-comment eh.
or corrected them during the match.
Absolute cinema
Small
kasi yun.
errors and mistakes. Can we get a little bit more insight into that? Is it a calm thing, a decision-making thing,
Kahit walang TL,
maybe
bro. Kahit
drafting?
100% kahit
Sa
TL.
decision making tsaka sa comms din. Is the decision
By Aurora Turkey.
Grabe
know,
na
I
pagit
waited
na
for
no.
that
Oy,
translation.
congrats
That's
Taguro.
pretty straightforward. Yue, sorry, Domenkite, do you have
Delikado
something
ba
to add on
SRG?
Huwag lang kakabahan yung
Wala.
dalawang
Maybe
core.
Ting
something that you
SRG,
can
sino kaya ng SRG? Team
apply
Spirit? Wala yun,
to this
tuturo
match?
din ng
Check natin
SRG.
guys,
Team
11 or
Spirit.
12 baka meron.
Siyempre, nung pagkatalo
Kaya,
namin ng Telpage, parang
Di ko pa sure
ginanalit
kasi may
ako
SRG pa rin.
maglaro pa and mag-pursige siguro kasi
Sa Alter Ego.
gusto ko ma-redeem yung
At
sarili ko
kasi
pa.
saan mo nalit siya doon
And yun,
nag-post
pinagandaan
kay-
ko talaga yung
Wait na, panood
sino
natin.
makalaban namin.
Because of the losses against the LPH.
Oy, nasa na naman ako ni Light!
And it made me
Letter
prepare
pila
more
naman.
for this match.
Lit
Sila-
a fire and made him
Nasa
more
Grabe
Sobrang
naman
alert.
pinakita ng
Because
Aurora
after
dun ah.
this best of threes, you guys are
Para-
gonna
May lower
now be
Dikit
facing
lang yung
against a best of
laban ah, walang
fives.
hindi
Are you guys
one-sided ah.
prepared for a best of 5?
Siyempre, prepare kasi yun nga, best of 5 long series siya and papagandaan talaga namin.
Yes, we are prepared, but we will still do a lot of preparation because it's a long series.
Okay, it's a longer series, we know that. But what we don't know is who you will be facing up against next. It's either one of the Indo representatives, either
One of
Onyx
the Indo pa lang,
or
pwede nila
Alter
makalaban
Ego.
no.
If you both had to
On-
guess who
Onyx?
the next opponent will be,
Sino nanalo,
who
Aurora?
will you be facing next?
Putik.
Oo nga.
Based on the previous matches, I think...
Oo, Nick or A yung kalaban nila next. No?
Ooh, okay.
Ano yung
A ako.
Who thinks it's gonna be Alter Ego?
Onyx yan, Onyx oh. O start to, Starbucks. Onyx ako. Starbucks.
I think
With cookies.
Starbucks kanina.
Onyx.
Eh di,
Okay, so
parang
a
pala ako sa
split.
Starbucks kanina kasi
split
Aurora ko
opinion
liquid
here.
cake.
Hindi, wala naman tayong usapang ganun. Ano? Starbucks sort.
Wala, ano,
SRG na nga lang boss, pag nawala
Worth
natin.
300.
SRG lang talaga.
Starbucks.
Ayoko, dikit yun ron. Ayoko.
Chance.
Ano lang tayo, Aurora YG.
Do I pretend that I
O
understand?
sige, YG ako.
That's all I know. Oo.
Yun nga, siguro mas
Ako,
prepare yung
pinipili
Onyx
pa
sa
rin.
BO2 and
Kabado
BO3
yung core
match.
ng ano eh.
I
Bad
think
yung
that
core
Malay mo
we
naman.
were prepared for BO3 or BO5 matches.
Okay,
Ibig
interesting.
mo, ano na lang? Ano yung
Onyx
isa?
na nga lang, alter ego. Lakas-lakas ng alter ego ngayon.
SRGTS na lang, SRG ako.
Perhaps TL that, I know
Walang
that you
yan.
guys are still friends outside of the game. Do you guys have a message perhaps to Team Liquid who lost today?
Kaya pag-isipan ko mamaya.
Yun, ano.
Pwede
Nice
pusuan
game
yung
sa
alter
Team
ego,
Liquid
feeling ko,
and yun, alam ko
Malupit
mababalik
yung
sa
alter
lower
ego.
bracket, ayaw
Pusuan
kita
mo
sa
yan.
Uy,
Nice
biglang ganun
game
ah.
for Team Liquid and let's see each other in the grand finals.
Okay, what about you, Yue?
Best of
Now
three
your
yan,
message is
men.
to Alter Ego or Onyx?
Good luck sa inyo parehas. Yun lang. Good luck to the both of you.
Okay. Once again, thank you, Doming. Thank you, Yue. Thank you so much for the translation as well. As we give it up once again for Aurora.
Sino panalo? Aurora. Aurora guys
We're
panalo.
gonna throw it over back to
GG's
the
guys.
casters.
Mamaya na lang, mamaya naman.
Mag-live ka na, Rald?
Hindi pa ako mag-live. Dito lang ako, higa lang ako. Higa lang.
Sorry, humiga eh. Higa muna, higa
Higa
muna
muna.
tayo, higa muna. Higa muna.
Tulog muna.
Doming said there.
Tagal pa yan eh.
But after the next series, magre-relive ako.
SRG versus ano?
The lower bracket, referring to Team Liquid, we'll see you in the grand
SRG
finals,
versus...
but
Hindi, Aurora. Aurora
just
versus
setting
Yangon
into
pala.
What will arguably be the toughest lower bracket climb for any team because of the quality of the top 8 teams that we have in M7.
Aurora versus Yangon. Hindi pa laglag. Laglag lang sila sa lower bracket pero hindi pa talaga sila eliminated.
Team fight. And this is what I was saying earlier. They need a win like this. They needed the win that vindicates them as like, guys, we're not, that word. We're not that C word. We can do this. We can beat them. And they did.
Wow,
and
si
this
Edward
man was
MVP
nuts
guys.
in that game. 4-2 and 5.
Bawi-bawi.
Eduardo.
Now this time around.
Edward
Anong oras sila maglalaro? Anong oras ba yung ano? SRG versus Yang... Ay ano? Yangon. 5 PM, di ba?
5,
5, 8 minutes pa. 8 minutes guys. 8 minutes.
4,000 ahead, but
8 minutes pa guys.
Hindi lang mapasok
May
ng
delay,
ano.
may delay.
Tulog muna guys. Tulog muna tayo.
priority in the
Muna
draft.
tayo, lights up.
They lock it in.
Hindi,
May
di.
LGBTQ
Susiro ata.
Idlip muna.
Kaya naman sa'yo manood Jay Sandpoint. Kaya nga, pinakita tayo na Edward. Pero di pa rin ako, ano?
It just
Satisfy sa,
allowed,
ano
I just feel like this entire
sa
composition
Yuson
to
niya.
work really well. You were
Sino
able to
next
go
na
ahead
laro?
and put
Tignan ko
enough
nga.
pressure where you needed to, kind of forcing responses out from TL. Even this, yeah. And also, you got to think how many times he was able to go ahead and push away Sanji. Like Sanji, I feel like had a little bit of a harder time on the eve just because of the threat that Edward was.
Aurora versus
And
YG
this
pala.
also, you gotta
Aurora
remember this is
versus YG.
another game for Dome and Kite with a Freya, who I would say he had a really rough game when he picked it up in game 2. So to run it back and make it happen again and then just have this better performance overall as a team.
Maya na lang laro, Ina. Maya na lang. Nood muna tayo.
Of course, the members here and also the coaching staff to
Tid,
rely
bukas
on
na daw
players to
laban,
make this
Tid.
work. And even
Ah,
when it
wala
came
na
down
yun.
to it, I feel
Yung
like
kanina.
really
Oo,
has
auto-advance tayo.
a lot
Round
of
5 na.
going through all
Uy,
the
auto-advance
options here,
na.
so keep an
Palo.
eye on pick up the
Gagi
jungle,
finalist
especially
pa.
against Carl TZ's Lancelot, by the way, which we saw was styling at certain moments in this game.
Nag-qualifiers kami.
Demon
Start
Knight was able to go ahead and kind of
Saan?
keep a cool head,
sa
make things
ano,
happen.
dun sa
Ay,
kabilang
sa,
laro.
sa kabilang mundo? Okay, diba?
kabilang
Iba
mundo.
mag-indo ka?
But again, the team
Sa
as a
Planet
whole
Namek.
just really
Hindi,
made
iba
it
yun,
happen.
iba pa yun. Iba
Planet
pa yun.
Namek yan.
Ay, iba pa yun.
Ultimately got the
Nag-qualifiers kami.
in this series.
Ano kami, top 16 na ba tayo? From top 32.
32.
Top 32 na kami.
Sharper
Madaya kami.
performance
Sino lineup nyo? Sino lineup nyo?
I'm good, I'm good.
Eto, katropa ni, ano, si Laxus. Tapos si Toshi.
Si Toshi isa nyo?
Secret!
Sa inyo?
Secret! Marky, katin mo! Secret! Mid, roll ni Chris. Mid.
Mid.
Nag-adjust sa mid.
Ay, si
Si
Toshi
Toshi,
pala.
Toshi, ano namin eh.
Masyado si Gian Kyle.
Para pag malakas kalaban, si Arbs. Kilala mo ata si Arbs, ano eh. Exert eh.
Arbs, familiar.
Si Arbs is ano?
Playbook? Yung playbook
Ah,
natin.
Si Arbs, yung ano, Boy Louie ba yun?
Tapos kapag nag-qualified kami, sir, pag nag-qualified kami, bibigay namin slot.
Benta slot,
Benta namin. Oo.
Pwede ba yun? Gago.
Oo, bibenta namin.
Anong benta?
Ibenta namin slot. Bawal si Toshi eh. May ano yun eh.
Bawal Toshi, nakakontrata si Toshi.
May kontrata yun si Toshi sa Dominator eh.
Ayos yun ah.
Gago. Pero pwede nga yung strat nyo ah.
Pag next game na, pag next game. Balik na kayo. Wala pa naman.
Layering, they have in this team fight.
Ay, mabenta yun. 6 digits na. 6 digits.
6 digits yun, tono.
6 digits yun.
Lord.
Hirap nun eh.
Thank
No?
you, thank
Hirap
you.
nun eh.
Hindi ko na i-end live. Saan ratap nyo? Tatap.
Ganda pa naman nung bracket natin ng Ram, no? Wala ata malalakas dun eh, no? Masakto, ano, no? Yung mga malalakas nasa baba eh, no? Nasa babang ano.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Parang
I
group
think it
B.
was
Ganun.
Siguro mga top 4 na
same
makakalaban
for-
sa top 4
essentially
na.
for Aurora was everybody kind of had to step up after game 2 because that was such a quick game, 12 plus minutes.
Nagpa-lower bracket talaga Team Liquid Philippines para iwasan SRG.
Something that I guess we've all been
Wala,
talking
hindi
about,
yun.
Wala rason yan.
Walang
Hindi
ganun
ko
yun.
papatalo
Hindi
yun.
ganun yun.
Hindi ko
Sadyang maganda lang talaga napakita ng Aurora, guys.
Oo. Hindi ko papatalo yung ano.
When they were behind there, they didn't default to their normal default.
Yeah.
They went in, and it was because of the Freya pick that
Wala, kaso yari sila sa Team Liquid Philippines, guys.
Yeah. That was a great
Yari
win-win
sila,
situation. Any other
ubusin
team
ng Team
would have just
Liquid
taken,
Philippines sa
"Alright,
lower
we take
bracket.
Sanford
Wag
down,
lang talaga
alright,
sa,
just
eto
slow
sana,
it down, maybe
sana
get
hindi
the
malaglag
rest
yung
of it,
Aurora,
get it,
guys.
then we'll just back off."
Sa next match
But
nila.
they have all the tools
Para may
ready
PH
to
versus
just
PH.
capitalize,
Kapag
turn it around,
nalaglag
and
yung
that's
Aurora,
what
wala
they
ng PH
did.
versus
And
PH.
that willingness is something that you see in
Dapat
a lot of
ma-secure
the
nila
other
laban
teams,
sa,
and also
ano
in
no,
the top eight.
Tulongis
Others
kasi,
are a team
tulongis
known
kasi
for
si
willing
Luminar,
to take
guys.
that. SRG,
Tulongis
Onyx,
bumunot.
all of them. Once again, congratulations to Aurora Gaming.
Gara niya
Philippines
kasi
moving
bumunot
forward.
eh. Indo
They will
versus
face
Indo, tapos
either
Pinas
Alter
versus
Ego
Pinas.
or Onyx, and that
Walang
match will be
yan, no?
happening
Diablo.
not next
Walang
month.
Kaya
katawan.
kaya yan.
But
Liquid
coming up
yan eh.
next, we get another
Upper brackets
Aurora
4B.
match. This Aurora Turkey against Yangon Galacticos. I feel like this is
Aurora
a perfect
Turkey
test
eh. Ganun
for
pala
these
basa
two
nun,
teams to
Sir,
see on
no?
the level that they
Hindi pala
actually
Turkey yun.
are.
Turkey eh.
Turkey eh.
Turkey eh.
Yay!
known to be very good when they
Ganun
get
pala
their
yun, no?
comfort picks.
Ganun pala yun, Sort.
Ano mo sinabi?
Yangon Galacticos.
Oo nga.
Sinasabi na
Full cheese,
ganun
baby.
pala basa nun.
Sort, masarap pagkain sa ano, Turkey, Sort.
And I'm sure it's gonna be a
Masarap
banger.
sa
lang.
isip.
Just a
I
bit
love
Pwede.
yun.
break.
Ano doon? Makanin, ganun? May kanin sila o
Hindi,
hindi?
hindi makanin unless i-request mo. Hindi talaga makanin.
Puro ano, price burger,
Yung
ganun?
team doon, walang kanin-kanin doon eh.
Walang rice dun,
Ganun,
pork
anong
tapos
dahilan?
asin, ganun lang dun eh.
Ay, dahil sabi sa akin, no,
Pwede
kung
ano
walang
doon,
kanin,
yobab.
kanin
Pwede
talaga.
yobab.
Walang kanin-kanin. Pero yung huli kong org, ano eh, okay naman eh. Parang may kaya sila. Parang may personal chef, ganun.
Uy, ayos yun, oh.
Yobab. Pwede yobab.
Bawal? Ay, wala ba? Walang give up.
Muslim pa sila doon?
Ano yung Muslim country
Oo,
doon?
lahat yun Muslim, lahat sila Muslim.
Yung counter yun pala yun.
So, Team Bots,
Oy, top 64 na sila, Doggy. Oo nga, ano pa pangalan nila, Doggy? Kram, tingnan mo nga ano nila.
Legit, nakapasok din sila?
Oo, napasok ko sila.
M7 official gaming
Anong
phone.
team ba nila? Nakalimutan ko. Tingnan ko. JJ Mon daw pangalan ng team nila. Tid, tingnan mo nga. Saan sila?
Wala, di sila kita sa bracket. Baka nasa taas.
Scream Sword.
11 or 12, ganun. After ng ano,
Pwede makasabay natin yung sa taas yun.
Teka, hanapin natin.
Phoenix kalaban nila. Tingnan ko nga. Tagal palaban. Saan? Phoenix.
Nothing can withstand the withering.
Hindi ba sila archives?
Nandito yung
Archives
Pines
ata.
Nox to. Pines Nox. Yung tumalo sa 9 line.
Dalawa nga Pines. Dalawa nga Pines eh. Pines tsaka Pines.
Actually, kayo. Aurora.
Sino kaya itong against all odds, no?
True power
Tsaka Spirit.
dwells within
Ay,
the
maganda
spirit.
magkatapat agad yung UAPH tsaka ano, RZN.
Code unknown, no?
Ay, kaki, balagbagan sila lahat sa babatid.
Sino? Ito, archives.
Sila Boss D.
Merong archives dito.
Hindi ko nga kilala yun.
Be, Pines dun sa taas, Pines.
Aurora
Basta yung tumalo kay Large, UAPH.
Ayun na, JJ Mon. Sa baba pala sila. Sino kalaban nila? Phoenix Reborn?
Pero sa tingin ko
No
parang
practice, Final Four.
plus 1 ang Torego. Wait lang.
Black empty na rin yung third. Oo. Ano yan? Release sila lahat ng ano. Uy, thank you sa Rose, Magnolia. 7 minutes. My God, 7 minutes. Ah! Ah. 7 minutes. Higala ako guys, higala ako.
Parang or YG? YG ata ako dyan niya. Para sa akin, YG ako dyan ah. Wait lang.
Wala nang laban mamaya. Ano yun, Crab? Tagal pa, guys. 6 minutes pa.
Kaya lang, live na ako. Tinapos ko kasi yung quest eh. Nag-quest ako kanina. Ang saya magala sa Space Party. Mag-renegade.
Oh, ganun ginagawa namin eh. Naka-zipline kami sa pinakataas.
Oo, yun. Yung ginagawa ng kanina nag-edge ako.
Rocketeer. Ano, pinapatay namin Rocketeer tsaka Hornet.
Sa amin, Leaper, tsaka ano. Bastion.
Ano yun ah? Angat yun ah.
Oo, tumatalon niya sa taas eh.
Renegade. Tapos sobrang daming dalang bala, tapos barricade.
Naka-Crackers yan eh, yung jowa niya na. Nikor. Alas kalaban niya. Ay, shoutout kay Arbs! Oh, wala. Bukas na. Bukas na. Ikaw lalaro. Pag alam natin, palo.
Welcome to the M7 Carnival, legend. You traveled all the way to the land of dawn. Don't worry, we'll guide you
Paano
through
malalaman,
all the
Crab?
activities and wonderful
Kung palo,
experiences we
kalaban.
have. Here's everything you can do in the
Kilala naman eh. Kilala naman eh. Yung tumalo sa kanila, UAP chata.
Ano?
Sabi nga ni Arbso, wala, pamigay bracket niya. Connect niya. Wala kasi, ayaw mo sa amin eh. Porket wala kaming ano.
Si Arbs? Bakit? Sino ba team ni Arbs?
Laglag na sila. Tinalo sila kapon round doon.
Sino?
Ewan ko sino kasama niya eh. Nagrarant ka sa GC.
O, sabi ka na lang, ikaw 6-man namin.
Kaya nga, sabi ko nga sa kanya. Hindi, dati patid yung nag-reds tayo. Sinabi ko na sa kanya. Sa isa.
May laro pa bukas, yes. Bukas rin natin may laban. Hello guys. Oy, thank you Aria, thank you. Thank you for supporting. Wawawin. Laglag na ba Team Liquid Philippines? Hindi pa guys. Ano pa lang sila lower bracket, Team Liquid. Upper bracket, Aurora Philippines. Mga si Visa Basa Induga, mga si Dong. Gagapakin ulit ng Team Liquid Philippines sa Omsim. Sana talaga hindi malaglag yung Aurora sa next match nila. Sa mga susunod din ang laban, last 2 matches sila.
Bang team ka dat? Naalala ko na team ni Miles. Ano pala sila A-Birds kasama niya?
Third job
Ba? Oo, third job pa rin pala yun. Naalala ko na. Inaalala ko eh. Team kayo eh.
Oo nga, mas delikado pag nag-lower bracket yung Aurora. Mas mataas chance na pag natalo. Mas mataas na chance matalo. Pero kapag Team Liquid Philippines, hindi eh. Parang walang kakaba.
Ramdam ka na naman eh.
Ano, 2 minutes.
Magaling ka ding makiramdam ha.
Basta. 2-1, mananalo hula ako. Tingin ko Onyx, guys. Onyx 2-0. Onyx 2-0 yan, guys. Ganito na lang, Sword! Sword. Sword! Andiyan sa X-Sword. Sword! Ganito na lang ano namin ni X-Sword. Ano namin, prediction namin ni X-Sword Steve. Nandiyan ka ba?
Ano prediction niya?
Hindi, lalaban ako nga sa Starbucks eh.
Oo.
Pag naka-score yung alter ego kahit isa, panalo siya. Pero kapag naka-score yung pag naka-score yung Onyx isa, panalo ako.
Kumbaga, magbe-base kayo game 1. Sino man nanalo?
Ay, oo, base kami game 1 pala.
Game 1 lang kayo, hindi kayo magsisiri.
Sige, pwede. Laban ako dyan.
Pwede yun. Match yun.
Hindi pa laglag Team Liquid Philippines. Hindi pa ako natutunan.
Wala.
Search!
Andyan si Exert.
Ha?
Search. Dinig ba? Ito na lang ano natin, pang Starbucks. Pag nanalo yung alter ego, isa, o kaya first game. Kung sino manalo na lang first game.
First game?
Oo.
Ang hirap yung first game ah. Plus 1 na lang pag naka alter ego, panalo na ako. Bigyan mo ng Starbucks.
Oo nga, pag nanalo rin Onyx, pag nakaisa yung Onyx, panalo na ako.
Ayun na mo. Yung Onyx na yan. Ngaon yung handicap eh.
Kaya nga first game, parang first game na lang pinaglawan natin dun, di ba?
Pag-isip ako, first game.
O kaya, series natin.
I'll think about it, my friend.
Plus 1 na lang siya.
Oh, yun yung match eh. Plus 1 ako eh.
Wala, tinalo nga ng alter ego yung Onyx, tapos ikaw pa magpa-plus 1. Dapat ako nga yung mag-plus 1. Tapos yung performance pa ng Onyx ngayon, hindi ganun kalupit.
Alter ego Onyx.
Ang botox ka ni ano, tapos gusto mo pa ano.
Hindi naman tinalo ng alter ego Onyx ah.
Against Yangon Galacticos and
kailan tinalo alter ego Onyx?
This one, I think this is the one that
nagkatapat sila, di ba?
could potentially see some crazier
Di pa ba?
aspects of
Di
the
pa gago.
M7
Nagkatapat na.
but also in a cleaner
Di pa.
fashion.
Di pa ba?
Hindi.
Wala po, di pa.
Hindi pa ba?
Tapi pag nalo ko series, bigyan kita Starbucks. Pag nanalo, pag nasa alter ego, wala na Starbucks for me, pare ko eh.
Hirapin na. Bakit nga nalaro ng Onyx compare sa alter ego eh? Dapat ako yung mag-plus 1 eh.
I feel like if anything was,
champion
if you
Onyx.
look at the first match, it's
First
like
place
very
Onyx, second place alter
high
ego.
level,
Hanap ka naman.
standard, you know, it's very macro.
Ano naman, M7 naman to eh. Hindi naman to yung Pili Indonesia.
More curveball-y because
Bawal magbago alter ego.
Nung nagkatapat sila nung finals, panalo Onyx, di ba? 4-0? 4-0 ba? 4-1?
Yes, sir.
Oo.
Both teams
Pero iba na ngayon.
have some
Ang ganda
crazy
ng
things
upload.
in their
Oh,
pockets.
ang dami
Like
na
most
nagbago.
teams, they've got deep pockets when it comes to
Ay,
Europe.
pag-isip
These
ako.
guys have extra pockets. I feel like.
They're from two rising
Tingnan nyo
regions.
guys,
and they
alter
have
ego
one
or
Isip
power
ako.
Onyx?
rage.
Isip ako na way na ako
It's
paano
Turkey
maging
versus
pata.
Myanmar
What do
on
you
the
think,
surface,
guys?
but
Alter
deep
ego or
down, these
Onyx?
are two teams from regions that for quite some time now have been trying to break through the powerhouse ceiling of MLBB Global Esports. In global MLBB Esports, you have
Ed
the
Larwin.
big three. Philippines, Malaysia,
Serious?
Indonesia. Majority of tournaments are won by or at least
Onyx kahit may
podium
bitaw
finished by
yung ego.
teams
Kaya
from
nga
those
eh,
three
tingin ko Onyx
regions.
yun
Hoy!
eh.
But you see, of course, Team Spirit from ECA. Myanmar back in
Eto,
N2
Yakon
was
versus Aurora.
the runner-up to the
Eto na lang,
Philippines
Sort.
Brent Esports. We haven't really seen that yet from Turkey. That big finish, but little
Ito na lang,
by little,
Sort.
I think they're the things
Sort.
that we've seen
Ito na lang, Sort.
incremental growth.
Ito na tayo, Aurora versus Yakon. Pag Aurora ako, pero pag sa Aurora, panalo na ako.
Hoy, tangina mo. Aurora nga ako dito eh. Pero, 50-50 kasi ito, tangina. Kabado kasi yung core pati gold na itong ano eh.
Gagalupit na ni Lunar eh. Nalulupitan ako si Lunar dito sa ano ngayon.
Oo nga eh. Nag-ano nga yun si step
So
up
now
nga
we're
eh.
gonna get to understand the community in Turkey a little bit more in an interaction that is very unique to us. We don't usually get to do this. We're gonna meet up with Johnny and Mahindra from the M7 Turkey broadcast.
Depende kapag dito mga si Skylar, guys.
And Alvin Dorian Morano and Johnny. Hello, hello.
Can you guys hear us?
Hi. Hello.
Can you guys hear us well?
How are you guys?
We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
All right, great. Of course,
Cool.
here on the English
nice to
broadcast,
meet you.
it's nice to meet you too. We don't get to meet or get to talk a lot with you guys. So please introduce yourselves to the global MLBB community. Who are you guys?
No. Mag-LGBTQ lights ako.
And I'm so excited right now because of the match about Aurora Turkey. I'm Mitra. I'm
Turkey
Johnny.
short, Turkey
First
ano
of
to
all,
shortcaster.
I love your work. I also watch
Turkey to short,
Global
Turkey.
Stream, and you are doing a fantastic
Ito?
job.
Itong match na to?
I also watch
Hindi,
Mirko's
shortcaster.
YouTube channel as well. So
Thank you, man.
insightful. So much good
Sabi
stuff
niyo.
there. Thank you.
Yan o, shortcaster.
That's it.
Ato, yung kalbo.
I wish
No,
we could
si
say the
Oblak.
same thing, but we just don't understand
Sikat
Turkish.
yung kalbo sa ano sa Turkey.
Hey, I'll catch you.
Maganda na caster yun eh.
Whenever you guys start
That's
speaking
totally
English.
normal.
Yeah, but I have a question for you.
Nawa ka
How's
mo,
the
sir.
community feeling about
Okay.
Aurora
Kasi
performance
per din,
at
boss.
M7 so far?
Bro, ang sarap yung mga simasin niya.
Okay lang.
This time, to make a deep run at M7.
Yeah, I think so because all the community are supporting them well, and we reach quarterfinals before. And
Sort,
we are
pili na lang
really
tayo ng
sure
isang hero,
about
sort.
that.
Ay,
At
isang
least
team.
we can
Ito
make
na
it
lang.
to
Hindi
the final
halatang
strong
inaantok
this
na eh.
time. This time, we also have a,
Sort, pili na lang tayo ng isang team
better
na
chance
tingin mo
because in the
magcha-champion.
past,
Tapos kapag nag-champ,
our opponents were really
tapos kapag
powerful.
nag-champion yun,
We were
papakalbo ka.
unlucky about that, but
Oy!
this
Oh,
year
game.
we are
Game.
luckier than the.
Hindi, I mean, ano pala.
Thanks, guys.
Siyempre dapat yung
Little
tingin mo
question,
talaga
maybe you,
magcha-champion
aside from the
Ikaw ba?
match
Walang-
against Yangon Galacticos, maybe you guys can give us
Tingin ko, ano
some
eh.
information, maybe that our international viewers
SRG.
wouldn't know about the Aurora players for Aurora Turkey. Maybe some
Sir,
some interesting
SRG ka,
facts,
sir,
if you
legit.
will, about any of the players
Okay,
for
okay,
our international audience to know.
Spirit,
Wala, baka ano yun eh. Ay, di pala.
Before, there were some transitions. Pogo was
Tingin mo sino
in
magcha-champion,
another
sort.
team, S2G, last year, and also Luna
Baka Liquid
wasn't here.
SRG, ewan ko.
So I think
Liquid.
in the history of Turkish
Liquid SRG.
MLBB esports,
SRG
this team
ata eh,
is
no?
the strongest one
Magcha-champion.
because all the components
Oo
are
ah.
very powerful. Addition of Lunar and Pago are making team better.
Rora. Baka Rora.
We
May chance
saw
Rora
this
dito pag di
in,
kinabahan yung
our
yung
normal
gold jungle.
league. Now I think
Sa pag-comfort ni
especially
TG
Pago
nakuha.
is doing a fantastic
Saka na pag
job.
nagnolan yan,
You
lista mo na
remember
panalo na kalaban.
Sino?
Grok play from the
TNG.
series.
Pag di nakuha comfort niya, natatanga siya eh.
Sino ba?
Kalaban panalo.
This team
Sige.
with
TNG.
all the components, with
Ah,
all the
TNG.
players, is the best team we have seen.
Kapag nakuha niya
from
Pani,
Turkey
mga
so far.
Joy, mga YSS.
Thank you so much, guys, for all of the knowledge.
Palong
that
siya
you
mga ano eh,
dropped.
no?
High chance manalo.
And we
Leo
wish all
Mord,
the
yung
best
mga
to Aurora Turkey and of course
Arlie,
to all
ang
our
galing nga
fans
yung
in
mag-Arlie
Turkey.
Okay.
A lot of you are more active now in global
so
MLBB
pinapal.
community. So thank you so much. Enjoy the cast. Have fun.
Wala
And we'll
akong
see you next
energy.
time. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye, man.
Kasahit kasi ako
Thank you,
ng
guys.
araw-araw,
Thank you.
guys.
See you guys. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Again, it's rare that we get to meet the Turkish casters. And Johnny's part of the Mir cult, apparently.
Oh man, John.
Sino nanalo, Aurora? Team Liquid Philippines, guys. Ay, Team Liquid Philippines. Aurora pala.
Ito si Ay at Onyx. Onyx
I
bang, mas
speak the
yun.
way I speak on broadcast on my YouTube and yeah.
Yeah, why don't you share with us the Filipino that you know again?
Gusto ko kain sisig.
Yeah.
Masarap yan.
I thought it was sitting.
Hey!
Yeah, but we gotta change
Gusto
it.
kain sisig. Masarap yan.
Sisig daw.
Ang
Kala ko,
gusto
ano
nito.
niya.
Technically.
Oh,
Kala ko kung ano na eh.
Ano na eh. Bumuelo pa eh, si Mirko eh.
What's a day night so you can eat sisig and sinigang, bro?
One meal a day, man. Oh man.
Pati hindi, B.
Oh, all right. Okay, now we know a little bit more about the dietary
Wala, man.
restrictions of Naisu.
Yung
We must
kataban
know
ako,
more
eh.
about
Kaya
Aurora
ako.
Turkey. So, Aurora, they are seen now by their region as the strongest version of a Turkish team to compete in an international tournament. And they are all hoping that semifinals is the sentiment in
to be, guys.
Turkey. Rosa-led rosters have yet to achieve a place higher than 5th to 8th place, while Myanmar teams,
Sword.
though never
May
finished
tanong
below
ako.
5th to 8th,
Wala, sige.
have been
Tapos
pretty
to,
consistent.
kaya.
Up, down, up, down. So, let's revisit the history between these two. In
Sanay naman
M4
sa kabayan
Falcon
mga yan.
Esports, the Naomi
Hindi
team
natin problema.
defeated Incendio
Malalakas yun.
Supremacy, Aurora minus Sigiboom and Lunar during the group stage tiebreaker in
Huwag ba pag nandiyan ka
lower
na sa...
bracket round 3.
Yeah, wait lang.
So far, aside from their first match against Zone, Yangon has yet to opt for an off-meta draft. Just like cheese picks here and there. Is it time for them to finally show Naisu like, hey, here's our surprise card?
Hindi ako sa ano sa mga ano, LGBTQ, parang siyempre respetado ang mga
identity, you know, because
LGBTQ.
ever since we started seeing the teams
Ano
on
lang,
the stage,
curious
from
lang ako,
Turkey,
curious
that's
lang ako.
always something we've highlighted every time
Aklab ba
we
siya,
get to
no?
drafts
Si
is
TN,
kind of that
TNC.
excitement of, oh man, what are they
daw,
gonna
pero
pick?
low-key,
You know,
sabi.
something a little more spicy.
Ano siya?
And then you
Parang
also
ano?
think about Myanmar, like overall,
Sabi sa akin,
this
low-key. Sabi
region
sa akin,
is known for
tatlong
a very
nagsabi sa akin na doon na
specific
lokal
way
eh.
Ang kulit ni
of
Stitch
playing
eh, no?
the game.
Nakita ko yung daliri ni Stitch, yung kuko niya. Kulay itim ang putik lahat, kulay itim mo lang yan.
Mutual respect for Myanmar teams, but also again for Turkey because of what they showed us, and you know for
Parang
Young
parang.
Galacticos, they pocket picks,
Oh,
if
may
you
ano
will,
eh, may
niche picks,
pagkalambot
cheese picks,
eh, no?
whatever you want to call them.
Sino?
I think
Tinatid.
yes, this is one of those cases. It is knockouts, or
TND.
technically it's sort of a play-ins that we're going through.
Ang
here.
jungle ng ano?
You can bring it out in a best of 3. I think it's a great time to do it.
Oh, daw, pero
Now,
low-key
will
daw
we
sabi.
see it where on both sides they kind of go against the grain from what we're
Ito
used to
rin yung
seeing in
si
terms of
Pago.
the meta? I think if it's their
Huh?
strength, then yeah, we will see that through the draft. I just don't know which lane
Si Pago
for
din, si
example,
Pago.
that's gonna come from, but
Hindi,
it's been
lalaki yan.
mostly even the jungle picks.
I've had the sentiment or
si Pago
feeling about
guy.
Yangon Galacticos.
Eh, di parang
where they're a
mahingin
team
lang
that
talaga
looks
sila,
like
no?
They live and die by the team
Ah,
fight. Yes,
may
they
pagka
manage
ganun.
the minion waves. Yes, they handle the map, but not in the level that we saw the Team Liquid try to do against
Laban tier,
Aurora.
wala na guys.
Yangon is like,
Tapos
all
na.
right, clear the minion waves, come to the middle of the map, and we're gonna fight.
21 na ata ulit eh.
They're like the Max Holloway of MLBB. They just point at the ground. They start like, okay, let's go right here, right now. They want action, and that's why we see a lot more from them here in the M7 World Championships that I thought was going to be more Yangon, but it actually turned out to be actually Alter Ego who showed it first.
Yep.
The Freya and the gold lane, much more brawly compositions like with the Leo Mord as well. So for Yangon Galacticos,
22
it's
pa.
always going to be that.
22
I
pa
feel
pala
like, yes, they have a certain
Kaya nga
amount
pala
of
sila
pockets
extra
slash
one day
cheese picks that they like to go for, the Baksha and the Hellcurt mainly, but if those two are banned, they're still really good at fundamental MLBB. Add in a spice of Freya there, you know, a little bit more brawly there, but again, that's going to be a big threat for a lot of teams because you will have to ban not only the fundamental picks, but then you have to keep in mind that if you let go of the
Pinsan
Baksha
daw kita
and
sabi
the
niya mga po
Hellcurt,
ng 500
you
G,
still
ano,
pick it up,
chat
dude.
mo ako sa
I
Blue up
really
ko,
hope we get
Marky
to see
Capasio.
the unique side of Yangon Galacticos shine here, because if you try to go standard per standard, textbook per textbook against a team like Aurora, it's in their name. We know how
Oh,
the
God.
organization loves their players to play. You are gonna struggle big time. Rosa, one of the best in the position in global MLBB, and has showed it off this M7.
Yan si Dilar,
Yangon needs to
tulog na.
pressure Rosa here.
Yeah, pressure Rosa. Even interesting that they're, you know, most picked and most banned heroes. There's a bit of a difference, of course, especially in the XP lane. A lot of Terizla that's popped through here for Lunar, and then, of course, like the Benedetta. Like, how often do you see the Benedetta picked up right now in the current meta? And this is what we're talking about, you know, the change of some of these picks that might be off here. Aside from the shared Claude, which is just going to be universal for all the teams, this is, once again, one of the things where we were like, where's the Kalea when it's left open? Well, Yangon Galacticos likes to play it. Also the Nolan, when we first started seeing the Nolan in the Swiss stages, we were like, man, okay, this is interesting. How will this Nolan work? And we actually see it work in conjunction really well with some of the more popular picks in Rome, whether that's the Cho, the Kalea, the Grok, for example.
Hindi ko binubuksan yung ano kasi. Hindi ko binubuksan blue up ko, ano Ben?
Drafting from both sides.
Di ba naman iniyak-yak mo dyan, pare? Kala ko mo umiyak ka talaga.
And we already saw that towards the end of Swiss, right, specifically. But even looking at the head-to-head here, Aurora Turkey has a majority of the advantage in terms of the stats across, just also because of the way that they approach the games. And I feel like we mentioned, their incremental improvements over the years and all this like experience that this team and the individual players have gained over the years are just kind of shining now here in F7.
I thought of something funny. What if, after all the things we said, Yangon Galacticos suddenly just have a huge Harley problem this series? It's like, right? I mean, that pick showed up and just messed up. Who were they up against at that time when they brought out the Harley? I think it was it CF I'm
was
hard time
CFU.
recalling.
Is it
No,
CFU?
Team Falcons.
Falcons,
Yeah,
right.
it was Team
yeah.
Falcons Mena, and then that was an MVP Harley performance. So if they overcommit and trying to ban out TNZ heroes, they still have that.
And it was a quick game, if I remember right, too.
Very-
It was
yeah,
a
yeah.
dominant game.
That's what's scary again about Aurora Gaming as well, right? The fact that, right, they are a
Tagal
team
pa.
known for comfort picks, actually. They do really, really well when they actually get their hands on comfort picks, but it's
Nakadala mong
because
yan?
people think of that.
Pili ko
that they
Turkey.
don't think of the fact
Pagkamali
that
nito, wala
TNT
na.
can and has played so many
Nabus na
different
yung
picks in the
swerte ko
past
sa,
as
ano, sa
well.
Aurora.
He was the guy who brought Leomord back in M4.
Ate,
He
yan.
had
Ikaw mag-live.
Jakarta as well when he was still
Ikaw
part of
mag-live,
Incendiary
si.
Supremacy. Then we saw
Buksan mo ilaw, lahat ng
Amon
ilaw,
a
buksan
couple
mo.
of times.
Para
MSC
kitang-kita yung
2024
demons
most
mo.
notably
Ay,
up
hindi.
against Selangor Red Giants,
So,
where they
kinuha sa ano.
took the MSC 2024 champions
Ay,
to a
di ba
full
sure yun yung
best
bakit?
of 5 with the Amon pick. So just goes to show you again,
Basta sila ang unang,
all that
ano.
is possible with Tienzi at the helms in the jungle.
Yeah, sometimes you really just gotta vibe and feel yourself, you know.
Yeah,
Let the world see us.
Don't forget that hashtag, man.
Don't forget that
let the world
hashtag.
see us.
Yeah, when you post up
Yo.
your selfies and all that, go
Dapat
ahead
yun, sa
and do
Pilipino
it.
tayo.
Please do that. And again, there was a time where
Dahil sa Bionic.
Aurora Gaming,
Aurora ako dito.
in one of their many versions of the
Aurora ako
team,
dito.
thought that, hey, having Rosa play fighters in the mid is going to be a good thing to do for us. And
Kapit siya
Rosa was
nung with
pretty
sila.
mean to Rizla
Oh,
in
yung
the
mga
mid.
ganyan.
They would play
Kasi
to
magkano
Rizla,
sila.
Lapu-Lapu back then.
Tignan natin kung
Right?
ano
And then
mangyayari.
they would make it work. So that's why I'm hoping Yangon Galacticos, if they have any more unique ideas like that, really show it. Don't be afraid to show it against Aurora, because that's how you get into the mind of a team that loves
Ito naman sa laro
stability.
nila. Ano
That's why I think
sinabi yan?
today is so interesting, because as you go through the play-ins, you're going to see a very different play
Ang
style.
ganda ng
each
basayan mo
match.
siya, no?
You know, and
Kita naman sa
all the way
laro
to the
nila.
end, I
Tangin
think
naman,
that's,
lahat mo sa
even though
M7,
you have,
malakas,
like, some
hanap
of
ka
the
naman, si.
familiar matches of champions from their own respective regions playing against each other. Even then, like, there's still very unique play styles to these teams, and if you think about the way the draw went, it's actually interesting to see that,
Next
yes,
certain to
Aurora
sure.
Turkey
Sim.
and Yangon
Best friend next
Galacticos
certain
are
si ano.
because
It
they
well.
are more of the
Ha? Sino?
I guess you could say just like
Si
wild
Rosa, no?
teams when it comes to the draft, and you know now that you get to a
Rosa?
meta that's
Ano
formed
meron?
up to this point, and you've
Best
got
friend-
the
best friend
kind
mo.
of shake-up that's
Oh.
happened here,
Topang
this
dikit ka
makes
since
things
day one.
interesting into the sense of, all right, what are they going to pick? What even
Pag gumalaw.
what
Uy,
even
ano yan?
unique
Iba na yan
hero
siya.
could we possibly still see here?
Yeah. Hellkurt gets banned out when Yangon is playing.
Baksha as well, probably.
Baksha, they play Guinevere, so
I don't think that's going to be banned out.
yeah,
Hey,
that's not gonna be bad. But
It's like
Aurora,
1-8 now.
yeah, but
1-8.
Aurora will have to contest for it. Ying had 2 Benedetta games so far,
Yeah.
but has
Ay!
only won 1 of them.
Ang
So
galing.
Fun fact, Tienzi also picked up the Gwyn.
yes,
Doon muna tayo.
in the
Masabi,
jungle.
pag-drop na.
So the
Drop na, drop
Phantom
na.
War has begun, and you see the
YG or
our Myanmar crowd, the Burmese, really just showing up big time for the Galacticos. I'm pretty sure the Turkish crowd is in the Turkish broadcast with Johnny and Mahitra. That's where
true.
they are.
That's true, maybe, you know. And hey, we need your support in the global stream as well right now. YG,
May
the
panalo?
Burmese, the Turks. It's
First
time for you to
series, Aurora.
spam YG or our or AUR.
I think
Oh yeah.
I think there's been a lot of Yangon Galacticos fans now after seeing M7.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what they're called.
The Galacticos,
Galacticos.
Wala ba?
the Youngons.
Wala
the
pa.
Yangons.
Wala pa.
I like to call them the Young Guns.
The Young
Young
Guns.
Guns, baby.
Actually, that's fire. That's
Yeah.
fire.
Young
Young
Guns.
Guns.
Yo, Yangon Galacticos. That's it. Young Guns, baby.
There you go. Hey, Young Galacticos seem very, very confident. I mean, coming into this as well, they were saying, right, in the pre-game interviews or the pre-game content that
Against Onyx, right?
they feel Onyx are number 1 and they are number 2. They beat Onyx. Unfortunately, they dropped to Alter Ego, but it should still be a big confidence boost to go through the
Hindi ko tulog na
2-2
yung isa.
bracket.
Tulog
Just
na ba
because,
yan?
again,
Oy,
a
Rod!
lot
Tulog
of
na ba
teams
si Rod?
from even last M6.
Gising si
last
Dilar.
M-series, sorry,
Oh,
M6,
yan.
where 2-2 teams
Parang
did
tulog
really
ah.
well in the knockout stage. Same goes for a lot of teams, I would say, who've traditionally gone through lower brackets. They end up having a really, really good run in the M series, or even in MSC back in the day when it was still lower brackets, to end up winning the whole thing.
You know why?
More games, more experience, reps,
It's the repetitions, man.
improvements,
It
muscle, creatine.
yeah,
With the reps, you gotta.
in form of teams playing.
So what is the protein of reps of in-game MLBB
Games.
games?
Let's do the team intros. It's time for them to walk in. It's Yangon versus Aurora.
Dealer knockout. Ay, game na.
These are dark horses turned true contenders, delivering when it mattered the most, ready to push their region's legacy even further. Ying, Han, Lina, Blink, and Stitch, the pride of Myanmar, Yangon Galacticos!
The last time Myanmar made it to a top 2 finish, it was at the M2 World Championships a long time ago. But according to most of the Burmese people, this is their time, YG, to make it again.
Consistency has long defined this roster. And now, they stand on the edge of the moment where they can shine brighter than ever. Lunar, TNZ, Rosa, Pagu, and Sigiboom seize the win. Aurora Gaming.
The best team that Turkey has produced. Taking scraps and pieces and players.
Feel ko lahat ng Aurora panalo eh.
Meshing them up together and finding the perfect combination. Rosa, Lunar, Sigiboom, and even Pagu from Poland. Swapping out Apex 47 into the coaching staff where you see him with Sef. And for YG, it's Coach Mars and Coach M-God.
I'm excited for this one, as we have discussed, for all of the reasons that we have already mentioned. But hearing the intros and talking about them, these are two teams from regions that have embraced them as the best that we have brought out so far. If that's the case, then I am expecting no less than 3 games. 3 close games where you see the best of Turkey and the
Hindi ba
best
tayo English broadcast
of
mga guys? Ayoko sa
Myanmar
Filipino broadcast.
compete.
Gusto
So
mo rinig
let's
si
look
Mirko?
at the requirements for
We want
Aurora
Mirko.
Gaming, TNC.
We want Mirko.
Are we gonna see a wider hero pool? We've only seen a lot of assassins and Guinevere. Is that gonna expand? Meanwhile, for Sigiboom, man, I think Claude, for him, if they can, just take it.
Just take it away, ban it away, do what you need to do. But I think even the TNZ point's a good point just because of the fact that, you know, you played pretty much assassins. You don't have to worry too much about the Guinevere unless they make it work. Again, we've only seen that once, but across from them, you know, for Yangon Galacticos, Han has been versatile, if I would say. He does tend to perform better on the utility junglers, and this is kind of the dynamic right now that we're seeing in the jungle meta. You know, some junglers opting for the assassins, some utilizing utility, even in a way just playing around that. And I think even for Stitch, again, another player that likes to go for the Claude. All the role leaders pretty much have shown us that they can essentially play the Claude, but I think the true test is what can they do without the Claude. If it's banned out, if you're forced to pick a fighter gold, for example, are you able to go ahead and do that? But I think what allows to activate Stitch a lot of the times is, again, it's so fitting.
Yung talaga nagkakap yun ah. Basta si Sunset Lover yun.
Sunset Lover yun, kakap lagi.
Has been very commanding too when it comes to his lane and what he's able to go ahead and pick up. Looking at the head-to-head though between Sigiboom and Stitch, you can see this. You know, it's rather close. I mean, even the average KDA, the damage that they're able to do, the average damage, and even the team participation. Now, you're showing the Claude here, the Granger. These are the two pretty much top picks, other than maybe the carry that we see in terms of traditional marksmen that pop up. But again, gold lane is just in a very interesting position because teams like to still play for the gold lane if that happens to be the case, like we see from Team Spirit, for example, with Hiko, but then they have adapted throughout the Swiss stages. I feel like we've seen that in real time. And we even got a showcase of it with Doming in the last one for Aurora. So I'm wondering, you know, how much of that information too is kind of shared between the sister orgs here as they pass on and they go through their scrim process.
I hope it's shared a lot because I think for Aurora Gaming it would benefit them a lot as well, right? Sigiboom, known to be a really, really good marksman player. If he gets his hands on the Granger and the whole team just plays around him, it's going to be solid, especially considering YG. They like to go for a lot of front-to-backs themselves, which is strange, but against TL, that was the plan, actually. They went up with a front-to-back composition. They left the Yuzong open for some reason, and it didn't do too well. So if you're able to out front-to-back YG in those situations where it is a front-to-back battle, I think Aurora have the tools to do better than YG. It's just now, for me, I think YG are going to scrap that idea. They're like, all right, we tried front to back. It's just not YG. It's not just the Yangon. You know, we need to dive. We need to be looking for those brawls. And that's the YG I'm expecting to show up today.
Yeah, I mean, I know teams who come from more developing
Wala lang
regions.
Chill muna. Next
Relative
time tayo
to
mag-ano.
bigger regions that we have in MLBB.
Dapat BFF. Sino ba?
Suddenly change how they play.
TNG?
they would see it as an evolution.
Banatan
If
ko yun.
that's
Ay,
not your
gabi.
main strength, and that's not the main strength that brought you here in the first place, then that's not an evolution, that's a devolution. You have to find the balance of embracing the best things of some of the best teams in the world while also keeping your strength. One of Aurora Gaming Turkey's strengths is they love to play with multiple carries. It will never just be the TNT show or just the Sigiboom show. Majority of the time it's the Rosa Sigiboom TNT show. They have a lot of backup ideas. So if Yangon want to break that, they need to be able to draft a lineup here that can take out the main carries piece by piece, step by step.
TNT guy.
Coach Bad Girl Surf, man.
Saan ako dito? YG
TNT guy.
Respect. Ever since
Tulog na. Tungayo.
Blink's never
Yung
got a
trap
chance
laro
to
na
play
sige
the
bang
Hunter
yan.
again.
Gago, tulog na guys. Tulog na.
Kung si Dilar gagi.
Tulog na si Dilar, gago.
Remember too, Yangon Galacticos, what was it? They
Ayun o. Tuluyan na o.
the knockout. Knockout stage, right? So,
Tuluyan na
you know,
gagi.
getting to this point, the NA also think shows just
Gagi
how
natulog si
competitive
Dilar team.
this entire run of M7 has been, and
Natuluyan si Dilar.
just showing strengths in different ways. Good.
May
good
jaw dito.
because
Kasi nagising yan eh.
that's what we were kind of highlighting here. You know, now that Kalea, the Rock were taken out, and
Nabuhusan ng
we'll
gana
see
yan
if
niya.
the Claude ban actually
Gagi,
comes
check na
through,
natin sa
because
live.
this looks like
Tulog na,
Aurora's
gago.
gonna have to decide that we let it
Next
slip
game
through
natin
and it's
gising yan, boring daw
100%
kasi
kick
ito
over
sabi.
to Stitch. And maybe now teams
Oh,
are
next
just
game
going
na yan.
at kind of deciding, you know what, if a team gets a Claude, then we'll at least just believe in our potential to go ahead and counter it with a Freya. And more and more we're seeing the gold lane Freya pop up. And there it is. That's the answer, I guess. So Hylos is banned out.
Sabi ko kanya crush kanya. Uy, iba na yun ah.
Claude na
Ano
yan,
yun? Secret in love with me pala.
Claude Sushin. Claude muna para mapag-sushi ngayon kahit mag-ib. Pagka nag-ib naman,
Ito pala ako.
okay lang, may Claude naman.
But in this position, I agree with Iso. I think I
Secret
would
lang daw
rather
yun. Low-key nga lang daw
Claude
yun.
na yan, pre.
Low-key lang, low-key lang.
Pick that up, even if Aurora end up with something like Yuzhong here.
Ibor Sushin kaya eh. Pagka nag-Sushin, okay lang, may ib counter. Pag nag-ib, counter naman ni Claude.
Sushin
pwede
plus
parang Sushin.
Which means then that since there's a
Sushin
Claude on the
plus,
other side, it makes it
plus.
tougher. So yeah, it was
Wises Sushin o Iboises.
Does that mean that Aurora
Pag natawa, ano eh?
Bakit ba ano?
Suso pala?
Gatot Zushin or Zushin Hilda?
Pero sa tingin ko, tinag-iusong ko.
Hilda Zushin.
Gusto
Maganda
mo
yung
ISS o kaya Sushin nung
Bigyan ko tsura player dito. Ay, gagi.
So
Kamukha pa
I'm not
naman ni
sure if
Coil
they're
yung ano,
gonna
no?
decide
Yung
here
pet
if
feed.
they
Ay,
pick up
gago.
Farser and Eve, those are probably two of the heroes
Wala,
that
ang
they're
daming
really
coil
kind
sa
of
ano,
trying to
mundo
decide
eh.
if they want to go for, but not only that, but
Ubus.
also
Hindi talaga
jungle-wise.
magkakaroon ng ganyan dito sa
TNZ
Pinas.
traditionally has waited for his pick, I feel like. When it comes to the
Hilda
draft,
Sin
they will go ahead and grab themselves a
Hilda Zushin?
and then they go to
YSS.
YSS. So Hilda, YSS. Hilda,
Sushin to.
interesting because you
YSS, sabagay,
do
YSS.
see
May
very
iba naman eh.
little teams
Yusong.
actually
Yung third
out,
pick
I
na
feel
dapat.
like, and also very little
Sushin
teams
naman,
that
Wala
mag-ib.
naman. Ay, dito ka
I
pala.
feel like the last time we saw it
May ano, may
picked
spy,
up,
may
it also
spy.
just didn't do too
Ay,
well.
shoutout,
So,
shout sa'yo.
Aurora will go
Ah,
ahead
si
and
Ate
do
Jewel
that.
pala to.
Provides a lot of good information, of course, with the Hilda.
Hello,
Traditionally, you
Ate
also see it
Jewel.
a lot more on the deadly grass, but right now the answer
Sushin.
is the Jushin and the Cho. Again, Cho
Kung nag-iuso sa kanila eh,
28,
no?
and it's so
Madi
funny, it's a
confident.
50% win rate for the Cho, and that's
Okay, no.
really
Ib
how
na,
it
Ib
feels.
third
It's
pick.
almost like
Yung ano, Ib,
alright,
talo na.
we've seen Cho even prioritized, and it's still kind of a 50-50.
Yeah, Marco and I are looking at each
Sushin,
other. after these
lakas
picks
ng mid,
and
ah.
like, interesting choices. Aurora going for the more like
Pero lamang
veteran
Hilda
route
sa
with the vision
Sushin.
playing through the
Ah,
YSS
shutdown
and
na,
constant
shutdown.
vision and
Ayun.
disruption.
That's Aurora side day, no?
Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with this Hilda because it's Aurora against Yangon.
Bawal ata.
Hindi sila kukuha ng
Natin.
ib.
Against, teams
Bawal
that,
ba?
again, more developing regions, you'd want to disrupt the
Ayan.
Roman mid as much as possible.
13,
Mess up
12,
the jungle as
11.
much as possible.
All good.
Well, then Yangon matches that. They get the chill right away so that it doesn't get
Tapos,
taken away. But they're still leaning towards
jungle
front to back
plus.
because they have the juice in. But they have dived through the Claude, so how is Lina going to be playing this juice in?
Jungle XP, Yuzong.
I really like the compositions for both teams here so far, despite them not going for the picks that we were doing.
Yuzong.
Are the prio picks like the Yuzong?
YG
here?
map
I don't know
1.
why the Yuzong isn't picked up at all. We'll probably
So ko
see
first
the
3 ng
answer
ano
later.
dito eh.
I think for YG,
Ng Aurora eh.
to respect the Nolan
Ang hirap
pick,
mag-Zushin pag
YG
Hilda kalaban
like
eh.
to go for the combo whenever they have a Cho Nolan.
Early to mid ah. Pero mid to late kaya na
Does that
Zushin
still
yan.
work here? Because Aurora have a lot of CC immunity, and I think for the Hilda it's fine. But then you
Yung tanggal
look at the
Yuzong.
problem here
Yuzong
for
la
Aurora
po ata
Gaming.
magandang ban
This looks
dito.
like a
Para di
problem
na
front
mahirapan
to
yung
back,
Ib,
something that we
ano.
were talking about. It could
Kaso
work
may Joy
if
din eh.
YG decide to go for
Hirap din
their
mag-Joy.
front to back, which is clearly weaker.
Guinevere.
I don't think YG are going for that, dude. I think
Ay,
YG are
sabagay,
going full
compact tong
dive.
core
That's why
nila,
they went for the
Jennifer.
juice after picking up the Claude, and
they were.
Maganda
Wala
ata,
na silang,
ano lang eh.
wala na silang
Maganda
pangalan
ata.
sa Yuzong Lapo.
So basically,
Ayo,
they're both
okay lang
gonna
pala.
play with each other's strengths. Like Aurora, like it's
Kung
fine.
mabansa isa
This
pa.
looks like a
Maganda
weakness.
ba,
This
Joy?
looks like
Iban?
something that can be exploited just because you have a claw.
Taka na, comfort niya, no?
This is our strength.
Aurora to, Aurora to.
Complete front to back against your crazy dive.
Yeah.
Ano, Aurora manalo. Yung
Hard
guest
plan
coin ko,
too, and
guys.
you can
Ay.
see, to supplement that, I'm interested. I'm finding it interesting that they actually go and ban the Guinevere.
Can
Just
we get the
because-
win rate on that?
Yeah, the
Tulog
win
na si
rate's
Dilar.
pretty abysmal.
Kinakatulog siya ng
But,
ganyan,
You know,
gago.
it's one of those heroes that just kind of get picked up when there's not many options.
Ganyan
but
yan lagi,
knowing
ano,
again that
Sir.
Han is one of the few
Pag
players
naglalaro
that
ka.
likes to opt
Yan,
for
si
the
Dilar
lane
ganyan.
down.
Hindi, I
Nakakatulog
mean, ano,
siya.
pag naglalaro kayo ng mga, ano, MMORPG, ganyan.
Oh, tas kinakausap mo, tas di sumasagot. Maya-maya, nahilik, no?
Tulog na pala.
Tulog na pala, oh.
So, yeah, what is left for Han to
Ay, lalagising.
This is going to be
Wala.
something more of a...
Dilar
Gising na si Dilar,
Migay!
gagi. Baliw.
Gising na si Dilar Migay!
Ito, tubig.
You need the burst. Oh, if you have juice in the cloud, you need burst somewhere. And though Nolan is not gonna get it, unless he's really
Nagising na,
decides to
halimaw.
pick up a Fanny suddenly.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That works. Price the hill on the other side. That's only one pick that you have to worry about. It could come in.
So that works, by the way, right? Like YG.
The hunt begins.
Oh, there you go. That more reason to go for Fanny.
Yeah.
And remember, they can still go Yuzong and XP.
Onyx versus Ai, Onyx
It's
ako
not
dyan.
bad.
That's weird.
Arado
the
ng Onyx
Yuzhong
yung
just,
Ai.
like, slips through. Just like we were saying with the Clay in the last series, you know. Now the Yuzhong goes through.
They didn't have a stopper, dude, because
Yeah.
this looks like a Fanny. Why would you ban Ruby like that? It's sus. That ain't a stopper, yo. But
I
it
don't.
doesn't matter, gold.
I don't.
Safe.
I think the Fanny was overlooked by Aurora. If Yangon are gonna pick it up,
We haven't seen Han play Fanny, have we?
We have
Yeah.
against Onyx. Oh wait, yeah, it was
Was
up.
it on it? Was it against?
I think it was Onyx. They
Was it only
won,
the
they
one
won
game?
on the Fanny, is what I
PG.
remember. I believe it was
PG
against
Flex.
Onyx.
We'll see if
Or
we
no,
go
maybe it's
there.
their first match. Who was their first match?
YG
No Fanny
Aurora,
games
YG
ever
ako
on.
dyan.
Yeah.
oh no, one.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, that one.
That was his first
Sino
one. Sorry, not
yung
Onyx.
ito?
It was his first
XP Yusong, Esme. Wala talaga, ayaw mag-Yusong ng mga to. Okay, Esme, pwede naman Esme.
Okay, Esmeralda's there.
Sino kasama jungler?
Let's go!
Sino yan?
Called it.
Pani?
Good call.
Yes,
Gagi, malupit ng Pani yan, pre.
Win rate for the Fanny.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Fanny was
Magaling ba
doing
paano yan? Yung YG?
Oh,
Fanny a lot, man.
oo, malupit ng Pani yan.
Got to a point
YG
where
ka ba dyan?
only
Aurora ako,
good
guys.
Fannies
Aurora.
pick Fanny now, so
Yeah.
that's why it's such a high win rate, but it's so low pick.
The only thing that could mess it up right now for this Fanny is if Aurora are suddenly brave enough to pick up a Bada.
Badangski.
Two of the Hilda into XP, even though it's up against an Esmeralda. The
Ano, okay na?
Hilda's job is just, let me clear this way fast.
Bilok mo?
Blast and get the hell out of here. I'm
Ano
not
siya
winning
kanya?
this duel against this Esmeralda. Then you put the Badang in the row.
Naglaan siya pa, naglaan din papunta dun sa ano? Playground?
No, my bad. I would go Minotaur, but the thing is,
Ako
Hilda's
naka-guest
already
coin per
rolled here.
series.
Yeah.
Ano lang? +1, Aurora.
Unless they put it in the
Ano, Chef?
Ah, no, yeah, go Hilda.
There is zero
Chef Marky Sanji.
Pag ni TNC.
for the Fanny, dude.
Wala, di ka magugustuhan yan, ta Jamie.
It's Onyx time.
It's
Ano mga trip niyan? Mga...
It's Han's time.
Ano, mga yun, mga miles.
Get the job done.
This is where we
Mga
get
kamukha ni
Scar
Miles.
Han all over the
It's the
place.
job of Han.
Yun na yan.
Yeah,
Si TNZ.
it's Han's job.
Sino?
Si TNZ, mga kamukha ni Miles trip niyan.
On the
Ang gago.
Fanny.
Kupal.
Well, for Aurora,
Alay.
their
Alay
response
na naman ah.
to
Pinapakala yung tao ah.
popping off. They cannot let
Rosa Chen,
Okay, maganda.
Uy,
Ano din yung ganito ah.
Yeah.
Guys,
Pwede kukunin pala ako yan pag nag-ano ako sa Aurora
Doing his
Turkey.
job.
okay ba ganyan?
Oo,
Kalahating map
automatic
na panood din
ikaw na
natin.
yan.
They don't really have a stop.
Tas pagkagising mo,
Sa gitna ako ng mapa, okay lang.
pagkagising mo, ano na?
Sa gitna ako ng laro. Okay lang ata ang ganyan sa tapa.
Pagkagising mo, nakambo. Ay,
Nasa gitna ako.
Saka dyan. Ano, Aurora ako, ta Jamie, Aurora ako dyan.
YG ako, game 1 YG.
Saka, pero game 1 parang YG nga eh. Tangin na walang pamigil sa ano, gago, sa Pani. Pani game to
Esme.
eh.
Ang sarap ng boy na Esme.
Sarap na boy ng Pani. Wala, okay.
Go, okay na.
Alin na yung game
Ano?
1 sa YG. Game 2, game 3, Aurora.
4 flickers on the side of YG. And only one
Hindi, patay mo na
purified
ako, ano.
on Aurora. So, hey,
Buksan ko na lang.
Blink's gonna have a blast.
Lunar is gonna be the
Hindi ako
main guy
nanood ng
up
TL
front,
versus
which makes
Aurora
sense
nangyari
that
sa game
he's the
3.
only one who's
Camp
backing the
isang clash,
Purify
tapos.
here. But they're gonna need their
Panalo ang
frontliner.
Aurora.
Some help up against this
Oh,
Esmeralda.
tapos boy
They
naman
want
dito,
to make it
Esme.
comfortable, so it's a tough choice for Aurora. Do we help out the jungle by
Putre, parang
disrupting
araw
the
yan si
Fanny, or do
Gambi,
we
ah.
help out our Uranus, who is our only main frontliner later?
Look at that. This is what I like to see with the
Ba't
Hilda,
mo yan,
man. Like, the poke potential so good. go ahead and reach in. Looking at the emblems here too, like you mentioned, cuts of blast. There, Lunar's dealing with this Esmeralda, which we see quite often. It looks like they might.
Ang buhay din ng SB. Pre, ang sarap ng buhay ng SB dito.
Nangyari
Dura,
yan.
Eve, Hilda.
Pani nga rin eh. Wala kang pipigil sa Pani. Sarili niya lang eh.
Pani, tsaka SB, walang pipigil. Sa early.
Wala lang.
Sabi, ang ganda ng hero ng ano.
Game 1 YG.
Oh, short, pag nanalo YG sa first game. Pag natalo YG sa first game, may Starbucks ka.
Okay, gago. Sige.
Pero pag nanalo YG sa first game,
Yung ina mo, YG na talaga yan, hanap ka. Ayun no, kailangan na ng Pani sarili
Nice
niya.
yan.
Sige nga, ano nila, G? Ay, gago. Ay, ba't nagde-delay?
First daw nga eh.
Lipat natin.
lost ng hilik mo, Dilar, umilik ba ako? Seryoso ba? Wala, hindi ako umilik.
Ay, PH.
Umilik ba ako?
Tamak sa PH, guys, oh.
Totoo ba?
Ay, di PH tayo, guys. Dito muna tayo. Advance dito.
Uy, umilik ba ako? Totoo ba, guys?
Oo, umilik ka, Tid.
Seryoso?
Oo.
May ma.
Tanungin mo sila.
May ma yun. May ma.
I've heard from really good Fanny players that this is a good map. Yeah.
It's just better, like it actually favors
Lag yan, lag.
Yeah, there's actually extra avenues for them to keep
Ito nga sa YouTube.
We saw it in FPLH, Fanny.
Hindi ako umihilik. Imposible, hindi ako umihilik. Hindi ako mahilig umilik, guys.
Nagdalag din sa inyo?
Dalag sa akin, dalag.
Lumipat na Pilipino.
Sa akin din. Sa akin din.
Sa broadcast.
Pilipino ako lumipat.
Lipat tayo Tagalog, guys.
Paano lumipat?
Biglang doon sa stream relay.
Ha?
Mamaya magandang laban eh, sa RG ano eh.
Paano lumipat?
Sinad ko sa'yo. Sinad ko sa'yo, ano, Marky.
Ah, yun ba? Ba't sa akin kasi isa lang gagi?
Sa akin din, isa lang.
Sa akin, dalawa.
Yeah, the topside turtle, Aurora had to give
Dalag
that
na.
because Lunar struggling in lane against that Esmeralda. So it makes sense for them to just, alright, let's play for our own camps. Just get it, maybe get vision or not. And then let's just
Ano yung link gamit nyo?
and then see if we can get another
Okay, feature the
counter
beds.
that Fanny.
Hindi nagka-grind ako ng ngipin kapag natutulog ako, guys. Hindi ako umihilik.
Ako din eh, minsan. Ba't kaya ganun? Umangat-ngat ako ng ngipin.
Tanong mo kay Marky kung gaano kalakas.
Si Kusay nga rin.
Ganun din ako minsan eh.
Kung gaano kalakas, ano, dati.
Sanay na lang din ako.
Ang lakas ng grind ko ng ngipin. Legit.
Sanayan lang din.
Chika natin English guys. Delay pa ba doon? 4 to 3. 4. Di, delay dito guys. Ano na tayo? Tagalog na tayo.
Dude, that is an awkward kick. It's the kick to just say, hey, my Fanny wants purple.
Parang ano walang pipigil sa ano dito, Esmeralda.
Sarap nga buhay ng SB dito, pero ang pangit na nangyari sa YG early.
Oh.
Great decision there. Could have been
May laro ba bukas? Wala. 21 na.
stretch out the limits of that little.
Okay na, nirefresh ko lang.
So for
Okay na. Pero,
Ano?
ano tayo para sa inyo? Ano tayo para sa inyo?
430, 31.
Alright, I'm doing my job. I'm
Grabe,
protecting
delay
my
pala.
Fanny. Oh, I'm sorry.
44 na ako, 45, 46.
Ako rin, 47, 48, 49.
Who are you protecting?
Pilding yaman lang siya pa.
And how do you do it?
Kaya niya, Yangon Galacticos, guys.
It's going to be a constant decision process as
Dua kosong.
folds here, and I think Ying's going to be a big component to this. Turtles up.
Radiant first item, walang boots.
Kahit naman ni, Hilda na pabukasan sa SB gagi.
Sino si Blink?
Oo, si Blink.
Yaman nga eh.
Rush Radiant. Second turtle may Radiant na.
Ganun lagi siya maglaro. Walang boots. Kahit anong hero.
Kaya nga, rekta nga eh. Patay pa.
Patay.
Tuloy tayo, Rald.
Joke lang pala.
See, it's very difficult to get into
Yes,
those
Pero Yangon talaga to.
spaces around the objective, but do they still want to go? Blink.
Misses the G-Kudo, won't be able to look for any picks. Meanwhile, down below, look at Siggy Boom. Picking up a
Ilang
turret
minutes
for
sa inyo?
free, so that makes it so much more
5:43, 44, 45.
45.
Check ko nga ulit yung ano. Ay wait, may ganap.
Ginagawa ni Blink ngayon.
Again, Siggy Boom.
Bakit ngayon pa Yangon? Playoffs ngayon ah.
Maybe he would use it earlier on.
Haha.
It looks like they go in
At magdaro ng Yangon ng
possibly
protect.
wanna go into an engage. But then it doesn't happen.
TNC next
Blade
season.
eventually goes down.
Yun
So yeah,
natin.
that's a whole lot of extra gold going to the hands of Aurora Gaming after taking that tier 1.
Sino predict mo manalo sa M7? Tingnan mo, Team Liquid Philippines pa rin yan.
This is not, you're starting to see that power spike happen here already with this lineup. Look
Or
at
SRG.
Aurora SRG na.
Zing jumps in.
Nanalo Aurora sa 10
Pagu's
PH.
gonna be fine. This is why Pagu's doing some pretty good damage too, right? He picked up the Fury Hammer earlier on. So a good poke. Han?
This is really bad from Han. He's trying to run away now. Lunar.
Oo,
will shoot him
aray.
away for sure, but like...
Kawawa ba Claude dyan Gil, sa ano? CC?
Hindi.
Aurora Gaming
Early lang
players
siya,
are
namatay siya na
passing
early.
out on Galacticos. It's
Hmm.
evident
Nadalawa ng
also
early.
team fighting despite being box focused.
Panis, sige boom, naka-flicker, CC.
Naka-flicker.
Walang hiya.
Okay, nice flicker.
Walang hiya ang bote, ano yan? Bay na bay ah.
Despite the very static formation Aurora has, Yangon can't dive through it comfortably.
Patay, patay.
Ying's gonna be all in up top.
Ba yan?
It's such an awkwardly slow
Ang ganda na ng hero nila. Nahihirapan pa sila in-game. Walang patawad.
Nataka ng early.
Nataka ng ano yun, no? Early.
They like it when it's furious, but Aurora Gaming, dude,
Parang struggle yung pani, no?
Tayong go.
Like the flicker runs out, at least we still
Anong
get a
kinabahan
few
si
more
playoffs? Ayun,
Okay, si
ayun,
Rosa
ayun na.
gabi.
brilliances
Ito si Rosa.
there.
Nice.
That was fast and furious.
Ay, nice. Aurora pala ba't ako nag-nice?
I wanted to stop myself, but I'm like, you know what? Just go all the way, man.
I wonder if you know, bro. I wonder if you know.
Hey, family, right? So now Turtle's up. Third one of the game.
Oh, he missed.
In the back, Jiku doing the win. Dragon, they go for the turtle, and it's still
Bugsit na ano niya pa rin yun. Naretry pa ni TNC. Ubus sa Aurora.
survives through it all.
Boss.
Pagu gets it.
Yaman.
Ah,
What the hell? Ang yaman na. Wala.
Complete slaughter for that
Oh,
team
gulapit
fight.
ni
Again,
TNC doon. Ano kala mo di nag-assist yan, short?
Bonk gets stitched down.
nahihirapan
Second
yung
move is
pani,
taking the
pre.
blaze into
Kaya nga eh.
He's running with it.
It seems like against a lineup with a Fanny, Hilda, and
yung pani
CC
ka.
is enough apparently.
Dude, I mean, do you
Kung
guys
pani ni
remember
Coil
the
yan.
discussion about
Siguro
Pagu
ano,
coming
5-0
into this
tas
lineup and
magiging
the effect
5-1.
of him? I mean, he's
Sakto
showing
may
it on
Lord,
this
tas
Hilda
kuha
right
ng
now. We're
kalaban
gonna look at the
Lord, tas
instant
talo.
replay.
Ano yun?
Look
Pag,
at
paano yan,
exactly
short?
how the fight
Pagka-kampi mo
broke
si
out.
Coil, di
That's
kayo
when
nag-lord.
Aurora goes down. But then look at this. Even with the beacon used,
Di, bigay lagi. Lahat ng Lord namin bigay.
TNC
Tas yung
survived with a
favorite
little
shot
bit of
call
help,
namin
little
pag
bit of
magkasama
shield,
kami
but a
lagi, dep
triple
lang
kill
kaya pa
from
to. Ganun
Pagu.
lagi shot call namin eh.
Group up, group up, group up. Yeah, let's group up and get power of wilderness.
Ibo tayo. Oy, sorry. Sorry, Bill. Sorry, Bill.
They got the triple.
Baka nakakagat yun.
Ang kulit mo, Coach Wolf. Coach Wolf ba to?
Habang kumakain, no?
Ba't si Coach Wolf po? Shoutout mo, AP Brandlar. Sige. Magkalkulitan na lang, Coach Wolf.
Did not get the game that he wanted. It was perfect for the Fanny, but then again,
Pinalitan pa si Lord JM. Tinanggalan mo pa ng trabaho yung tao.
turns out if you flip
Tinanggalan mo pa pangarap.
around, you get what this game is. You
Nagganap ba?
Oo, hindi na matagal SME. Wala, GG na to. Listan nyo na. O, Sword, o. Sword, pag natalo Aurora.
Am I seeing that right?
Ha?
Pag natalo Aurora, Starbucks aside.
I was gonna say
the only damage item he
Isa
has
mo?
is
Fury
Sige.
Hammer, right? Okay, yeah.
Sige, pag natalo Aurora, Starbucks.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was
Maybe not the endless battle, but like I have to
Malabo.
see.
Aurora din ako dito.
I was gonna say,
Nasa Aurora
I
yung guest
thought I
coins
saw
ko eh.
Aurora, it went to TNZ. But still, Pagu, man, Dom, Eyes, Fury Hammer. Like, imagine doing that much damage to it just a Fury Hammer.
Wala bang ganap? Wala bang ganap?
Saan talo na guest ko ko? Ano,
Ito
ano ko
pala,
eh.
sa advance pala to eh.
Team Liquid Philippines ako eh. Team Liquid Philippines, Galacticos, IYG, SRG,
Pagu is
tapos
like, I mean,
Onyx.
this lineup and that
Talo na agad
confidence
ano,
of, yeah, the
guest coin.
Apex 47 going to the coaching
Nice.
position. They all had it. They knew that they had to go ahead and go with this, and Pagu's leading them in this game.
I see it now. Pagu's actually a Witcher. He's from Poland.
Nice
isn't he?
one.
Hello. Wow, si Blip go.
They go all in on
Rory.
everyone too. So
GG.
much damage.
Duet. Walang kwenta duet.
There's no damage on the other
Wow,
side.
Stig
Another
para
BMI.
wala sila mabawas.
Ay.
Inabangan sa BMI.
Oh my goodness.
Nangyari sa kanila guys. Nagtat...
Dude, hands
What
jobs
the
going
hell?
to get really difficult.
It's could
Wala eh. Parang kasi early nila.
slick enough in the map, and it's been rough. All
Puro
throughout.
broken items pa. Go.
It's been a sweaty game.
Follow TNC ngayon,
I feel
legit.
like at this point,
Hindi na tinalo yung
Nakatakot ah.
you know,
Nakatakot
he's
yung
now
ganitong laruan ng ano,
essentially been
Aurora
shut
Turkey
down.
ah.
Losing his grip. He's losing the grip. The job
Pinakanta ni
cannot
TNZ
be
comfort
completed.
niya.
Dark Horse talaga Aurora
Nabubuhat
Turkey.
niya ng sobra.
Sino?
Si TNZ. Pag nakuha yung hero niya, nabubuhat niya talaga.
Hmm.
Out of all the picks,
Just
it'll
crazy.
be a Hilda.
The walls are broken, man.
Oh
Wala, hindi na matagal Esmeralda dyan. Kung ako Esmeralda dyan, sabihin ko sa kampi ko, surrender na.
Ay, gaga ka. Puti na pani. No, pindutan lang yan. Sarap nga magpani dyan eh. Pindutan lang.
As we get into like the next few lords,
I don't know if there's gonna be next few lords.
Pag nakasando ka na nalo kami. Ay, gagi, sorry. Sige, Perks, sa next ano. Magsasando ako. Sa next laban niya, magsasando ako, Perks.
Walang kumukuha sa akin, tsaka kung may kukuha man sa akin, hindi ko tatanggapin, guys.
Ito, rush
Mas trip ko mag-stream eh.
Ako rin eh. Pag bog na ako, mag-lantern na rin ako eh.
Thank you sa ice cream, Yummy.
Meron kumukuha sa akin. Meron kumukuha sa akin kasi sa kabilang laro, guys.
Ice cream, Yummy.
Maraming kumukuha.
The question is, whenever you have something like this, 9,000 gold ahead right now for Aurora Gaming, what is the potential for the Annual Galacticos to turn this around and make it happen? You kind of have to look at what are the
Gusto
options here.
Onyx,
Snitch
it's okay.
He at least has the Trinity, and he can go ahead and clear out these waves as he has to. The cables.
Ang lakas ng Aurora ngayon, legit sobrang lakas ng Aurora.
Can you play for a cross-map pressure
10k
like
na gold lead
when Fannies traditionally get shut
one-sided,
down,
pre.
and they just stay
Tangin
on
ako,
the
titignan mo talagang trap lamang na lamang ano eh.
Ano eh, no? Yangon, no?
Yangon, no. Ayun no, parang
Parang kahit anong angulo lamang yung yangon eh. Kasi ang galing na execution ng Aurora Gaming.
Ganda lang Earl ng Aurora, pinatay nila yung Claude. Damay-damay sa baba. Hindi, iba na to. Aurora Turkey, tsaka Yangon Jalak.
Turkey,
There's no safe place.
Ano?
Aurora Gaming.
Kanina tapos na. Aurora ba steel page, panalo Aurora. 2-1.
Malakas ba sila pag PH kalaban? Bakit ano ba nangyari pag PH kalaban nila? Parang kabalo sila?
Sino?
Aurora.
Oo.
Bakit ba laro ng Aurora?
We know what happens too. When your Fanny gets behind, you don't get to grab the buffs that you want. It's even that. It gives a thumbs up like, yep, thank you.
Pani, hindi nagkikable, naglalakad lang.
This should just be an easy take for Aurora.
Walang rapid boots yan ha, tignan nyo ha, ito check nga.
Now locked in for Stitch. I would be so surprised if they decide to actually
Medyo na yan, pre. Ganyan, Pani.
Mataba rin Claude ha, mataba rin Claude ko.
May item ba si Claude?
Oo, 4 items na. Trinity plus Nature.
Nature?
Mataba rin, baka gusto niya sapak-sapakan yung YSS.
Oo.
Ano niya TNG, TNG.
Kaya pa si Pago, pre. Kaya si Pago, sobrang lalim.
Si Rosa?
Ay, ganda shotdown, pre. Patay rin si Rosa. Ano ko po? Ganda na. Kagi, panaluan dito, pre.
Uy, si Stitch.
Marami sila yung Stitch, pre.
Oh, di ba?
Ano ginagawa ni Stitch?
Sige, boom!
Pero ang pangit ang ulti.
Wow,
Stitch! Walang damage si Stitch, pre! Walang damage yung do it!
Hindi, mapag-lord sila.
Oo, mapag-lord sila, pre.
Aray, mapag-lord.
Aray!
Nakabawi.
Si Rosa nasa kasama si TNC, walang barko.
Hanapin mo nga Esme.
Esme, YSS, ang dami mo.
Walang zone dito.
Esme, ba't kinikikilin na?
Hero. Nice hero.
Uy, walang dash, patay yan. Nice!
Araray ko.
Aray mo, nakahabol.
Tapos bitaw, Lord. Uy, ayun, 360.
Choker, guys.
333 gold lahat ng tao, sarap.
Choker, lala.
Naging 4K oh.
Yung 4K, no? 5K.
Dili tayo live natin.
Doon na sila pull up yan.
Top 1508 dito. Save lang, okay na. SB, SB run down,
Para mag-hide yung keyboard ko.
Ay, joke lang yun.
Libre, lo. Kung naglong ganun, corny mo rin.
Di na pala.
Ano ka na?
Wala shakens eh.
You are X to me.
Turn even the biggest.
Sino yan, Nextard?
Alin?
Ano yan? Ba't X?
SB daw, pag talo Aurora, SB daw, biglang wala na. Paano yung Mark yun? Ang ginagawa sa mga ganun tao ba? Upal no, you are X to me, tas kakarami niya na habang buhay.
Kinasigaw.
Onik ako,
Grabe ka.
Palot.
Gagtig, wala, nakabol na yung Claude.
Sino kay Exort? Wala, si Exort naka ninja mode.
Hacker mode daw yun, guys.
Kung ano,
Hacker
ba't
mode pala, hacker mode.
Ano hacker mode daw? Tangina 9K, naging 1.5K.
Oy!
Guys.
Oo, 9K naging 1.9K, aray mo, choker guys, legit.
Hacker mode nga eh.
9K to 9K to 2K na lang pala.
Top guys, top ko talaga yan.
Grabe shot
Ah,
down.
Kala ni Pago sobrang kumunat niya, no?
Shutdown si Pago
Ano yun?
tsaka si
Kung
Ian.
saan ayusin yun.
Sarap ng arep niyan, par.
Palood ka
Okay,
daw sa
dikit
talaga,
na yung
Exorts.
pera.
Kinuhaan mo daw lang ano, si boss.
Napanood ko na to eh.
Kumuha ka daw lang, ano.
Chutas Pani, papatayin yung baba. Chut tsaka Pani.
Ano na yan? 100K?
Sa Itbulaga. Sino ba pala doon? Sino ba kasama sa Itbulaga?
Ay, wala. Edited yun, di ako yan.
Mamaya panood natin yung Itbulaga next time.
Ay, wag.
Ayaw niya ikwento eh.
Di ako yun.
Masama pa ba to, Marky? Nagagandaan na ako kay Exort. Wag na siya
Ay,
gumalaw.
masama na yan.
Aray ko. Wag naman
Sarap yan.
doon.
Rosa, naka-winter.
Ano daw haircut mo, Tid? Ano yan? What chile?
What
Ayan,
chile?
general cut. Sabihin mo lang, general cut.
General cut by what chile?
With that, it means that
Picture nyo si Dilar, ipakita nyo lang sa mga barbero, alam nila yan.
Walang yaka.
Pinanood sa akin ni Spider Miles. Mamaya send mo nga sa akin, ano, mamaya. Miles, yung laban ni Exort sa Itbulaga. Panood natin.
Kasama niya si ano yan, si Rene J.
Sige. Mga pala kung ano, kung maganda ba sagutan ni ano doon, Exort. Baka nadamay pa eh. Baka damay-damay pa yung mga nananahimik na tao.
Napanood ko na to, Chut tsaka Pani, papatayin.
Sabi ko lang,
Yung pala yung gilid, papatayin ano. Sige boom. Naka-flicker lang.
Papatayin yung Eve. Bibiglayin yung Eve, tama.
Huwag muna siyang gumalaw, AI ko lang mukha niya, ano, haircut. Sige, huwag gumalaw, Tid, mga 5 seconds, AI lang daw yung mukha mo. Kung ano.
Ano, chat GPT mo na lang. Tanong mo kay chat GPT ano yung boko.
Ang good Exort ka
Ang ganda ng ano.
ni Ma'am.
Ang ganda ng ano. Ang ganda ng poke.
Ganda ng barko, pre.
Ganda ng barko.
Uy, nahuli si TNC. Nahuli si TNC.
Patay si TNC, pre. Ate, Bainsin. Hindi, patay pa rin si TNC, pre. May iwan yan. Ha?
Rose goal! TNC!
Alis!
Grabe ka, TNC!
TNC, respect. Oy, Stitch.
Ang ginagawa ni Han.
Walang galawan.
Ito ni Han.
Walang galawan.
Ang ganda ng barko, gago. Ang ganda ng barko niya.
Gunstik ano ginagawa ng Pani?
Ang ganda ng Pani bong laro.
Ayun, nasa side.
Ayun, no. Hindi pa rumespo?
Hindi. Magsalita, wala hapit na.
He's gonna be stopped in his tracks, right? There's no
18
way.
minutes ba yan?
He does have a
18 minutes?
retribution,
Gagi.
but he's gonna be
Oy,
a little
nag-box.
too late
Uroy
to try
mo.
to steal that lord away.
Garo
But
ng
again,
Pani, no? Nag-split.
Di sumama, di sumama.
Di sumama.
Ang ina para si Coil lang.
Patay agad yata dapat yung si
O si Coil
TNC.
yun. Ano, siguro lalo kaming ubos. Tapos kung nakalaban Lord na mas maaga.
Back in their favor, plus this being an evolved lord, they'll
Wala
now
naman
Kasama
yun.
si Coil. Kung si Coil sasama yun. Pero patay pa rin.
with everything that they've had, the
Sumama,
time
sumama
they've
pa rin ba?
bought,
Sumama pala Rold
how
eh.
does their base defense look? Oh, it's hot here.
Ewan ko sa'yo, Pani. Uy, yung barko mo, dipindot.
Ay, gago ka, delay tayo. Ay!
He knows how
Dipindot
important it
eh, no?
is to
Ba't
survive
nandito tayo,
as
guys?
for as long as
Matang pindot
possible as
gaming
the
eh.
CC.
Dito
The
tayo,
longer these
Philippine
fights go,
PH
you see
broadcast.
actually
Hindi
that's when the
tinututok.
damage of Aurora is felt a little bit more. Here comes the Lord March.
Walang blue yung Pani.
to the mid lane base.
Hindi makaka... Ano, sayo-sayo.
Now the Blink has a ridiculous position. There's no one to follow up.
Ganda ng pwesto ni Blink ah. Yun lang, nalaman na. Nagpap lang.
Laman ba?
If Aurora continue the siege, it will be
Chun nakalikod? Chun nakalikod? Chun nakalikod?
Yeah, they'll clear out the lord. They did lose the
Sablay naman yung Stitch mag-load.
Puta, pinabot nyo pa ng next wave yung Lord.
Aurora Gaming
Turuan niya
decides
to, ano?
not
Turuan niya to
full
mag-load.
send this, so
Enter na to.
RWM drop down.
doing a bit of damage there. Han needs to cable back.
Nakalikod ka!
Ayun na, TNC! TNC!
TNC! Wala kang imo! Wala kang imo!
TNC!
Ano na buhay ito?
Boy pa rin, ya.
Walang iya ka,
Boy pa rin
Moises!
ya. Walang iya. Si Alpa ang namatay.
Grabe ka, TNC! Grabe naman yung ano mo doon.
Ano ka ba laman yan?
Oy! Ano paano ito namamatay? Wala...
But they do
What
have
the
waves still available for them. Those are still big super mini waves though, and now they're gonna be looking for the base. Again, Lunar walks up, the base is too low, and with the minions...
Kulang yung TNZ!
TNC! Grabe ka, TNC!
Sablay.
Paano yan? Sino magbibigay ng Starbucks sa inyong dalawa?
Siya.
Wala, ayaw ni Rald eh.
Siya, ayaw niya pumayag eh.
Sabi ko nga kanina, G, sayang, di ayaw.
Kung natalo, ayaw na.
Nice baby. Uy, si TNZ. TNC.
Happier ending for Aurora this time, as they were able to stick it out, wait, find their moments, and turn it
Sabi si
around.
TNC doon na walang yamag
We saw
versus
there what could have been the shades of a big
yung
turnaround
gagi,
from
yaman.
Yagon. The kick was perfect.
Ganda pa naman ng...
Again, it goes
Ganda pa naman likod ng Chu. Ganda pa naman likod ng Chu.
Walang yan sa TNC guys. Balagbag mo gano'n rin pala to.
TNC.
Ang engot lang din eh.
TNC ko yan.
Sana, Jeff.
TNC, ayun o.
Sana.
Late na rin yung campaign niya eh.
Nakita tayo po sa YouTube. Exort, nagwala.
Parang wala masyadong ginawa si Stitch no. Wala masyadong ginawa yung Claude ni Stitch.
Exort, nagwala. Bulaga.
Hindi niya ba nakasabayan yan? Yung ano nung Chupre? Hindi ko nakita. Asabay yung Claude nun. Yung sumipa yung Chu.
Wala. Tinita niya lang.
Parang walang may ready.
Anong tatay paano sa'yo, ano?
Alin?
Miles, saan daw, Miles? Link mo sa akin, Miles.
Hindi ko naman makita eh. Sila Raplesia natin. Nakikita ko.
Ah, si Raplesia yun yan. Si Raplesia na panoorin niya.
Balagbag si TNZ. Legit.
Lang, hanapin ko.
Sino ba kasama na excerpt nun?
Si Rene J.
Rene J.
Pago, especially in the early game, but then
Ano yan?
Guys, hanapin nyo nga guys.
Guys, tulungan niyo ako, papa natin, putek.
And this is where the lineup got to shine from Aurora.
Ano yan? Ano hanapin?
A lot of sheer
Bulaga.
micro mechanics to survive every time that Han got once the game got extended. The fact that Tianzi ended this with only one death was impressive. Rosa, yeah, he really had to pick his
Wait lang
moments.
guys, hinahanap ko lang, kalma lang din.
A 50% kill
Hinahanap ko lang.
participation, 1 2
Ano yan? Ano yung hinahanap nyo?
total 18 kills.
Wala, huwag yan hanapin yung dapat hinahanap.
Exort, side bulaga, nagawala.
Even the void blast.
Set Bulaga.
To dance around the fan, he's like, void blast.
Hinahanap ko, hindi ko makita.
Okay, I'm dead, but I did my job.
Drafting din ba dyan? Anong drafting? Wala pa.
Search mo na lang sa Google. O kaya tanong mo kay ChatGPT. Do you know Exort?
Bulaga. Exorte, nagwala sa 8 bulaga.
Chat mo sa ChatGPT. Do you know Exort? If you know, then give me some photos of Exort.
Huwag na.
Give me some Exort
Hanapin hanapin,
photos.
Barigoy.
Just set things up perfectly for their jungler in TNZ.
Yep, and our MVP
TNZ
is going
talaga.
to be TNZ here, the 5-1-12.
Parang di
Although
tao.
ISS still working really well. We see just teams kind of go for this pick. Obviously, still high priority in the jungle tier list right now, and there's a great reason for that. Now, when you get to go ahead and be this YSS, and you have the amount of space in the early game that was provided, especially by Pagu here, it makes your job a little bit easier, you know? And we're going to look at the highlights as this game went through. We're already 13 minutes into these highlights, but this is where things kind of got out of control a little bit and where that potential comeback happened because Pagu got caught.
Ano
support player? That much too because this is where they were checked.
Nood ka lang kay Exort.
Yung clip lang ni Exort, pa natin guys, wait lang.
And try to make things happen.
Tingin.
This is another
Ano sinabi ito ni Exort? Ano sinabi?
Tagal ng laban ah. Is RG version ah.
Some of the members here and then coming back to help with Stitch, get the immortality off and win that team fight. So if anything, when you look at this, even off this play of Blink trying to start things up at a really good angle, this is why I was saying those reps that Aurora Turkey has had over those years has really helped them out because you can see where their decision making through these fights, the ability to switch their items out when they need it, of course, which you know all our players are able to do that. It's that repetition that they've had over the international stage experiences that are really meshing well together here. And they took this composition
Exort, nagwawala sa 8 bulaga.
out great.
Dude,
Gagi.
seeing through
Picture lang ay
highlights
video
again,
nga.
guys, so it just became even more impressive that TNZ was able to survive that final onslaught of skills from Han, because Han actually got a lot of those cables in, but TNZ had rose gold meteor, that's number one, but was able to dash out, consistently getting the passive stacks, or sorry, the passive hits.
Paano?
Reducing kills and being
Sabihin
able
mo.
to
Sabihin mo paano.
re-engage or
Paano?
re-enter the team fight again. Phenomenal stuff from TNZ, and I would say a part of the game that's very flashy, but sometimes still very underrated because we don't
To
get
the
to see too much
extent.
of it.
Ayoko naman ako, nagkikringe ako, gago.
Is the fact that item swaps matter, dude.
Boom! Biglang pan sextor, Gagi.
Those item swaps actually changed the pace of the game and
Saan yan? Exhort it Bulaga. Search nga natin.
Oh, it Bulaga.
Search nga natin, exhort it Bulaga. Oh, sige, search natin.
I believe with MGod and Mars.
Ay, ba't ka nasa loob ng kulungan, Sword?
A turner here with the coaching staff from Yangon Galacticos. We have MGod as well as Mars. So I gotta ask first and foremost, how did you guys come to
Saan
get
dito?
to be together on the coaching staff?
Yeah. Back on
Ano pangalan? It Bulaga? Sino kasama niya?
hard time in communicating with the players, and then as we all see that I don't have an Filipino import. I'm just playing with the boys. They're all 5 Burmese. So I'm having hard time.
Saan? Nasaan?
Wag na, okay na yan, delete na yan.
How the patch
Nasaan na
going.
yan? Nasaan?
So it's difficult for me that why were they sending us to
Ay, si Lexi pala kasama mo
second
eh.
place on
Saan yun?
And
Saan
then,
yun?
Me and Sir Blade decided to make a big adjustment.
Grabe, naka-all-white.
Saan yun? Exhort. Renny J. Sino pa kasama niya nun?
Touch the player's heart, and then
Madam
he can
Lex.
Wala na,
understand
yan
what
lang.
I'm trying to say. So the boys, we asked Blink and Stitch back
Grabe,
then,
may
and then
bigote.
they said, let's have MGod.
Exhort, wala ka dito eh.
Okay, so MGod came after you came.
Ano si search? Ano si search? Ano pangalan?
Search mo ano, search mo Dilario
Ano?
Reynos versus Kyrie.
Ano?
Gooding body language.
Oy, ano? Oy! Ano si search? Ano si search?
Something adjustment right away.
Ano
It's
sa
time
search?
for me, I need to go with him first, and then he go into transit to the
Ano sa taas? Tagawala sa It Bulaga.
I need to wait.
Ano?
Bloated na bloated kasi.
Kaya ko, pag nabusog pa ako niyan ah.
That's the big thing.
Can we talk to MGod just a little bit here? How did it
Saan
feel when you
dito?
came
Gago! Gusto mo
to the
makita.
roster, to the lineup? And how did
Ano
you
TF dyan, sir?
fix that barrier?
Saan yun? Pro player. Pro player and Mobile Legends It Bulaga.
Never have to talk in English
Search
because
yun lang.
all the other players are Burmese, so I always used to say it in Burmese. But when I came back to Yangon Galacticos, and then suddenly I have to talk English first.
Sirap Lesha, sirap Lesha. Ay, ito ko nagago.
I can understand what you are saying, but it is so hard to explain it to the players.
Si Ate Chantel.
Yun naman po yung hawak ko, parang when I adjusted right away, and then I told the player in Burmese, and then I talked with Mark.
Prime excerpts to ah.
And then when he talked back, and then I talked in Burmese.
Bulaga. Puto sa It Bulaga eh.
Together like a trilingual team.
Para
Hindi
magwala.
ko gago, legit lang ang
I think you should learn another one.
Bakit sa'yo may bigote, sir?
Ha?
So it's a
Exhort, guys. Sama namin dito.
Iba na meta mo ngayon, Sword eh.
Iba na ano, baby face meta na eh.
Gagi.
Short turn na
Exhort.
nakasama.
Okay, exhort dito, pre. Uy, gumit ng Gooding. Di ba din yan?
Yoy, wala namang comment, Marky, nakatingin ako ah.
Tingnan mo. Gooding, si Jobey. Panahon tomboy pa sa
Saan
exhort.
yun? Hindi ko makita guys. Please help me.
Uy, si ano yan ah, si
Ay,
May
no,
Mendoza
wala daw
yan
nag-comment guys. Gooding eh, no?
now as a representative
Putik
from
na yan.
Myanmar.
Ako pa ma... Ito sa rin si ano.
King kong kay MJS naman daw. Hindi ko nga pa nga nakikita si Exhort eh.
I think you should be
Okay, MGod knows
King kong
more.
kay MJS naman tayo.
Ano sinerch nyo?
May
Ano sinerch nyo? Mars, anong sinerch nyo?
So that
Wala, pinapanood ko lang kay Marky.
so hype in our community.
Saan mo sinerch
So
nyo?
after that, we have a fall down. We only got a 5 sit. Most of the time we stuck with
Atin,
the 5 sit,
M7.
7, 8 like that. So
M7.
Hindi yung ano, It Bulaga.
It Bulaga, It Bulaga.
Saan nga?
Manahimik ka nang hinayupa ka.
Little does it because they
Uy.
hope so much that they have they
Saan nga yung kay
want
Exhort?
us to
Gusto mo
achieve
ito yung kay
something.
Exhort eh.
That's
Okay,
Saan yung
exert,
natin?
exert, pare. Ano ba ang ingay mo? Hindi ka ba? Nakarinig ka na, pare.
Gusto mo makita.
Sa binyaga na yan.
Ano yan? Gusto mo makita.
Alright.
O ano, di pa stars dito sa Exhort gagi. Tignan sa Exhort na yun ha. Diba? Yung pogi na eh.
What you mentioned earlier on,
Masaya ka
Pagkumparain mo,
the Myanmar
pagkumparain mo.
community, considering you've made it to the
Mas
knockout
pasado
Ano
eh,
stages,
pang masaya dyan.
Bulaga eh.
right?
thank you for supporting us, and then we are trying our best to adjust the matter, and
Nagbasahan
then
yung
we
link,
are trying
ano?
our best to
Parang neto, Marky,
come
sa
at
link.
our best form.
Send ko na sa M7 natin na sa GC natin.
We're gonna try our best.
We're really, really excited to see what you guys will have to offer. So, good luck for your next match, and we'll see you later.
Stop. King Kong naman
Throw it
tayo,
back to the casters.
King Kong, nagwawala sa kagubatan.
Interview brought to us by Eterna. Great hearing, of course,
kagubatan
from the
ng
coaching
ano
staff
yan.
of Young God Galacticos.
Legit, I saw her outside.
Ng KMJS.
But then I looked back and
King Kong, KMJS.
King Kong KMJS, meron ba nun?
King Kong, pinos ni King Kong yan eh, pinos yan eh.
King Kong
King
KMJS.
Kong vlog, thank you so much.
Ayun.
Hindi, vlog na yan eh.
Vlog yan eh.
They all have
Paano
that
to?
ability. It's a special pass.
Ito.
King Kong.
May lalaki sa Negros Occidental na
Putik na nanood ng KMJS sa
sarili niyang pamilya.
Pwede ba dito yan?
Matapos daw itong mawala sa sarili. At ang hinihinalang dahilan, pagka-addict niya di umano sa
Addict sa ano? Addict sa mobile games, guys.
agresibo.
Addict sa mobile games. Sabi
Ayaw,
ko
singgit na, ayaw.
Bakit?
Nawawala siya, nagsisigaw.
Grabe, nagwawala. Anong sabi kaya ni, ni King Kong?
Pangatlo?
Ano reaction ni King Kong? Ano reaction ni King Kong?
Gamer na
Ano si King Kong? Si King Kong, guys. Si King Kong.
Ang alamang sobra, nagiging addiction.
Nagwawala to eh. Hindi ko magwala yun naman yan. Natalo lang eh. Wala ka naman.
Hindi kasi naglalaro kasi ng Mobile Legends tapos inutusan kasi. Nung nanay ata.
Paglalaro po ng online
Kahit ako magagalit ako nun eh. Naglalaro ako ng Mobile Legends, focus ako.
Paglalaro po ng online games. Hindi
Tapos iutusan ako bumili ng suka. Kahit ako magagalit nun eh.
Sa King Kong. Wala sa King Kong guys.
Si King Kong.
Magaling siya ba?
paglalaro po ng online games. Hindi po siya masama as long as alam niyo po yung priorities.
Tama naman. Basta alam niyo priorities.
Magagawa niyo pa rin walang way na ma-manage yung time. Parang ano lang po yung paglalaro nun. Pampalibang lang po, ganun. Dapat responsible po tayo.
So kailangan nakita natin yung video next sword.
Tama yan. Tama yan, that responsible lang.
Baga busog lang sex sword to. Nagbang inasal kasi bago sumali. Busog lang siya nun. Masarap pa yung maging mang inasal ng panahon na yun, 2023. Kaya okay lang. Intindi natin kay Exort. Send nyo sa akin yung ano guys, yung ano ni King Kong. Patas na itong laban para natin.
Tagal lang SRG version no ah.
Anyari game 1, wala. Pumanga lang. Mabilis ang tanga lang.
That's it. Alright.
Bati na ba si Odell tsaka Dilar? Bati naman yung dalawang yan.
Let's do it, bro.
They gave us card.
Oh, wait, what if it's for game?
Oh my god!
What if there's game 3?
What if there's a game 3?
Bro, is this a sign?
Ito pala.
He's got a special Han. Or Ying. I got a special Ying.
Oh, maybe that's me. That
Eat Bulaga, paano nga ba maging isang pro esport player?
Binabasa pa rin Dilar yung title.
Anyways, hey, we brute force our way to an ad.
Binabasa pa rin Dilar yung title, gagi. Kaya tarutado tayo sa section. Oo nga, di ko
Gago ako sa buhok mo dito, Sort. Ang mas maganda buhok mo nun, Sort.
Lahat mga panong di pa ako stress.
Diba, pogi pa sex sword, diba?
WOOCD guys, WOOCD.
Di siya stress, nakakailan namang inasal na pag unli-rise lang. Ayun lang. Kalmado mode lang.
For all you Malaysians, this is Sakai's special edition sign. I have to make sure it doesn't
show him the other one.
And
Kyrie, akin na si Kyrie. Ipaparapol ko lang.
As well. Look at that. Oh my god.
I got Edward. Did you get anything good, Naisu? I got Ed.
Are there only 4 cards?
Yeah,
man?
there are. So they're very limited edition.
I got this.
Grab yours.
Apparently this is
Gusto ko rin card ni Haring X.
Oh, you got the beaver?
I got Bober.
Cool. Wow, that's cool.
Bobber.
Yeah.
I got Alec and I got Yooms.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't have any glowy ones. I thought I was gonna get it like a hollow.
Tagal ng laban ah. SRG version no ah. Best of 3 kasi ito.
Maliligo nga pa, tas na ito.
Na?
We got way too excited.
We put them back in the pack.
Oh, right.
And then we
do that.
Let it rip again. What did
Oo.
we say?
Kyrie one disappeared.
Maganda ata. Wait na lang natin ano. Gusto ko manood na ni SRG version no. Ano next na ito? SRG Team Spirit no.
Ah, SRG.
Rip a pack. There's one guy. Great content idea for someone out there. You
Oh, mamaya na lang, guys. Mamaya na lang.
and then you just
Boring to ito
Mag-live
eh.
ka na, Ral?
Oo.
hope for the best.
Maya na lang ulit ako live.
Di ako mag-end live, di ako mag-end live.
Ako maya na lang ako live. Maya na lang ako live.
Ikaw, Miles.
Maliligo lang, maliligo.
SRG gusto ko panoorin, SRG verse ano.
Relive na lang tayo. Kung gusto ko na mag-relive.
Relive na lang ako.
GG na eh. Tingin mo,
Relive
Miles.
na lang. Sige.
Relive na lang tayo,
Relive
relive.
lang tayo.
Relive na lang tayo. Sa SRGTS, kita-kits na lang, boys.
Boring nga ito guys. Bye bye guys, mamaya na lang ulit guys. Thank you guys, mamaya na lang ulit. SRG verse Team Spirit. Thank you guys, bye bye.
The blue.
Bye guys.
And Grok taken out by Yangon Galacticos earlier on the blue side. It's